जमापुर एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ स्ट्रेस, टेंशन, लफड़े, झगड़े सारी वीडियो को जमा करते हैं। तो फुकट शॉट मत लो, सिर्फ देते रहो।
शॉट देते सर पे सीधा जमापुर, कराओ टिकट सारी वीडियो भेजो जमापुर। कोटी पटेली देना तो भागो यहाँ से दूर, और 10 लेवल पार सीधा सामने से वार सगे ऑफ सारे जमापुर। बदले शॉट फुकट चीजों का भी जमापुर। मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर। तुझको कल
आ गया
आज में जी ले तू यार कर ले।
Match is about to start, it's almost
चुकाते
time.
ही 5 स्टैक सारी वीडी भूल जाते, निस्ता मचाते भूल जाते। घर के लफड़े जो बता नहीं पाते, खर्चे रोजे बढ़ते जाते। जूते नए लेने हैं पर खुद का
Good morning, good morning.
खास मेरे
भाई जब कैमरा चालू नहीं होना रहता है तब नहीं होता है। जब कैमरा चालू होना चाहिए तभी कैमरा चालू नहीं होता है, और अभी कैमरा चालू नहीं होना चाहिए था तभी हो गया। चलो अच्छी बात है, अच्छी बात है। बहुत कम लोगों ने मेरा प्रोग्रेस देख लिया, ठीक है। ये किक वाले बहुत फुदक रहे हैं, ठीक है। किक वाले बहुत फुदक रहे हैं, किक वालों ने देख लिया है। चलो लेकिन अच्छी बात है। कैसी लगी भाई की प्रोग्रेस, ठीक है। मैं तो ऐसे तो नहीं दिखाता कभी। अच्छी लगी कि नहीं प्रोग्रेस? हाँ, डिलीट कर रहा हूं वो वीडियो। हगासो स्क्रीनशॉट वगैरह मत लेते बैठो, अभी उसके भूत मारूंगा। चालू कर रहा हूं किक की स्ट्रीम वापस। और जिनको कुछ पता नहीं है ये राज ही रहने दो, ठीक है। गाँव भर मत करो। वेलकम बैक टू अदर लाइव स्ट्रीम एवरीवन। स्वागत है आप सभी का एक और डब्ल्यू लाइव स्ट्रीम में। कैसे हो सभी लोग? शेम मत को भूत मारूंगा। चुप रहना है। अबे तुम लोग लेट कर रहे थे यार, तुम लोग के वजह से ही हुआ है साला, तुम लोग के वजह से ही हुआ है ये। क्लिप कैसे क्लिप रहेगी अगर मैंने वीओडी उड़ा दी तो? आगासो मत करो भूत मारूंगा। इतने बेशरम लोग हो यार, ऐसी अच्छी बात नहीं होती। उसके अब जिफ बनेंगे, कितने खराब हो यार। स्क्रीन रिकॉर्ड कर लिया, वाह इतने जल्दी। कितने खराब लोग हो यार, कितने खराब लोग हो। किसी ने क्लिप कर भी लिया है। रुक साला, उसको बैन दे देता हूं ना डायरेक्ट, उसको तो बैन ही दे देता हूं। रुक कौन क्लिप किया? हाँ रुक, इसने किसने क्लिप किया? ये बॉडी बन रही है लिख रहा है, बेशरम। कैसे क्लिप कर लिया रे इसने? गावत हिंचा। एनीवेज दोस्तों, किक की स्ट्रीम वापस चालू हो चुकी है। वेलकम बैक टू अनदर लाइव स्ट्रीम। होप यू गाइस डूइंग वेल, होप यू हैविंग अ ब्यूटीफुल, वंडरफुल एंड अमेजिंग डे। इफ नॉट, योर बॉयज हियर टू मेक योर डे मच बेटर। गुड मॉर्निंग और सभी को हैप्पी रक्षाबंधन मेरी तरफ से। सभी लोगों को चैट में, सभी लड़कों को और सभी लड़कियों को दोस्तों हैप्पी रक्षाबंधन। मे गॉड ब्लेस यू विथ हैप्पीनेस एंड लॉट्स ऑफ लव। सुबह उठते साथ मेरी रक्षाबंधन यहाँ पे हो चुकी है। गैस करो किसने भेजी है ये प्यारी सी राखी। गैस करो किसने भेजी है। गैस करो किसने भेजी है। टोनिया जी ने भेजी है। यप, टोनिया जी ने ये मुझे राखी भेजी है, बहुत ही प्यारी। और पोटैटो ताई ने ना इतना बड़ा गिफ्ट दिया है ना चैट, इतना बड़ा गिफ्ट, मैं मजाक भी नहीं कर रहा। हम लोग वो देखो बोल रही थी कि भाई 20,000 रुपए दे दो, मुझे 20,000 रुपए दे दो। पोटैटो ताई ने मुझे 50,000 का गिफ्ट दिया है, 50,000 का। और मैंने जब पूछा यार इतना महंगा गिफ्ट क्यों दिया, तो बोलती है महंगा कहाँ है, ये तो सस्ता है। मैंने कुछ गिफ्ट नहीं दिया अब तक, मैंने कुछ गिफ्ट नहीं दिया है। ओ माय गॉड भाई, अरे माँ कसम, सब क्यों दब गया है भाई? रुक अरे मैंने एक गिफ्ट नहीं दिया है पोटैटो ताई को, अभी एक भी गिफ्ट नहीं। कॉम्ब देख लो ढंग से, फिर बात करते। हाँ मैंने एक भी गिफ्ट नहीं दिया अब तक। भाई रक्षाबंधन के दिन भाई बहन को गिफ्ट देता है, मेरी बहन ने मुझे 50,000 का गिफ्ट दिया है। हाँ बताइए तुम्हारी बहन ने तुम्हें क्या दिया है बताइए। और इतनी प्यारी राखी दी है भाई, देख रहे हो? ओ माय गॉड दिस लुक्स सो ब्यूटीफुल। 50,000 का डब्ल्यू यार, डब्ल्यू पोटैटो ताई, डब्ल्यू पोटैटो ताई, ब्यूटीफुल। क्या गिफ्ट दिया? वो 50,000 की चीज तो नहीं दिखा सकता मैं, लेकिन बाकी ऐसे ये चॉकलेट का ऐसा बॉक्स दिया है, फिर किटकैट का एक बॉक्स दिया है, बहुत ही प्यारा। देख लिया तेरी वीडियो, कहाँ पे मिली बे? ओए भाई मेरी वीडियो लीक मत करो तुम लोग सालो। बॉडी बन रही है हर्ष भाई। ओ बे सालो तुम लोग कहाँ से लीक कर? ओए कहाँ लीक हो रही है मेरी वीडियोस? कहाँ लीक कर रहे हो मेरी वीडियोस? जल्दी बताओ। हेलो कहाँ लीक कर रहे हो मेरी वीडियोस? जल्दी बताओ। हेलो हेलो ओए जल्दी बात कर। हाँ बोल, जल्दी बात कर। क्यों फोन किया है? हाँ बोल। डिस्कॉर्ड पे लीक कर रहे हो? अबे यार इनको बैन दे दो यार, डिस्कॉर्ड पे जो भी लीक कर रहा है मेरा प्रोग्रेस। फ्रिकिंग इडियट्स। सबको बैन दे दो साले लोग। बेशरम लोग, बेशरम छड़ी गरम लोग। शर्म आती है तुम लोगों को? शर्म? किसी दिन तुम्हारी भी ऐसी लीक करूंगा। तो जो मैच चालू हो गई है, जल्दी से सॉरी बोलो फिर प्रेडिक्शन लगाऊंगा।
But you definitely do need to see things get tightened up. You definitely do need to see improvements all around. Curiously enough, though, 1-3-1 onside, pushing down middle.
Yeah, happy to work their way forward relatively slowly here, but you are being kind of watched for. Something has got multiple lines to keep an eye on. If he gets his timing wrong here, he gets shot in the side of the head, but he gets his info early on in the piece.
क्या सीन? क्या सीन? PRX is attacking.
Scarce potentially with that gate
crash.
crash.
उसने दीवार देखो कैसी कैसी खींची है बे फुरसकने ने।
kRX happen to push their way in towards B, where Wolverine has a headshot waiting.
Wolverine नाम है बे इसका तो।
Prompt the rotate across as well from onside. Paranoia doing nobody any favors there. Finally, we start to see some inroads from kRX. Just not had any success on this B side. Hermes locking it down.
Oh, nice shot.
Only something to
Bro, first round
consolation
won by ONG
towards the back end here. Has to try to put out.
By the way, if you guys know, if you guys don't know,
fight. He's
ये जो टीम है ये
taking down the first, but always concerned, or at least
उसमें से आई है, Ascension में से।
potential side flank. Yes,
अब बैन करके क्या करोगे? अब तो डाउनलोड कर ली। हाँ देखते बैटफील्ड रोज सुबह हगरे। चेस्ट मारा है लगता है आज। नहीं मेरी चेस्ट वैसी है ब्रो, पंप्ड है। अभी तो 4 दिन तो बीमार हूँ, तो मैं और पतला हो गया हूँ। 4-5 दिन से बीमार हूँ, अच्छे से मील नहीं लिया है। अगर तुम लोग भाई फिर मेरा पंप्ड वाला शरीर देख लेते तो तुम लोग की चड्डी फिर फटी जाती। फिर प्रेडिक्शन डालो। नहीं नहीं पहले सॉरी लिखो फिर रखूंगा। ये डाल दिया अरमान भाई ने।
Really a whole lot in that round.
नहीं डाले ना अरमान भाई, मत डालो, रुको जरा।
They'll be that kind of team that I think we'll give them the liberty of a few rounds here to get warmed up.
I don't know. Feels like
it, पे भी लाइव है दोस्तों।
Want to still have that open expectation for PRX,
मेरी क्लिप वायरल कर रहे हो क्या? हैं?
You might want to start sounding off the alarm bells. Just watching the
कोई बताएगा कहाँ पर वीडियो अपलोड है? ओए चुप हो जा, क्यों देखनी है तुझे?
But onside looking to play the long game as well with all the
कोई प्रेम साड़ूंके, he's my brother.
I mean everything.
Log week देखा करो यार। शादी हुई है भाई की अभी just।
With their sort of domination of VCT Pacific, that also will not last forever necessarily. Right here. But it never really feels like today will be the day. Do you know what I mean? No, you don't.
तो GP for video just saying छी कितने खराब लोग हैं यार, कितने खराब लोग हैं। मैच पे फोकस कर। अरे मेरे भाई इधर शरीर का मेरा नीलामी हो रही है, तू बोल रहा है मैच पे फोकस कर। तेरा शरीर दिखाओ ऐसे लोगों में। बेशरम इंसान, मैच पे फोकस कर।
Just the execution in the beginning with the harbor high tide. If onside just kind of has the confidence to disrespect that, sometimes it's still going to be a tough game nonetheless. And looking at the position,
Bye, thank you for the responsor. Love you, Chumi, dear Gummi. What a
That's a
shot.
good read from onside. Got the players where they need them. Ray unable to connect. Goes for the knife. Forsaken will put him down.
Oh
Siesta
boy,
has it
Ziesta.
locked
क्या
in.
नाम है इसका? Ziesta. क्या मार रहा है ये?
2-0. Good start for onside here.
Bit of decent damage though. 2 kills. Gun still preserved over for onside, of course. But
Hey,
having
yaar.
4, I mean, that's a potential Blade Storm, potential operator at some point in this first
मेरी
half.
बहन ने तो लूट लिया भाई तन्मय भाई. थैंक यू फॉर द 21 रुपीज यार. भाई तुम लोग की बहन लोग तुम लोग को लूट रही है यार. मेरी बहन कितनी अच्छी है यार. मतलब तुम समझ रहे हो चैट.
The upcoming rounds. I mean, not right now at least.
Thank you so
They
much
still
Potato
need to
Tai यार.
get
Thank you so
much
much. You're my goat, Potato Tai.
legwork done, like just to build up a bit of a foundation with their own full buy. PRX 2 and 3, but it's pop flash play.
Good start here. See those guns out in hand for PRX, and immediately things turn back on their heads. Nice shot from Wolverine. Will slow things down over towards B, but he still has a little more work that he needs to do. Forsaken creeping up on the line.
आज PRX बाहर हो गई तो नहीं होगी ये.
So Wolverine survives.
अभी देखो
but
बाय
not for
राउंड है.
long,
ले
as he
दवाई
is
मार
locked
दे.
in on by
पूरा
Khelraay.
साइड खाली.
Something
4v1
getting worked on
निकाल
elsewhere.
लिए.
Cuts off the rotate. Also finishes off Ray as well. So, immediate response from PRX.
Yeah, he gets it done with the tap at the end as well, which is very
किक का टाइटल चेंज
lovely.
कर. प्रेडिक्शन लगा.
But to kick things off, I
दिखाओगे?
mean,
लगा
all
रहा
things
उनको.
considered, you do love that, or you do have to
अरमान भाई वो
respect
टाइटल में
how
टीम चेंज कर
onside
दो. मैं
are
प्रेडिक्शन लगा था.
playing this defense side, pushing down and trying to make themselves a bit more unreadable for PRX. It's tough, but in this one, PRX just managed to, you know, with firepower, getting the flashes in. That's the kind of kills that PRX needs.
बहुत मस्त
to
शरीर है.
start off
कितने
rounds strong.
खराब लोग हैं. दूसरों के डिस्कॉर्ड पे भी वो वीडियो मिल रही है. हाँ वाह भाई वायरल कर रहे हो अभी तुम लोग. कितने खराब लोग हो यार.
Put together their first gun round.
कितने खराब लोग हो भाई. शिव भाई मैं कंप्लेन करूंगा तुम लोग की. तुम लोग जो भी वायरल कर रहा है ना उसकी कंप्लेन करूंगा. ये गलत है. ये बहुत गलत है. इस तो ये बहुत गलत है. ये मेरे साथ बहुत गलत हो रहा है. ओबीएस के ग्लिच के वजह से मेरा शरीर लोगों ने देख लिया है.
KO was here.
Yeah, KO was here. KO was
Go
sniping.
they push,
Dude, listen. No, listen.
Left side, top
Top
mid.
minute.
Left, he's still stuck there.
ओए चलो मैच देखते हैं चुपचाप
I'm
अभी.
walking up.
I can flash him, Oh, one bend.
Oh, the
I
wall
don't know,
is mid.
somewhere. Okay.
River wall
A
mid.
may be clear though.
We need to execute them, guys. Yeah, I want to use my ulti on ARB though.
Wait, guys, listen to me, guys, listen to me.
My ulti is put on ARB though. Guys.
भड़क गया भाई
And
एलेक्स.
as
कुछ तो हो गया
expected,
एलेक्स
it's
को.
that round 4 op investment. Siesta just being able to mark down middle.
Mr. Thank you
and
so much for
everyone
sponsoring
from
to the Power
onside
Gang
just
मेरे भाई.
working around
तन्मय
that
thank you for the
information as
21
well,
rupees
you know,
on
just
Google
being
Pay.
able to read PRX's positions.
भाई तुम लोग क्या क्या गिफ्ट
Also,
दिए
to
अपने
be
बहन
honest,
को
a little
आज?
bit curiously enough, it just still feels like sometimes you know, the form.
मैंने पोटैटो लाई के लिए तो बहुत
it's
अच्छा
not
गिफ्ट
quite
सोचा
there
है
yet for
भाई.
PRX.
वो उनको चाहिए लेकिन उनको याद भी नहीं रहेगा कि उनको वो चाहिए.
Head shakes to start things off. PRX, maybe things will get under their skin early on in the piece here. It is Abyss, so, you know, some question marks I think do need to be asked about the map in regards to PRX. Onside certainly looking pretty comfortable on it so far. We will get that reinvestment through though. Just a eye down to a Sheriff, but he's usually pretty handy with that. And it's a
Oh
good
my!
start
For a
PRX
second, what a
as they
shot!
work their way in towards B. Walls up. Forsaken with that entry. Should be a plan to come
20
here
की है.
and require a 4-on-5 retake for onside.
वो मैंने
Much
कंट्रोल
better,
स्मोक
much
दिया
quicker
एकदम
this time around
मजबूत.
from PRX, just a high tide and Coves to push through. but
Wolverine with beautiful peak.
Position still for onside.
4 second का ult and they have pushed up heaven.
Kind of napping there, but still Forsaken starting to power up
But
in this
trade
round.
off कर दिया क्या 4 second
Brings
को?
it back into a
Never mind.
3-on-3.
वो एक मार के पीछे आ गया फट से.
Wants to slow down a little bit. Wolverine's been spotted out. Forsaken could be on
3v3
for
still.
a third. Misses that slight opportunity. Now will be found out.
Recon's good. The
Underneath,
recon's
it
so
won't
good.
matter. He's got the coverage from his teammates. The
Ah, what? They lost
crossfire,
the
though,
round.
just not good
They lost
enough.
the
And
round.
exactly what you're saying there,
They
Quack.
lost the
Maybe
round.
the mechanics just not on point there for PRX. A couple too many missed shots, and onside will claim the round.
I mean, look, like this is one of the biggest things that Alex was quite concerned about. He mentioned it in the post-game scrum
How?
several times throughout
The
the interview.
freaking my pants
Talking
they
about
lost the
how, you know, It
round.
kind of feels like the effect of them not having played any
भाई ये
games
लोग क्या
throughout the
shoot
play-in.
कर
They were
रहे हैं
taking
OSG
script a
वाले,
little bit more
ONG.
seriously, yes, but it's just not quite the same. So going into
ये
some of
heaven
these
out
matches,
आके
they're a
दो
little
मारा.
bit cold. So that's
Brother,
the mechanical skill.
what is that
But
first
apart
shot?
from that, they have they
What
have,
is
you know,
that for
run through
shot?
the
This guy is
the strat book
insane.
a little bit, which is why they leave Abyss open. But at the same time, it just feels like the players sometimes.
Cooler bhai.
Alex mentioned they have these big grand plans, but they skip
ये
the
लोग मेरा
fundamental
leak
steps
कर
to
दिए
get
clutch
them
भाई.
done. So like
हाँ,
the
मेरे को भी
reckoning
देखना
in
है.
that round, pushing that far deep, but it's just a little bit too eager. So for now,
भाई, तो तुम
progression
नंगे
smoke
क्यों गए
looking to
stream
push
पे
through the
बताओ?
A side.
अबे यार मैंने ना
Okay,
just
not
chatting
quite able
screen
to land the
दबाई.
shots there initially. Jing
लेकिन
11
OBS पे
HP
switch
able
ही
to
नहीं हुआ.
refract back out.
और ये भाई already
Rexo
late
still
था यार,
struggling
बाहर
to get
गया
their way
था.
into the site. Ray for the double Hermes as well.
अरे ये लोग
Backed
क्या
up
मार
nicely
रहे
by
clutch
Cloudy.
भाई.
Onside are looking indomitable right now on this defensive Abyss.
It's
Right.
incredible.
Chest
Yeah, I
looking
mean,
nice,
onside, just picking the
What?
right spots to be in, you know, just tucking
तुम
inside
stream
of
पे देख रहे हो?
corners, reading the smokes and everything. Just kind of anticipating what
तुम तो
PRX
शर्म
might
आ रही है
look
मैं
to
clutch
do,
भाई तुमको
you know,
थोड़ी
knowing
सी.
PRX tendencies, but
पूरी
I have
तुम्हारी
to be
leak कर
honest,
दूंगा,
Tori,
ठीक है ना?
this
ढेरी
is
तुम्हारी.
quite shocking. I feel like you desperately need to see a timeout now with
गया
PRX.
अगर ये
because
stream पे देखा
the
रहेगा ना
plays
भाई
are
ये
making-
गया.
we felt
क्या
that
ये
too.
stream पे
I
देखा
mean, the
है?
reads are good as well from onside, aren't they? You feel as though they've kind of consistently
अगर ये stream
had
पे
their
देखा है ना
plays in the
भाई,
right places. They
ये
seem to
गया, मैं
have a
बता
good
रहा हूँ, इसकी
understanding of
ढेरी
where
reveal
PRX is
करूंगा.
going to be finishing and stacking that site accordingly. So 5-1 the scoreline right now, and onside almost debatably, I think you could say, are doing it a bit too easy right here. We're just not seeing a whole lot on the board from PRX
भगवान
generally.
प्लीज
Yeah. I mean,
ये
you can,
लोगों
you
को
know,
Yeah,
कड़ी
that's
सी.
इतने
thinking that
जल्दी
was
shirtless stream
like
करोगे
an
नहीं पता
eager
था
round
भाई.
for PRX. You mentioned, you know, we can kind of give them some liberties in some of these rounds, but like, you can only say that for so long.
Yeah.
It's ways too readable. You put a cove right at the mouth of A main, and as onside, like, they just know what to do.
I mean, also the fact that the only round that PRX have won so far has been the ante-bonus, which was the round where onside walked 2 players down and gave Forsaken a double kill, which was essentially a 3v5. So we actually really haven't seen a whole lot from PRX on this attack.
आज
It
भाई
would
आपके सारे
indicate
दोस्तों
to
को
me
भेज
that
दी मैंने.
they're going to be able to win rounds consistently off their own
ताली
bat.
मेरे दोस्तों ने तो देखा है.
Obviously that may change here. Get into round
हम
7
तगड़ा
off
है,
the back
अरे
of the
सालों
timeout. It
बीमार
starts to
हूँ.
feel like these rounds become a little bit more must win, and for PRX info is there, but it's not taken advantage of by onside
two.
until Cloudy
कोई
slides
मैच
through
देखते भाई,
2.
बहुत अच्छा खेल रही है ONG.
Very good trades out from him in the end.
उनका ही पिक है ये.
At the same time, Divide snuck in towards top of A link. And there was a clone that broke a shear wall around A side as well. That keeps onside on their toes for the time being. PRX looking to get the spike delivered over onto B. The dimensional drift might give away the plan, but it's Divide in this lurk position that's so pivotal right now.
It doesn't look like they're going to run into him. It'll be a safe rotate from onside all the way through the defensive spawn instead of trying to cut through the center of the map. Obviously, Divide can still get across nice and quick if he needs to with that TP. So 3-on-3. Onside stealing themselves for this post plan, and that Cosmic Divide is going to get launched on in
3v3.
by onside just to try to
अल्ट है ये सोवा के पास साइड वाले.
इनवी
भाई का round है.
here for onside, but they really are
लेकिन
taking
वो
their
लोग हेवन
time
से बहुत अच्छा फाइट
on
लेते
their
हैं. This
way
flash
in.
is good. This
out
flash
from
is
something,
very
a
good.
one. Ray had no chance,
got
but
traded.
decent
2v2.
trade out from Cloudy.
No time.
3K in
No
the round
time.
so far, and needs a 4th here. Invi for the swing, denies the defuse
Beautiful,
and
Invi,
doubles down
beautiful.
onto Wolverine. Finally, a round on the board here for PRX.
Yeah, looking a little bit cleaner. Just being able to withstand the initial push that onside had. Slowing things down a little bit.
I mean,
as well,
Hotsby,
gives
there
the
is
boys,
nothing to
you
be
know, some
shamed
room to
about. Gym
breathe.
progress दिख रहा
So
है.
able to take down the push players
भाई
around
वो
B
जिम
long.
प्रोग्रेस नहीं है, अभी तो मेरा
भाई,
शरीर
कौन
वो
सी
है
वाली
भाई.
Trying to sneak
क्या
through
उसे
it, even
कहते
as,
हैं?
you know, the site gets simplified. There are less, you know, set plays to worry
सूखा
about.
हुआ
So
है.
just,
मैं और ज्यादा
simple
मसल लॉस
trick of,
कर रहा हूँ
you know,
भाई,
playing
क्योंकि
around the
मैं
corners, taking
4-5
some
दिन
time
से ना
peaks,
प्रोटीन इंटेक
playing
कर रहा हूँ
inside
ना
of
अपना
smokes.
ढंग से
That's
कैलोरीज भी ले
PRX
रहा
some
हूँ
significant
बीमारी
kills.
की वजह से.
Next round up though.
What a shot by
Once again, another
Siesta.
forward hold from onside. Siesta getting that flash help
Siesta.
out from Hermes and opening the account nice and early on in the piece. Hunter's Fury
Oh shit.
should be doing some work. Hermes goes down. Maybe Reservoir. See if that gets punished
What
by
a- oh
PRX.
my God,
Spikes
but Forsaken
moving
got
right
him.
away through that
Forsaken
smoke,
got him.
so
That
they're
was
gonna
so
have to go
quick.
A now.
स्पाइक डाउन हो गया लेकिन
And
4
this
सेकंड के ट्रेड की वजह
force
से.
of positions. It's just a clone.
Bro, this
so
game is
still gonna take
fast.
a bit of time to Divide. Might get pinched.
वो लोग बहुत तैयारी करके आए ऐसा लग रहा है.
Or
Oh,
maybe not.
No, he still might.
Oh, the push through here from Siesta. And from Ray, will eventually get the better of Divide. They definitely didn't want to commit to A. I thought he might get out in time. It's not the case. Now they're going to have to battle for that spike. You do have a bit of a sandwich type situation, though. Something, and Envy are the bread.
1v1. Does he know Envy यहाँ से आएगा?
Ray is fighting back and he gets himself the 3k. Another round for onside. And you know what the best part of the sandwich is, Quack? It's not the bread. It's what's inside. It's the ham.
The patty.
Huh?
The patty, the cheese, the jam.
It's not the
I
bread,
don't know,
it's
I'm not
what's
suggesting
inside.
all these go together, but in this case, in this metaphor, Ray was those things.
It's
Matlab?
true, man. The sandwich bit back. Like,
That's
what do you
exactly
do?
right. The Vegemite. He was the
Hers
Vegemite.
by kick cut title.
Please.
Also sorry for
Ray was
clipping.
the Vegemite.
Yeah, I suppose
Kick का
so.
title change नहीं किया आप भी कर
And
रहे
as a
हो
Frenchman, Alex just does not like the taste of that.
Probably not.
PRX
But yeah, you can see how much value this op is bringing.
Versus
And onside are
ONG.
just
भाई, ये तो
making some offensive
कर दिया।
lines now because they have the confidence to do so.
भाई
Smokes out,
मजबूत
aiming
खेल रहे हैं
cleared, or at
वो लोग
least
शूट
within
कर
their
रहे हैं भाई
control.
कितना
PRX
मतलब दिख के आ रहा है कि उन लोग ने
hungry
बहुत
to try to
मेहनत किया रहेगा
reclaim
ये
that
मैच के लिए
space.
KO फ्लैश के बाद कितना
It's
ब्यूटीफुली
just
ले
like
रहे
a
हैं
battle of resources, and
देगा।
every single time,
Oh, I guess it's
onside
done, bro, for
start off
PRX.
with a bit more than PRX.
Bro today I'm the biggest DRX fan
Yeah.
kRX
I'm the biggest
Loving
T1
the
fan.
proactivity in this defensive half. Convergent paths do go through. Jin going to try to capitalize, but just runs
Hermes
straight
cult
into
नहीं हुआ था।
Hermes. Envy, the only one to claim an entry so
जितना
far. Now
support G2 को
Divide
किया,
getting
उतना ही
involved.
kRX आज sorry T1 को करूँगा।
PRX may just have done enough to bully their way into A.
Spike planted.
good flash
Sure, that's for onside.
That's a good point. I mean, I'm not
Second
sure there's
ult
going to be
है।
enough to hold on
3v3
here for PRX.
Kursigan का ult वापस आ गया खा रहा क्या और
Available, so that may well still come into play. Onside taking their time, aren't they? Very happy to try to clear as many of these lines as they can. Divide, he'd love one with the Sheriff. Typically good for it this time. Might be a round winner if he claims another. There's Ray out of the picture. It's Siesta up against something who just jumps up on top.
he has a dash on
And something's won this
There's a dash
every
on.
day of the
Never
week.
mind.
PRX
bro
themselves
ये
a
Siesta
cheeky
बहुत
round
अच्छा
to
खेल रहा है
keep
वे
the conversation happening.
Looks a bit labored, but they get it done. I mean, a
Genji
bit of
में
a
था वो।
partial buy, and those are the kinds of wins that kind of
शेड्यूल का न्यू ऑप्शन आया किक पे देखा मैंने
bring some
kRX
win
में
under
था।
your sails.
Fiesta Genji में था।
Just being able to burst through the convergent paths.
Fiesta
Not the
Genji में था और रे
cleanest of entries from Jing,
Ray का
and
नहीं
you would
पता।
hope
Ray
to see a
Cloudy का
bit
नहीं
more.
पता।
I
हरमिस kRX वाला है ना
was kind of wondering
हरमिस
where the
kRX में
layering
आया
of
था
utility
Fiesta
was.
Genji में आया था
Boss.
और
But at
वुल्वरीन
the
भी
very
किसी की
least,
एकेडमी
down
में
to some
था
of the traits right at the end, it's something, it's Forsaken. Still being able to thwart Siesta's op, and now that's going to be onside, looking a little bit more broke. So playing against the back foot, and finally we get PRX starting off rounds the way that they would like. It's a high-low right outside A, though, and then maybe a pop flash dash.
Seen that pop flash
Keep
play
it
a
out
couple of
there.
times. PRX lost a player to it
What a
earlier
knife.
on in the half. This time, though,
oh
be
oh
okay.
oh
Oh, something's got to collapse! What?
I don't know.
Where has that come from?
They just lined up.
Well, that'll be one way to
अदरक
take
भाई
the A
थैंक यू फॉर द 100 रुपए अदरक अदरक डाली मैंने चाय में और कर दी मैंने गटा
That's a blue chip stock right there.
थैंक यू अदरक फॉर द 100 रुपए
What
यार
did you
ये
do,
बताओ
apparently?
हर्ष भाई
That is-
को
I mean, I
हर्ष
suppose
भाई
the
को
blue chip
स्पोर्ट
stuff might
जर्सी
not
कहाँ
be
से गिफ्ट की थी
maximum
हर्ष भाई को नहीं हगरे क्लर्च भाई को मैं हर्ष हूँ क्लर्च भाई को गिफ्ट की थी मैंने
tracks.
FPS क्लोथिंग से लेकिन उन लोग ने बंद कर दिया अभी वो सब करना
Wow. This is a rough retake attempt.
अलोड आउट तो पहली बार सोच
Something
रहा हूँ मैं
having
सुन
a bit
रहा
of
हूँ
aim
मैं।
practice. What
What
is
is
he
he
doing?
doing?
What is he
Oh
doing?
my god
He's tried 360 no-scoping him and it's not happened, but somehow he's survived. Well, that certainly was
लग
something.
रहा है ना tier 2 टीम
We
आई है
get Alex Cam.
क्या किया वो
How do we react to that? What's the read? What's
I
the
want to
take?
see the POV replay.
what the
No shot.
हाँ,
Yeah,
Bro,
they just kind
insane.
of unfortunately lined up.
वो डैश पे मार रहा था
Come on.
It's the fact that this is onside's eco, and they start to have
थैंक यू सो मच अदरक फॉर द ह्यूज 100 मेरे भाई
lackadaisical
कोई
fun.
पेपर एक्स वाले मस्ती करने लग
something,
जाएंगे
lighting
तो
up
फिर
the
वो लोग
kill
easy
FPS
game
क्लोथिंग
दिखाएंगे।
करके
We'd
था
love to see more of that.
लेकिन अभी उन्होंने
At what point does this
जर्सीज
get
बंद कर
serious
दिया
for
आप चेक
onside,
कर
right?
लो
They've
अगर
had to
है
lead the
अभी
whole
तो
half. Now PRX slowly feel like they're getting back into it. Another couple rounds
कोई
after
भी
this
वेबसाइट
half,
से
if these
लेने
go
से पहले
6-6,
उनका
I feel
इंस्टाग्राम
like
वगैरह
that's
देखने
danger
का, उधर
territory for Onside.
रिव्यूज
I'd say
वगैरह
it's
देखने का,
here.
अगर ट्रस्ट बन रहा है तो।
Onside starting to play a little bit more default now. Definitely respecting PRX.
जैसे अभी Alt F4 डॉट इन है, वो तो ट्रस्टेड होना ही चाहिए तुम लोगों को, क्योंकि तुम लोगों के सबके फेवरेट यूट्यूबर का है।
One holding the op down middle, just looking for Siesta or anyone else who might be pushing around this position. Then the dimensional drift into A site. PRX still doesn't necessarily have to commit, but if they do, they have the setups for it.
Well, Davai already able to strike
That
onto
wall is bad.
Wolverine.
Oh my,
Space starting to get
Davai.
created over towards A. It's not
भाई
exactly
मारा
what
वो
PRX want though.
अच्छा वो पहले ही मारा।
They're on their way back over towards B, which
Team की तरफ जा रहे हैं।
onside of kind of red.
Still going to be slightly
Upper is
weaker
B.
though. I mean, only a couple players on B site.
Yo,
Oh, but Siesta push
what
forward.
a shot!
Good connection onto something. Maybe this has gotten a little bit too tricky for onside. Let's see if Siesta can claim another one. With that
मजबूत
on push
float
coming
कर रहा ना
through
वो,
from
मर गया।
Forsaken and from Jing, and Envy's been
भून दिया बेचारा, अकेला था।
there with a shock dart, so
What? उसने एक शॉक से किल लिया।
Spike planted.
two
वो लो
players
था
are
क्या
trying to
पहले?
retake it. Ray, with that cosmic available, probably doesn't want to invest it here in a 2v4.
What
You
a
would think it
shot,
should be
Envy.
a little bit too easy for
Envy
PRX to
impact
close
नहीं दे
this
रहा ना ये
round
game
out. And what was a good start
ये
for
जिंग
onside
भाई
is
के हाथ से
now
वेले हटा
slowly starting to slip away.
Happy
It will be
रक्षाबंधन
finished off
आपको,
by
तुमको
Jing.
भी मेरे भाई
5 up
विवान।
now for PRX, and they are mounting a nice comeback in the first
Correct
half.
map prediction दो। If
This is
right,
what
I will
makes this
give
matchup
500.
so
Map
incredibly
prediction.
Fun. I mean, even though, yeah, okay, we're talking about onside, maybe
ये
challenger
मैप
team.
PRX
They
जीतेगी।
have the courage to make some of these plays. Now they're starting to fall back against that a
6-5
bit
है,
because of
ये 6
PRX
all
and the
half होगा।
aggression that they're starting to
फिर
bring
उसके
forth.
बाद में
Just
8-13
being able
PRX
to
जीतेगी।
kind of work with two banks. They used alts to sell a bit of a fake around a site. Davai lurking with an op aggressively up
देखा मैंने
middle.
uncurious
Gives
वो
PRX
reel
still
तेरा।
more options
जिसका
to push
आवाज
back
बाहर
into
है वो
B.
ना।
They still had utility. You know, shock darts and everything to attack back site.
मिड पे फाइट ले
Works
रही है
out really
ONG।
neatly now, and it's going to be onside with a bit more of a half purchase to try to hold this off. But you can tell they're starting to play a little bit more concerned now, and Davai's able to disrespect that space. He's into vents again.
Yeah, he's just been lurking this position.
Oh,
Half,
something.
and now
Wow.
something able to
Ice cold, bro.
calibrate
Ice
onto
cold.
Wolverine. That will
एक
open
और
the
मिड
B
पुश
side
किया है,
up.
दवाई might pick him off easy.
Davai again, meanwhile, just continuing to
Wow.
put in that good work. And
Wow.
this round has fallen
They are
to
losing
bits
fights
for
back to back
onside.
on
They
mid,
don't
chat.
even get a chance to play it.
It's all.
Spike planted.
Just playing quite reactive.
आपको शिनचैन
Everything
वाली
that
राखी नहीं थी
PRX is
पोटैटो दाई ने?
throwing at them now.
भाई कितनी
Of course, at
प्यारी
the
राखी
same
दी है
time,
पोटैटो
it's
दाई ने,
like-
देखो।
You don't play this map.
पोटैटो
that
दाई है ना,
often.
मैं यार
Either
पोटैटो दाई को है ना
onside or
हमेशा यार
PRX.
वही समझता हूँ कि ये
Couldn't quite
बेकार
do
सी
too
है,
much
ये
for
थोड़ी
that
सी
team
है ना,
against
है
Scope,
दिमाग
but
से
now
थोड़ी
just a
सी,
couple players
इनके
left.
पास दिमाग सा नहीं है भाई,
PRX
थोड़ा सा है ना
every single
वैसी है।
advantage in the
लेकिन
world. It would be hilarious if they started
Oh my
to
God.
throw in the round, but there we go, the bandit kill at the
अचानक
end.
कभी-कभी ऐसी चीजें
So
कर देती है,
6-6,
ऐसा लगता है नहीं यार थोड़ी सी तो
upholding
अच्छी
their
है।
end of the bargain in the end.
आंध्र में सी
You
आंध्र
look
में
at that
सी
start and you think, okay, well, it was what, a 6-2 lead at one point for onside. They have certainly
Thank you, Adark
missed
Bhai,
a
for the
really big
sponsor from the
opportunity
Power
here.
Gang.
You're not going to get that chance against a team like PRX, certainly not in an elimination game all that often, and being unable to capitalize on that and push it through to something like an 8-4 or maybe even better. I wonder if, you know, that's their chance at maybe this map and potentially even this series also now going begging,
दूसरे राउंड में
because
4 सेकंड में
how
लाइव
often
करने
do
जा रहे थे यार, जस्ट
you
सिंगर्स
really
में
get that opportunity against a team like PRX? I have to hazard a guess, not very.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with everything you're saying. I mean, you really have to consider the fact that this Abyss
उनको
is
gift दे दो कुछ।
Onside's, I guess, best bet. in
थोड़ा
this
लेट
map.
जाएगा
You know,
उनका
Ascent
gift, लेकिन
didn't
जाएगा।
do too well against Sharper, was like 13-2. PRX Ascent still pretty strong, especially if something's still on that Euro. A lot of tricky plays.
वैसे तू
But if you
चॉकलेट
think
का
about
क्या
this
करेगा,
map
तू तो
alone,
डैड पे।
You
घर में
might
भाई
think,
मेरे बहुत
or you
जन
might
हैं।
say you don't really blame Onside for some of the plays and calls that they were making on that defense, but we're talking about needing to qualify to chance. We're talking about needing to make a deep
ये वाले मैच के बाद दिखा दो।
run. And to do that, they cannot be making reactive, you know, just stock standard plays. Yes, it's tough to read PRX when, you know, it's this sort of a scoreline in this this juncture in the map.
Arman, thank you for the 5
But
months.
if you're able to be that kind of championship quality team and instantly recognize, okay, Davai is continuously lurking
Aj-
around middle, he's playing around vents, let's get a pinch on around that.
आज I want to
And
stream
then
EMEA
that's
so
what
bad
just might give
क्योंकि
Onside
EMEA में
the boost
बहुत
that
अच्छे
they're
matches
looking
है।
for. But they were a little
लेकिन
bit slow to that catch. You know, they
रक्षाबंधन है
start to recognize
तो
it, but you don't see
gotta
that
give
sort of
family
like,
time.
confidence for them to push straight through the vents, take the kills in. So we'll see how this attack side half goes for them. They definitely still have the potential to make it through. Full
certainly.
5.
See how this pistol goes. That'll be the important piece of the puzzle to start to get that momentum flowing again for onside. Will be kept at bay for the moment. Wall just slowing things down, but
अरे मारे रे सो गया दवाई सब हुआ दवाई सो गया दवाई लेके
for Jing. Let's try and back in with one. It's still not going to be enough to hold on to the site there for PRX. They've got numbers here though, and they are unable
What
to
a
use them.
shot,
Siesta
Siesta.
for the double.
क्या player है भाई ये
Another pistol may well go the way of onside, and once again, it's down to something to try to close out a 1v4, which you'd think is a pretty tough ask.
Especially when there's smokes and when he's
Wow.
getting surrounded and little straight shots from Siesta as well. That was
आज kRX जीतेगा तो G का चैंप स्लॉट कंफर्म है क्या 100% क्योंकि
beautiful execute.
Yeah, game back
T1
on.
अगर हारती है तो T1 आउट हो जाएगी
Was never off.
और T1 के पास
6, but kind of felt
कोई
like some of
placement
that
points नहीं
momentum
आएंगे।
going the way of PRX might be a little
लेकिन
bit
अगर
too much to overcome for
G
onside,
already
but now
top
with the
3 में
pistol under their belt,
तो
once
G
again, they're
के
gonna start to trouble
at least
PRX
5
early on in this half.
चैंपियन पॉइंट्स कंफर्म है एक सेकंड T1 के 14 पॉइंट्स है
A
क्या
little bit at how some of the high tides are positioned, because there was a little gap towards, you know, like bridge, I think, on A site, and at the same time it's
13 है
just like a recon and a peek out from heaven.
13 ना T1 के हाँ तो
PRX still
अगर
lose
G
their heads there.
थर्ड पोजीशन भी फिनिश करती है तो शायद उनको 5 पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे which makes their points 14 and they'll qualify.
Slow in the second round as well.
We got to be careful. Devi's got that sheriff in hand.
We do like the Vi lurks.
Oh, I
अगले
don't know
अगले
about
अगले अगले
that.
अगले
Oh goodness.
दो मार दिया Wolverine,
He's
3 मार
certainly
दिया
enjoying it. So no harm, no foul here for onside.
One enemy remaining. There.
Maybe Jing can get one of the
पेपर इस ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाई हुई है दोस्तों उन लोग अगर ये पूरा स्टेज खेलती नहीं ना तो भी क्वालिफाई हो
to
गई
get excited about. Cloudy will finish it off.
ओए चगावत
onside
अदरक
up 8-6. They do
बंदर क्या जाने अदरक का स्वाद
customary
निकेले ले 5 gifted holy shit in my pants bro
Although we'll see if they can get that bonus
thank you
round going.
so much
It's
thank you so much अदरक भाई for the 5 freaking
Marshall,
gifteds
couple of other
love
guys,
you
I think
यार
They can always get the upgrades.
W
too.
अदरक भाई
The fact that the one that Jing got was, I think, yeah, Hermie is just a ghost player.
벤티또야 벤티또.
보스예요.
What are you all doing? Come on, boys.
I mean, he's not. He ain't wrong. You know, they're playing kind of not their usual selves. We'll
thank you
see,
so much
though.
everybody thank you so
It's
much thank you
PRX
so much
defense. And
Means
the
a
players
lot.
that you want to watch out for are, well, I guess right now, Devi with some of the lurks that he's had, but also something as the Yoru. Not very far forward now, though. It's
Fire round,
just Jing, and he's been smoked off.
Yeah. Once again, that A site going to be tested.
सिएस्टा भाई घुस के डायरेक्ट ऊपर चढ़ जा रहे हैं ना गोटेड प्लेयर है थोड़े से
Not really too much of a defense being shown.
Jamapur,
Okay,
Jamapur.
Jing gets the freebie, the free 2K. Overlooked.
ले फ्लैश
Punishes
ले
for
स्लो
it. That just
क्या
falls
बात
apart
है?
now for onside. Cloudy is fighting
क्या
for
बात
his
है,
life,
क्या
but
बात
there's
है,
no life
बढ़िया।
to be had. Ray, the last
थोड़ा-
one standing.
थोड़ा
One
अंडरपैंट
into
कर दिए ना
Envy.
ONG वाले
Whips out the sheriff. A 1v4 is required. It's down to a 1v3 now, but I don't think he's got much of a chance with the weapons that he's got in tow and the setup as well that PRX have got. I mean, how
क्या
can you
कर रहा है
possibly
हिमांग
even
क्यों
think
स्पैम
about
कर रहा है
getting
ये
a spike?
+61 वाला क्या लिख रहा है
Should not happen.
He will need an absolute miracle.
He would need PRX to feed into him, to be
Yeah.
honest.
आज अमेरिका में बहुत ही अच्छे मैचेस हैं
Might get
हाँ
one
क्या
more if he's lucky. You know, nice good shot, but the trade should
30
be
seconds
immediate.
left.
भाई कल मैं सोचा अमेरिकाज
Yeah,
देखूं लेकिन है ना बारसा का मैच देखते देखते ना
Such a
फिर रात
strong
में
crossfire,
मेरे को
but-
ठीक सा नहीं लग रहा था तो मैं बोला भाई
He's isolated these
हो
fights
जाते
nicely.
चुपचाप।
Hold on a second. This could be doable.
भाई
if
निकाल लेता भाई क्या
he was
मस्त
able
मूव
to
किया
hit
था
his
वो
shots there onto Devi, then I think there was certainly something on offer, but not to be. PRX
ओए
will claim
शपथ बंदर का
themselves their
जाने
seventh
अदरक का
round
स्वाद
and
with another 5
underway
gifted
into that second half.
It's what you love, and both love
holy
and
shit
kind
in my
of-
pants
I don't want to say hate. It's what you dislike about PRX. They just can't sit
thank
still.
you so much
3v1, they can't sit
for the
still.
10 total
They
gifted
knew where he was as well because they
yo
got the info.
Yeah.
Ah,
But
scary
it's
though.
fine, you know, just being able to withstand that. Jing, it's twice now that we've seen those kinds of doubles where it's, you know, the opponents line up for him.
thank you so much मेरे भाई thank you so much
Purchase up. We're following the script so far.
Yeah. We'll have to see what the script says for onside right now as we get to listen in and hear how they go through this round.
Okay.
다시 한번 붙게요, 오늘. 드론.
이거 오른쪽 클리어하고 나 이쪽 스모크 하나 던져봐. 지원아.
ये लोग वापस एपी घुसे और ये बार हेवन वॉल डाल दिए देखो
기다 아이고.
और एक फ्लैंक होल्ड कर रहा है क्लासिक एस्ट्रा गेम प्ले
가자. 빠질게.
पोस्टर पूरा स्पॉन खेलता है भाई
한번 더 할게 시원아.
पोस्टर की अभी इसकी याद आ गई यार
팀 맞는 거 조심. 하나 더 조심. 지금 king 하나 더.
वाओ
시잖아요.
피치 하나 저 뒤에.
Enemy remaining.
beautiful round by
And
ONG
that's just how the match.
beautiful round by
I can't
ONG
believe that that's what happened. I mean, the execute, sure, but PRX's whole thing was pushing down middle and getting that kind of a flank going through. And then it's just one little box, one little corner that they kind of neglect, and it shows
ऐसा क्या ही मांग भाई?
like that's Abyss. You just haven't really kind of
Gamer
had
bhai,
enough
hello.
experience on it.
Yeah. You have to clear your corners.
stop spamming Himang
We'll get another
bhai
timeout here.
thank you
No
so
doubt
much
it's gonna be
for the
from
10
PRX.
gifted
Alex has got
Adrak
some
bhai
words for the
last
team.
time
This
out
is starting to now get a little bit worrisome. Onside 4 rounds away from closing this map out. PRX, they showed a
टेंशन में
nice
आ गई क्या लिक्सू
sort of spurt of momentum. Start at the end of that second half, at the end of the first half, I should say. Goodness, they're going to want to do it again here at the back end of the second half if they are able to close this map out. And right now, jury's out as to whether or not that's going to happen. Although I will say that the string of rounds did come off the back of a timeout.
Mr. Gamer hello
That's true too. And that's also when
Ashwai.
PRX started to command some of these rounds
कैसी
with
है आपकी
their
तबीयत
own
यार?
plays. Just
doing good bro
divide with the lurks.
How was
and
your
not just
good
being
morning,
able
bro?
to kind of
It was
read
good,
the
bro.
fact that onside were pushing
I
against
slept
them.
well
Wow.
Onto the defense
That's
though,
nice.
I mean onside
Are
has
you
shown
watching
that
America
they have some
tonight?
strong executes
I
that
hope.
PRX at times
EMEA?
aren't able to deal with.
EMEA रक्षाबंधन जा रहा हूँ यार मेरे को EMEA आज banger है यार
Same यार, same.
But what you really want to look out for, as I say,
मैं
is
दूसरा गेम
is you
देखूंगा.
have this double duel. We need to see
दूसरा ही अच्छा है ना
something, especially
TL
John,
Fireflux है ना
do something, get
हाँ,
some
TL
open
Fireflux.
picks.
bro what a
Try to do
freaking
that
game
early,
bro
man.
Barcelona में
That
game है.
translates into
Oh, shit.
information. It's Defiant Forsaken.
There's nothing required at the moment. Util goes up and onside happy to just take the orb. Slow this round down a little bit.
Just bait out some of the smokes.
देखता हूँ भाई अगर जल्दी आ पाया तो आ जाऊंगा
Jing. It's tricky. We can hear Alex yelling for sure. For good reason too. I mean, just a bit of space given up on the map. They're not really holding on to the A main control that they had earlier on. So there's just not a lot of information
भाई ये लोग
right
वापस
now
भी
for
में ना आ रहे भाई
PRX.
heavy read
They're going to look for some in middle. Pop flash lined up there for something. Don't see
They saw
anything.
no one on
Feels
mid,
a lot of
so
this
now
round
they are
really
coming
does
back
have John
B.
Jing. He's got the ulti,
heavy read तो कर रही भाई PRX
but he's on the wrong side of the map to have any impact with it. So
It's also Ray with the outlaw. Like I say, like they just can't sit still. The 0 points hitting them now.
Hunter's Fury coming through as well. No connection initially. PRX. A little bit of wiggle room there, but Hermes just strikes down 3. 4 seconds goes one better.
3K by
Not
4
quite,
seconds.
but
They do
he did
have
it with
good
a
ults.
pistol, so I'll give
4
it to
seconds
him.
should pop one.
2 on 2. We're back again. Forsaken out of nowhere. That is unreal.
10 seconds left.
Forget Jing. It's all about Forsaken with the Sheriff. We're going to get that plant down now as well. Reckoning goes through, and that's the end of that. PRX will take the round onside. I mean, that's not even a fumble. That's just pure brilliance from Forsaken.
Thrifty.
Oh my
Play
god!
that again. Play that for Forsaken's POV again. You just can't. There's no way to play around this. Look at that. This is. We had like a clip with Monyet and Killua, 4K
One
for
bullet.
4K. This is Forsaken
Oh,
going from that to a
shit.
full clutch with Jing
Oh
on
भाई
the
thank you
other
for the huge
side.
50 rupees on Google Pay. कैसे हो
Look at
भाई मैं तो बढ़िया हूँ.
That trumps every
अरे
other
love you
thing
रे
that
भाई
was
भाई
About
मैं भी
7
एकदम बढ़िया
flicks of
हूँ
the
यार
week in
अभी.
that round.
Thank you so much for the 50. अदरक भाई 200 रुपए के लिए धन्यवाद. Thank you so much for the huge 200 अदरक.
Well, onside still have the lead. But maybe for not much longer, something's able to strike in onto Hermes, the B side.
किक वालों की
Is
चड्डी
open.
फट रही रहेंगी. ओए
Onside
एक
looking to
सेकंड.
move in.
एक सेकंड prediction
Fine,
11
keeping
rounds का.
PRX at bay for now.
पहला
For
वाला
some reason,
prediction कौन जीता?
Siesta has been picked off there
पहला
as
पहला
well.
prediction कौन जीता? चैट 8 rounds किसको मिले थे पहले? ONG को ही मिले.
Not looking good. For onside, but they try to hold on to this side. PRX are not messing about. They're working their way forward already.
क्या
Just
बात
no
है?
answers to be had here for
Yo.
onside. Ray has to try to hold it down himself.
ओए ओए
Is that
ओए
caught up, but can't deal with it. Davai will finish it
मेरा
off.
नाम भी
kRX.
हर्ष है.
Well,
I
that
really
defuse
respect you
and
for the
back in
work you
for
are
a
doing.
9-9.
Whenever I feel sad, I play your
I'm
stream.
chuckling and
Keep up the
giggling
work.
because
Love you.
it's
Love you.
just like
Treat है अदरक भाई.
PRX.
Thank you so
Everybody's
much
watching
for the
it sometimes.
donche.
It
Thank you for the
sits on top
10
of the
gifted.
spike
Thank you for all the donations,
Yeah, it
मेरे
kinda
भाई.
gives away a little
Harsh to
skill,
Harsh,
but
chummi into the
nonetheless,
gummi.
I mean, the whole team being able to play around that, you love to see a bit of
Love you.
discipline being exercised, forsaken, you know.
हर्ष नाम के लोग अच्छे रहते
Just
दोस्तों.
knowing he spots the cosmic divide, doesn't really have to play too far forward by himself. And that's what you need to see from the team sometimes. Just not overheating too much. They had the numbers advantage with the initial op kill from something. So starting
Timeout
to
आ गया
build up
पहला
more
इनका.
rounds like that, you know, we're tied up now with PRX and onside, and this can definitely go a bit further too. For the next round, though, onside gonna be a bit more baroque for worse.
9
That
all
could
is the
be
score
where things
line.
Start to flip
ये
around.
क्या रे?
Yeah.
एक का दिल भरा हुआ है,
Hard
एक
to
का दिल
say.
खाली है. ऐसा क्यों? पेन खत्म हो
And
गया.
that's the thing. We're thinking about
दोनों ने
onside
same रखा
and
लिखा
their
है क्योंकि.
story so far
Ay,
from
bawa!
players, from challengers
Siesta
up to
supporter.
this point. Siesta, there's like so much said about him online, on our desk, on the Korean desk even.
Harsh to Harsh chummi.
And then we've
Yep.
seen some plays
Harsh
from
to Harsh
Wolverine,
chummi,
right?
bro.
Maybe even Hermes as well. We need to see, like, if Forsaken's pulling off insane
Really?
shots like that, and we haven't really seen too much of that from onside, you know, you're just not matching the kind of Kachao-esque form up in EMEA.
Like the stream if you're new,
It's
guys.
gonna be
Subscribe
tough
to the
make a
channel
world
too.
record run
आप लोग kick
without
पे भी
some of
stream कर रहे हैं.
those
Pin message
magical
मिलेंगे kick
plays.
का.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
100%. Like I said, you know, a bit of a missed opportunity maybe for onside to get a little bit more out of that first half as well. If they had
17-12
an
चल रहा है
8-4
भाई
lead,
CS
even a
का.
7-5 lead, you'd still be out in front right now. But because they only got that 6-6, things have equalized again up at 9-9, and in this high pressure moment, you think PRX
साप्तौला जीएसटा नहीं रे. इको राउंड है क्या ओपनिंग निकाली है.
Siesta though has
To one
other
side.
ideas. He goes straight
mind.
into Envy spam
Ay,
and
ay, ay,
Davai's
ay,
there
ay,
as
spam
well.
में मार
Oh,
दिए.
they're
Spam में
locking
खत्म.
it down.
Spam
The
में
A
खत्म
side
कर
is
दिए.
closed.
पूरा
And
round खत्म कर दिए
PRX
spray
have
में.
the lead for the first time in the series.
Alright, that's it. Shop's closed. Come again another day.
Maybe map's closed here as well. Abyss looks like it's about to get shut down by PRX.
Especially if the next round does not get picked up by onside. But this was such a great opening pickup, though. And it just comes down to a bit of spacing. They had the null command popped, but because there was no like blind or anything tossed in front, just to dive into the cloud burst, they did not expect PRX to already be in position on the front. It's tough, but that's
V Crash
kind
भाई ने
of
40 रुपए दिया और लिखा है हर्ष भाई थैंक्स फॉर द फैन सर्विस. पंप तो है. मतलब
Start things off a little bit more slow this time around, force PRX to sweat.
थैंक्स फॉर
It's
द
just a Vi to anchor A.
फैन सर्विस पंप तो है. मतलब थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 40 रुपीस V Crash भाई.
It's not going to keep onside at bay though. Same idea. Siesta straight into his own cloud burst, but again, Genius
फिर भाई
there.
सही घुसा बे वो.
Waiting for him. Siesta out of the
इसको
picture early
दे.
on in the piece. They have provided themselves
ये
a
क्या
little
smoke
bit
दिया
of
बे,
space, but
Harbor?
there's also a lot to work with for PRX, and just dancing around this Jing,
Oh,
doing
wow.
everything that's needed.
Oh,
Envy
wow.
will finish it.
Bro,
PRX
one
up to
side.
11, and they are doing it on easy mode on the defense.
Starting to look like it. I mean, onside just throwing more stuff at A side and C's, just trying to see what sticks. But in this case, without much legwork done, you know, the side's not really fully scouted out. It's the same sort of execute with the dive in. This time around, they did have the arc rose, but
बट
it's
W कंट्रोल
off to the
स्मूथ था
right
वो.
side, which does kind of get blocked with the cloud burst. So if PRX is in the right position, and in that case, you know, they were. It just
Yeah, prediction.
doesn't hurt them at all. They're still able to react as soon as the
पृथ्वी भाई ने
cloud
10
burst
रुपए दिया है गूगल पे
disappears.
और
So
लिखा
it's
है
tough
हेलो
for
भाई मैं
onside.
आपका
They
बहुत
need to
पुराना
kind of
फैन हूँ. लव योर
retool
वीडियोस.
their
अरे लव यू
plays and
टू यार
executes.
पृथ्वी
I
भाई.
think you
Keep
don't go
watching
in
मेरे भाई.
again.
चुम्मी टू योर गुम्मी. चुम्मी टू योर गुम्मी. लव यू.
Yeah, maybe not.
पीयूष भाई ने 11 रुपए दिया और लिखा है लव यू हर्ष बाबू. ओनली फैंस ले लिया मैंने आज आपका फाइनली. मस्त दिख रहा तू.
2-3 rounds ago that we got the first one here from onside, so you can really tell that they're starting to feel that pressure that PRX is building.
इनके कोच का नाम हाइप है हर्ष भाई.
They are the Korean challengers team to make it through, playing in Sangam like one of our last couple of days here, where Pacific started.
The turnout's pretty good for them.
It is, but you know, looking around the same, it's more turnouts for PRX, but maybe, you know, it's debatable. But like that, they could be feeling some of these things as well, and pressure too. But like, you just gotta believe, you know, the only challengers team that we have left, they've trumped every other team. They've beaten full sense. They certainly have a lot of potential. I mean, look at the parity of kills that they've got. Still with Siesta, but starting to run a bit dry in economy, and it's something on the op that they need to watch out for.
Oh, and he's just not going to miss shots like that. Ray's out of the picture early on in the piece. He's back straight in for another one of the Wolverine. Eventually traded down, but
दोनों shot क्या बिल्ला मारा.
to do.
Jing.
The port across, and more Jing's taken out by Cloudy.
Uh-oh.
Still the big side is the point of contention, and somehow Siesta is just going to go wandering into no man's land, and that's a free couple of kills for PRX. That might just be the round.
खत्म कर दिए बे गेम. मैंने 8-13 बोला था, 9-13 हो रहा है.
We'll need something special to win this one with multiple players looking in his direction.
He gets one kill, somehow conjures up a storm with Hunter's Fury. I don't know, shock darts. Devi is low.
Devi's low, yeah. Oh, steps being made though. Devi's heard that and commed that to the rest of the team. So the swing will come through, and PRX will claim 12. I think at one point, this looked like a map that Onside could win and could win cleanly as well.
But it was nothing but a chance. They had to have done it when PRX were.
साइकनन भाई ने 100 रुपए दिया है सुपर चैट पे और लिखा है if you were in Alvarez's situation, what would you do? Knowing his situation at Atletico Madrid and no Barca contract, even if it's his dream club.
Still can't shake that off my mind.
जो वो कर रहा है भाई.
खराब ही खेली थी ना.
वो उसका वो अपसेट है और वो दिखा रहा है वो अपसेट है. वो ना ट्रेनिंग अटेंड कर रहा है मैच के बाद में डायरेक्ट ड्रेसिंग रूम जा रहा है.
At the moment, isn't he? It's another opening kill from something. Siesta has managed to claim control of the site, so Spike will pivot across as well. But Jing spotting out Cloudy, looks to try to take that fight forward, and that's a mistake again. Cloudy gets the better of Jing instantly.
Happy Rakshabandhan
as well to try to delay PRX in on this retake, and so far
मस्त.
the hold is looking pretty good. It's 3 players remaining here for PRX that they need to use to work to try to make their way back into this site. Devi picked up initially, so just Forsaken and something to try to scrounge it together, but it does not look like PRX are going to find the win here.
No, not at all. They might have to lead, and they could even close out this map, but you have to be honest.
Thank you for the huge 100, साइकनन भाई.
Fully quite right. Like this is.
सभ्य भाई ने 10 रुपए दिया और लिखा है हेलो भाई कैसे हो मैं मस्त हूँ सभ्य भाई आप बताओ. आशीष भाई with the 30 month support. Thank you so much आशीष भाई for the 30 months. अश्विन भाई ने 10 रुपए दिया और लिखा है मैंने सुना कि आपकी वीडियो OF में आ गई सच है क्या. वंगला भाई thank you for the 20 rupees on Google Pay. How's health gaming? How's health gaming होगी क्या आज? आज गेमिंग तो नहीं होगी मंगाला भाई क्योंकि रक्षाबंधन के लिए जाना है. हेल्थ बहुत बढ़िया है अभी. अभी भी फिर भी गेमिंग तो नहीं करूंगा मैं. कल कर सकते हैं.
Why don't you listen, JJ?
Yeah. See ya. Why don't you listen? It's like you're just running into them one by one.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for how the next rounds go, though. I mean, something still has the op, and he's got a lot of information now.
Oh, quick play in here from Siesta, hoping that someone's going to try to join him in that curve. It's not going to happen,
ऊपर एक नीचे
initially open the account on
Siesta भाई थोड़े ज़्यादा फ्री हो गए.
They're doubled up on the side. Jing.
2-4 Jing gets one big kill. अबे पीछे से आ गए उनके.
Oh shit. Seem to be too much of an issue for Onside.
Oh shit.
Because they're still fragging. That's the second time. Spike in hand now for Wolverine and something coming across.
जिंग ने उसका अल्ट कमिट कर दिया था ये राउंड में लेकिन उसको रैप कर दिए.
The angles.
Potentially going to be cut off as well by that smoke, but that also gives him a bit of room to work out. Ray's going to watch it. 11 on the board Onside, hunting.
Adar bhai ne 40 रुपए दिया और लिखा है if anyone wants to connect IG Oracle of Delphos.
Any breathing exercises?
क्या चीज के लिए अदर भाई? Thank you so much for the 40 rupees. पीयूष भाई ने 11 रुपए दिया और लिखा है दिल से बोल रहा हूँ.
Look at this.
Why लग रहा है? Why लग रहा है? Don't need to be embarrassed about that event.
Dives behind, but
thank you for the 11, bro. Abrar bhai, thank you for the huge 34 month support. Love you.
What are you doing, JJ? Holy shit!
हाँ बे अल्ट और थोड़ा सा horrendous तो था जिंग का.
Twitter afterwards.
Why they going back? B इतना easy work कर रहा था.
5 on 5. We're back in.
B पे ऑफ तो लगी है वैसे.
Regulation, and it's the same approach for
और
onside.
A
They
पे
go
कोई नहीं है
quickly
बे.
into the A site, which is completely
Brilliant call
undefended
to go
by
A.
PRX. Smoke out on top of site. It's really not going to be enough to allow PRX back on out. They'll drop a high tide there as well, but Jing down early on in the piece. Forsaken is able to find a crucial kill onto Siesta. Wolverine up close and personal, trying to go up the rope. It was a leg shot that came through there from something, but still finished off by Divide. Hermes for the double. And PRX might be staring down the barrel of an overtime here, having to make it happen as a duo. Divide pushing his way forward alone. Needs both.
Big. 1v2.
And now something on that side, tapping that bomb. Trying to draw out the peak here from Hermes, who is waiting until Davai is right there. And PRX, by the skin of their teeth, will take map 1. I wouldn't want to be sitting back there waiting to hear from the coach, I will be honest, but a win's a win.
A win definitely is one. It makes it so close, but
ऑलमोस्ट गया था गेम पर.
जी पूरी टीम को जी एलेक्स भाई बुला रहे हैं पूरी टीम को. जी डंडा लाने बोले साथ में एक बड़ा वाला. हाँ नहीं पता नहीं क्यों बस बोले आने के लिए जल्दी आइए.
now like sometimes Jing feels like he's 1 in a million, but here he's 1 out of 5. He's part of this PRX team and he needs to play like it. We'll see though. I mean, for now, this was just the first map, and we still have a set on the next. We're gonna.
सभ्य भाई ने 10 रुपए दिया है गूगल पे और लिखा है भाई can we queue competitive together? I am ascendant 2 right now. I only play with immortals bro. Sorry सभ्य. Killing it. किसी दिन सभ्य भाई. जिस दिन 5 man match slot रहेगा. Thank you for the 10.
What is happening through your mind right now?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's curveballs. I don't think we're very good at this. So like anything anyone does on us is like something new to us, you know. So like it's just we just have to take it as it comes.
Win's a win. And now moving on to Ascent. Do you think it's going to pan out the same, or what do you want to tell the boys?
It's probably going to be the same, man. It's going to be messy. But I think if we get through this game, we'll figure it out.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. Thank you, Alex.
अगला मैप क्या है? अगला मैप क्या है? आशीष भाई ने 40 रुपए दिया है और पूछा है वाइपर ने राखी बांधी क्या? वाइपर क्यों बांधेगी राखी? बेशरम इंसान. वाइपर मुझे राखी क्यों बांधेगी? वो तो चेंबर को बांधती है बोली.
भाई कैसे हो?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing really good.
कोई नई खबर हर्ष भाई?
नई खबर कुछ नहीं भाई.
कुछ नहीं.
टटी कहाँ अभी? चैटअप रिव्यू भाई मैंने मेंबरशिप ली और मैं पूछा हूं अगर नोंगशिम और पेपरएक्स आगे जाती है जीत के तो जी का चैंप्स पक्का नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं है कुछ. अगर देखो स्लॉट्स हर लीग की ऐसी है कि जो करंट स्टेज 2 में टॉप 2 टीम्स रहेंगी ना वो क्वालिफाई हो जाएंगी और स्टैंडिंग्स वाइज लीग में टॉप 2 टीम्स रहेंगी वो क्वालिफाई हो जाएंगी. अगर पेपरएक्स और नोंगशिम टॉप 2 टीम्स है इस स्टेज में भी और अगर पॉइंट्स में भी तो वो लोग स्टेज वाला कंसिडर होएगा उनका ऑब्वियसली बराबर. तो वो नीचे के 2 टीम्स को प्रायोरिटी मिलेगी. समझ रहे हो क्या बोल रहा हूं? तो T1 अगर हारती है तो जी क्वालिफाई हो जाएगी. रेट माय चैटअप ओ ये कल देखे अपन. हर्ष भाई चॅटअप कैसा वाटतोय? न्यू केलाय आता जस्ट स्ट्रीम बंद केली आता तुझी बघतोय. वाव वाह. ऐसे सब वॉलपेपर रखते तुम लोग को घर वाले मारती वीरते नहीं है क्या? नाइस चैटअप. ये ट्रॉफी का है ब्रो? गुड चैटअप. नाइस. गेस नहीं करा. Guess the rank? Gold. Max to max gold. Good setup, but gold. Was close. Guess my country and rank. Wow. How can I guess your country, bro? Multiple desktop taps. वो तुम लोग ने एक्सटेंडेड ट्रेलर देखा क्या? मजबूत है ना भाई? क्या क्या भाई वो चेस सीन क्या गोटेड है वे. कौन से गाँव का है चैट ये? वेपोरअप पे ऐसा मात्रा क्यों है इसके? फ्रांस में ऐसा होता ना? कुछ कौन से गाँव का है ये?
भाई अगर किसी दोनों मैच हार गई अपने, आज वाला भी और लोअर ब्रैकेट फाइनल भी, तो हेरिटिक्स क्वालिफाई हो जाएगी.
बट ऐसा हो थोड़ी ना होगा भाई.
हाँ
ऐसा थोड़ी ना होगा लेकिन.
क्यों? सोचो भाई, किसी का मैच फुट के साथ है और
हाँ.
फिर नेक्स्ट मैच उनका लिक्विड के साथ हो सकता है. अगर लिक्विड आज फायरफ्लेक्स को हराई तो, जो कि हो सकता है पॉसिबली.
लिक्विड फायरफ्लेक्स को हराई तो वो थोड़ी ना लोअर्स में है भाई.
भाई लिक्विड लोअर में है.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
लिक्विड फायरफ्लेक्स लोअर ब्रैकेट राउंड 3 है.
अच्छा वो लोग प्लेन्स. एक सेकंड. नहीं
लिक्विड हारी थी, फुट से हारी, और फिर उसके बाद एंटरप्राइज से, एंटरप्राइज बोल रहा हूँ, हाँ फुट से हारी, और फिर उसके बाद लोअर
एंटरप्राइज से जीती. अच्छा हाँ हाँ.
फिर वो दोनों चैलेंजर्स की टीम को हरा के यहाँ पे आई है.
मैं आपको एक चीज बता दूं क्लच भाई, मुझे ना शिशी लगी है.
तो कर लो
यार. मैं आज सुबह क्यों नहीं गया हूँ पता नहीं. चल मैं शिशी करके आता हूँ, तभी पहले इसका रैंक देखते. करंट कंट्री सॉरी. ये कहाँ आया बे? और इसका रैंक है गोल्ड. फ्लैट है ये सब, गोल्ड ही बोल रहा हूँ. चल मैं शिशी करके आता हूँ. आज सुबह गया नहीं था.
crime there in that first half,
I'll be
to be
back
honest
in a
with how
bit.
it was going. PRX salvaged that. It was that second half that really became the problem for them in my mind.
I mean, the defense game plan was phenomenal. Loved
By the way,
everything that we saw there from
give me-
onside.
give
A
me
good game from
1-2
Siesta
minutes.
on the
I'll be
jet.
back.
This is a guy, I mean, we
Chat
know
me,
he
okay?
can play the jet, but this is like his second official on jet in his career. He's got like 47 games of Neon or something like that, and then like 2 of some of the other duelers, Phoenix Jet and things like that. So he's only really fleshing out his Asian pool now in some of these officials here. But yeah, I thought it was fantastic. I thought that he was really the commanding presence in terms of the operator in the server. And there you go, 44 games. This is his career so far, 44 games of Neon. Oh, that's kind of ridiculous.
No, yeah, it absolutely is. And I think like this is where you know the sort of inexperience of a team like Onside Gaming comes in, right? Of course, you have this high stakes matchup. You have a team that has pretty much seen every single kind of play style at this point, and you have players that just haven't been able to flex around that much or really gain enough experience to be able to stand up against them. And on the side of PRX also, I feel like there's almost too much experience on their side. There's almost things that they're forgetting, and I'm starting to understand what Alex was saying about how like, yeah, we win, but we're missing some steps in between, because I feel like that map, it was very evident that there were some things that they weren't doing properly.
I mean, that is the contrast of this series. For PRX, they've been through so much that now we're starting to get into trauma territory. For Onside, I mean, that might be a little bit of trauma, that last map. I think they're going to feel like we could have won that map. They might watch this VOD back. Oh, guys, remember the time that I played PRX? Oh, we could have definitely won a biz. If only we didn't get thriftied multiple times.
They should have won a biz. That's what's so irritating about it. And now they have to play Ascent. I worried that they needed that map in the series.
I think they did.
This is moving on to PRX's map pick. When we saw Onside play this map last, it was domination. They got cooked. They got destroyed. They got dismantled. They need to turn that around right now. I wonder if they stick with that same agent comp they were playing, that Neon Phoenix. I'd be down for them to change, to do something a little bit different here, because they have to do better on this map.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with for PRX. It's been a while since we've seen their Ascent. They've been experimenting a little bit. There was some mix there. We've all seen it. There was a little bit of Jing Harbor. He was saying he was having fun picking that Asia for a little while. Divide was playing some Chamber. For sure, I think the core of the comp will remain remain the same. We'll definitely see Omen, Yoru, Sova. What the bits and pieces around that will be remains to be seen, I guess, for PRX.
Yeah, we'll see indeed what they have planned on this one, because this is where the true test comes in for Onside, right? You lose your map pick, you only have one map left, and it could be the very last map that you play on this stage, because this is elimination for this series. And PRX, this is their map pick. They've won twice on this map already, and they are still PRX. So the pressure is going to be very heavy on their players.
Man, I think if Onside win this series now, it would be so impressive.
I want to see what they have planned for this, actually. So let's send it back down to Bella, who is standing by with Hype from Onside.
Hi guys, it's Bella standing with Onside Gaming's Coach Hype. He called it. He said it was going to be a definitely nail-biter, and Abyss was super intense. What did you tell the team going into Ascend, and what's your take on meeting PRX for the first time? 감독님 안녕하세요. 어비스 아쉽게 내줬지만 정말 말씀하신 대로 너무 팽팽한 1맵이었습니다. 어센트 들어가기 전에 선수들에게 어떤 이야기 좀 해주셨는지 한번 들어볼 수 있을까요?
일단은 어비스 할 때 예상했어요. 이렇게 팽팽할 것 같은 그런 걸 이미 준비해와서 한번 부셔보자 미러전 이런 느낌으로 준비해왔고요. 어센트 준비할 때 이제 끝나고 나서 1세트 끝나고 나서 2세트 준비할 때 진짜 별거 없는데? 진짜 한 틱 차이인데? 이거 진짜 사이트 먹거나 사이트 빈도수가 훨씬 많으니까 거기서만 집중하자. 거기서만 급해지지 말고 우리 게임 한번 해보자. 해가지고 제 즐기는 마음으로 한번 해보자고 그렇게 얘기했던 것 같아요.
I mean, I knew it was going to be an intense match from the get-go, and you know, it obviously showed. You definitely saw all of that as well, and it was a matter of just, you know, the chances of us taking the site first, or if they're them retaking it, and the chances of us winning that is going to be paper thin on the second map as well. So we're gonna do what we have to do and just have fun and hope for the best. All right, thank you, Hype, and 감사합니다.
감사합니다. 온사이드 화이팅!
화이팅!
Well, you heard it from him. The chances are going to be paper thin. He's not here today.
That's not what you wanted. That's not where you want your chances to be.
They were looking bold in that first map, so that does make a lot of sense to me. For Ascent, though, Onside have got their work cut out for them. At least they were getting to start out on defense, and they haven't changed up their comp too much. PRX going back to something that's worked for them in the past, but also something that Sharper piloted to kind of destroy Onside. The Sage, at least, is going to be a little bit of a piece that they're going to have to rectify.
Yes.
I want to see how Onside particularly deal with something in Divide looking for picks. They need to shut that down and stop PRX from opening up gaps and then getting into those Sage post plans.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough stylistic matchup. They need to perform better. This is their last chance. They lose this game, they are eliminated here from playoffs. No champs, year over. They have to recover now if they want to continue on their run.
That is right. One last chance for Onside Gaming up against PRX. We have had our eyes on this David and Goliath matchup, and now it will all come down to Ascent. We're going to send it over to your casters, Quack and Elfish, once more.
Well, we can hope it might not just come down to Ascent. There's potentially another map in this one. That's up to Onside, though, and from what we've seen, I think it might be a tough one to get over the line here. PRX, it felt like a bit of a fumble, a little bit of a stumble on map one, but they still had enough to get it over the line. So if it ain't going to happen there on Abyss, I don't think it's going to happen here either.
Unless they really somehow retooled their Ascent defense all throughout just the little week that we had between play-ins and playoffs. It's tough to say. It was a 2-10 back then against Sharper in that defense side at half. They really need so much more. They need to show so much. Also, Mika's saying David's on PRX, so how can David be against Goliath? Like, what?
It's a good question. Some of the mysteries of the world and the universe that we will never really get the answer to. Anyway, let's get back underway here. This round under construction for PRX. They take that A site. Wall's going to go up immediately for Tree, and Divide in middle.
Yo.
Nice easy clean up there onto Wolverine. Also slows down the rest of the rotate. This is looking pretty peachy for PRX so far.
Pretty much controlling everything for now.
Right here.
I'd love to see another smoke come online as well, but Heaven angles.
Hermes, success onto one. Not the end of the world though for PRX. They've still got Divide alive, and his Headhunter is singing. That's an easy pistol. The first one, by the way, for PRX of the series.
Let's go, yeah, Divide. I mean, he's gotten 3, and also just the fact that I think well, you know, it's tough to say for sure, but having Jing onto the stage, it's like a little mixture of the compositions that they had before. Having Divine Chamber, Jing on stage, just being able to kind of perhaps slow down the Neon at some point, but now just having the additional barricade of the wall to block off door buys him a bit of extra time as well. Still gonna need to see quite a bit more though, and you do love that Onside is trying to take things with advantage. Some A main space, B mid space from earlier on as well.
Ooh. What's going on here? Cloudy trying to open the door up there for Siesta. Doesn't have too much success. It's a bit of a farm fest here for PRX.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll take it. Couple of kills for Onside, maybe force the reinvestment from PRX. It's going to get a little bit more expensive or weaken that next round. They'll still get the plant down on A, no problems at all. You have some shenanigans still waiting to happen as Forsaken's kind of taken a bit of a greedy position up on top of the wall there, and he's been punished for it. Now we're back to a 2-on-2, and honestly could still be winnable for Onside if they're quick about things.
Wow.
No armor to
क्या
their
टाइम
name.
पे आए हो यार?
Something making it look pretty easy so far. Hermes with that bulldog missed shot is not the end of the world. Something gets himself to 3. PRX get 2, but might be in a bit too close for comfort.
We back.
Yeah.
We
I don't think they lost too much either though, kRX, so still okay enough.
We back.
But you have to admit, that was a pretty neat shot from Hermes, taking down Forsaken and then picking up the bulldog after that.
Yeah.
We back.
Patience, really, isn't it?
Yo.
Info.
क्यों हंस रहा था वो?
I was just saying that, oh, what a good spot.
I don't think it was a good spot. Anyway.
Yo.
See what PRX can do. Devise.
Ascent गंदा है ONG का. हाँ क्या तो मतलब हार जाएंगे वन साइड.
With some rifles.
भाई ONG ने पिछला मैप जो शूटिंग दिखाई है ना.
It'll primarily be Divide with that headhunter.
मेला.
Trying to operate.
Oh, he was waiting for that molly, bro.
That's a good spot.
Wow.
Something taking advantage of the info that was given by the
भाई
dart.
PRX तो है ना Valorant ही इतना ज्यादा खेलती है ना मेरे को लगता है इन लोग को हर एक मैप ही उनका अच्छा होता रहेगा हर एक मैप.
Right there from PRX. I mean,
Breeze अच्छा नहीं है ना PRX का.
No one looking to try to swing to help something. It's up now being a 4-on-4.
Tell you what, it's a great blind from Ray to really kind of stem this aggression. So PRX now have to look for other opportunities around the map, and that's when Ray goes searching as well. Blocked off by the smoke.
Yeah, mid control still there for PRX for the moment.
No one's playing around Fountain though, so maybe waiting for the smoke. Ray perhaps looking to push through Cat.
30 seconds
it's
left.
risky, but it could pay off.
CC review out of 10, bro. That was actually
you're
a
looking at
solid
this
8 because
very
I feel so much
defensive angle from Hermes.
energetic
He's
and
got
so
kill
much
threats. He
light
is
after
very
that
far back
that
position, so can always backpedal into
I
safety.
actually rated
Divide will
out of
lose his
10
duel
a
against
solid
Ray.
8.
This round might come together for Onside. There's not a lot of time here for
Oh
PRX to
yo,
work
God,
with, but
चौमाट दिया है
still
Jing ने
making their
भाई.
way into that B
कोई
side. It's
side
not
पे
fully
नहीं.
cleared, but there's nobody there, as we well know. Plant's going down. Jing finding himself just a
ये
1-for-1.
खाली
and
बुगट
Siesta
किया.
will put
2v2
him
ला
to
दिया ना
bed,
खाली
and
बुगट.
again we find ourselves back in a 2-on-2. Again,
Crossfire लगाया,
very
crossfire
winnable
लगाया.
circumstances
ले
here for
एक kill.
Onside
Never
in
mind.
V, causing a
ले
bit of a
एक kill
ruckus, but
2v1.
it will be Forsaken that claims the initial kill onto Siesta.
Left dick,
now.
left dick,
Shoulders
left
of
dick.
Ray to try to close this one out. He
Never
knew where Envy
mind,
was.
they are shooting
But Envy
hard, bro.
was a little bit sharper, and so 3-0 will be the score. PRX underway
Holy
nicely
shit,
on
dang.
Ascent.
Yeah, stuck on top with elevation definitely kind of displaces your crosshair. That said, though, I mean, this is also a result of PRX not investing too much in the previous round, so getting all the rifles here helps them quite a bit.
PRX के
though,
सब
you
match
do
अच्छे
admire how
maps
both
अच्छे except
teams
Lotus.
were
Oh.
quite aggressive with how they wanted to search for information or take some duels. Ray against Devi, and also, I guess, yeah, maybe Hermes a bit.
Lota.
That said, though, eco now for Onside does not bode well.
No, certainly not.
भाई ये लोग ढह गए वे.
From Onside, those they tried
पहले
to
start
stave
बहुत अच्छा
off
किए थे.
PRX in this one.
डेड भाई बाद में देखते हैं.
잡았어. 이제 기어나갈게 나 바로. 형, 나 살짝 빠질게.
한미드로 점피. 까비. 하나였어 계속.
갈라나.
कल आना बोलता है
Bमे인 모이는 사운드 하나. B인데 근데. 땡하다가.
क्या क्लाउडी एक मारेगा एक
A맨 요르 점프 템에서 집 붙였어.
एक
스테이지도. B맨 하나 더.
Ooh, okay.
맞다. 둘.
Cloudy's making it look interesting. Hold up. So what Forsaken could do on that last half, that last map, and he's going to try and do it himself this time. Something eventually brings to the end that rampage, but Hermes is there now. He's got that one-way cage. It slows PRX down.
मेरे को लगा एक मारेगा.
Forsaken happy to take the orb in the meanwhile, and here comes Dimensional Drift out from something, looking for that info. Smokes through. PRX are going to commit
30 seconds left.
to the A site by the looks of things with the info that they've got.
रोटेट कर रहे पे जा रहे 4 सेकंड एक टैग तो पड़ा है उसको एक टैग तो पड़ा है हैप्पी राखी कुशाल भाई
What around? Yeah, look at the pathing now taken by onside.
प्रेडिक्शन अच्छे दो ना नेक्स्ट टाइम प्लीज ओके बेबी
They have rifles now in their hands.
एक प्रेडिक्शन पे तेरे को 70,000 पॉइंट मिलने वाले क्या हगरे
Something could be a bit.
एक थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो गया तो तुम लोग तांडव कर रहे चैट में हाँ
There's a very slim chance for onside, but it's still a chance. Ray with Paranoia too could set up Hermes quite nicely. They have to break down the door first though, so that's what they're
ओए
going
ओए ओए क्या टाइमिंग ओए शपथ टाइमिंग
So you're right, a lot of this is going to come down to Hermes. It's a headshot line being played there by Forsaken. Hermes is just going to have to take the risk here. I think he's going to have to push his way forward, see if he can find a duel. Unable to win it. Ray also not quite able to find the trade there onto something, so round's probably over. And it is in the end of the hands of something. It's close. It's a good effort from onside.
हैप्पी राखी अक्षर भाई ड्रेस स्टाइल सभी को दोस्तों रक्षाबंधन च्या हार्दिक हार्दिक शुभेच्छा
Honestly,
आपका PS5 Pro या नॉर्मल नॉर्मल है
It's really nice from Cloudy.
oh, the flash, yeah, it wasn't quite lined up as well as he would have liked to. So not too bad, but it's just some of these little rounds where PRX is kind of slipping up a bit, but otherwise, as is the Chico and Warcraft,
आपकी राखी
is
दिखाओ
good. Something just
स्टोरी पे डालिए
gets
देखो
the
क्लोज
potential drift off some early kills as well. Toward a force now though, and there is an up on the other side too.
Push down middle here from PRX, mostly dry.
ओए
Still
ये
getting tossed in now, but
भाई कॉट हो
Forsaken
गया ना
again.
ड्रोन में
Some of these high positions, and they're not working out for him. Siesta's found the double. First round in the making here for onside. Flash actually catches Wolverine, so he has to back up.
अच्छा गावत जीएसटा भाई कर रहे ना फ्लोट ले
Right into the op line. It's not going to be a good idea
Never
either, but
mind.
Jing is hoping to salvage.
Oh shit bro हग दिया
B, who immediately dies straight away. That's just a feed for Ray, and now Siesta.
शपथ जीएसटा मार रहा
No way.
Well, beautiful round from onside.
No freaking way this happens. I mean, yeah.
No freaking Ray. This happens.
Well, that would have been great if Ray was one of the players in the round, but
He got 2 kills.
okay, but Siesta, look at that. And of course, Wolverine, you know, the self-blind, but it just buys enough time
No
for
freaking Ray.
for Wolverine.
क्या
to get the
दिया
position.
बे उसको
No freaking
क्या
Ray.
दिया
All right, Elfish. But yeah,
See? 2 kills. Pretty good.
it's just
Who the hell is ONG?
PRX
It is a
don't-
team
not
जो
like really anticipating some of
Ascension
these
से आई
positions or plays from onside, and that's
Ascension मतलब ये बार Ascension नहीं था Plains जीत के आई
then again not having played against them that much. You know, it's just
Well, early days.
keep them on their toes.
Yeah, plenty of time to adapt into this one still for PRX, and they've got quite a buffer to play with.
Oh, I tell you what though, this is great for onside because now they are close to all 5 alts, and a lot of these alts can help them just kind of weather the storm of this defense side. If they have, you know, big waves to come back and run it back, or Hunter's Fury soon, if not the overdrive for Siesta, it's could be pushing PRX in a bit of territory now though. It's just a B split push, and it's testing Hermes and Cloudy.
Got that cage to work with for now, but only for so long. Has to break open that wall.
3 जन आ गए बैक साइड पे भाई ONG के ओए नो माइंड वो कैंसिल कर दिया अल्ट
Towards the defensive spawn here.
Oh my favorite position
Inside though, only the 2 players on this
अगला
side.
shit
See
Wait,
Ray
you
go
got one.
back. 1 for 1, not going to be good enough for them so far, and here
भाई
comes
जीएसटा को उड़ाया बे
PRX.
30 seconds left.
Ziesta को सीटी पे
brutalizing
उड़ाया.
their way into that B site. They really maybe did need the extra assistance of Ray there.
True.
Spike planted.
Now he has to get it done on this.
वो attacker ओमन ने वो TP fake किया, ऐसा कुछ किया उधर.
Kill comes through here, but it's the wrong one as far as onside are concerned. There's nothing really left for Ray in this round but to try to find some exit kills.
Ziesta टेक्सचर समान खेल रहा है. भाई टेक्सचर क्या खेल रहा था भाई नोंगशिम के अगेंस्ट. क्या खेल रहा था यार. अकेला वन साइड मार रहा था बंटा है.
Oh yeah. Okay. We're going to get a bit tricky with it.
हाँ वैसा होता है. हाइट बड़ी होती है तो वो जा नहीं पाते उसके थ्रू. I can understand, bro.
You know the game against Nongshim was tough, and you can kind of understand what PRX is trying to do with this playoffs, having the champions qualification already, leaving Abyss in,
spike उठाने के लिए टीपी गया वो.
reps in, and it's nice to have that.
मेरे को लगा वो fake
And
टीपी
of course,
किया.
Alex definitely wants to just bring home another trophy as
हाँ
well.
वे spike लेने के लिए अल्ट किया.
Apart from all of that, it's
Yo, क्या दिया है दवाई ने.
they maybe put you know that meme where they put the little like stick
At the end T2 is T2. Fireflex को देगा आज. कैसे हो आज भाई. आज भी थोड़ा आवाज खराब लग रहा है. टेक केयर. अरे नहीं मैं अपना नॉर्मल आवाज में बात कर रहा हूँ. मैं हमेशा स्ट्रीम पे थोड़ा ज्यादा आवाज में बात करता हूँ तो मैं क्योंकि वो वाला आवाज अब तक सहन नहीं हो रहा है बॉडी को. तो इसलिए थोड़े आज और कल पावर सेविंग मोड पे ही स्ट्रीम करेंगे. फिर उसके बाद में धीरे धीरे खुलेंगे वापस. नहीं तो वापस जमा हो जाएंगे.
See if he can try and get involved in these rounds a little bit earlier on, if he's going to be the only point of difference. But you know, maybe then.
And this was also T2, by the way. Words, bro. True. Very true. Very true. NS was a T2 team.
Majority of this half so far. If he doesn't, he'll probably have 2 to 4. So.
NS.
To go up against him.
NS वाले टाइम पे जब वो लोग वो थे. SPG थे तभी Revenant थी Ascension में.
Make use of him or fully utilize him, but I do want to see Onside just kind of
Paradox वाली team.
Disrespect PRX a bit.
Rossi भाई भी थे तभी शायद.
PRX's pace, because that's oftentimes what some teams tend to do, and then it starts to go all awry from that point forward. Just not like now. Wow.
Yeah, something.
मत दो something के हाथ में op मत दो अभी.
Siesta's line. That's how we've seen the win condition come together.
They were a premier team.
Opening kills from Siesta.
Veril भी एक premier team थी, I guess.
Very far forward, and he's going to get a freebie onto Wolverine. I'm not sure how that hole in the defense has been exploited so easily. PRX will be very pleased to get this one back to a 4-on-4. Ray tries to fake it out, and he's not able to do it. Davai is just putting in a shift this round. Eventually will fall to Hermes, who pops that neural theft, trying to figure out where PRX are headed. It's no surprise that they are on the A site. Hunter's Fury not really doing a whole lot of damage here. Hermes in a spot of bother as well as that
try किए, but 4 second को है ना थोड़ा सा पिक्सल भी दिख जाता है तो खत्म है ना बात.
Now it's all on Cloudy.
मेरे को लगा वो स्मोक के वजह से नहीं दिख पाएगा.
In a 1v3.
अच्छा वो वन वे स्मोक डाला क्या वो?
And I tell you, just
पे शायद तुम्हारा वाला स्मोक डाला.
It really is.
क्या मालूम मैं वही सोचा कि 4 सेकंड को तो दिखा नहीं वो फिर भी मार दिया.
Purchasing a ticket.
Undriven डाला और वो ऊपर ऐसा बन गया.
Okay. But it's also like a little oopsie boopsie, you know. You have a little fatality in the form of something dying, sure, but ultimately that allows for
Arman, I love you.
All the way up catwalk, because as tends to happen, Siesta was just caught kind of repositioning.
Envy's on the chase here, see if he can catch up to Cloudy. Doesn't look like he's quite going to get there in time.
Okay.
So Vandal goes through, but that's really not the greatest surprises considering the circumstances here. Onside now down 6-1. It's a similar scoreline to what we saw in that first map between Onside and PRX, where Onside was the team that was up 6-2.
दवाई खेल लिया भाई. उसने एवेन वाला भी बंदा मारा और हेवन वाला भी बड़ा किल निकाला. Ziesta को निकाला है भाई उसने. हाँ बे.
Yeah, that's part of the story. For sure. I mean, maybe you want to see Coach Hype calling in time at some point, but still being able to eke out a
Coach Hype
of a,
or assistant coach legit.
A couple of rifles, but it's the ults that I really hope for. Bit of aiming space being held.
Direct hide.
PRX just kind of anticipate the plays around it too. I mean, they see this so many times. PRX have the experience that maybe onside a little bit more lacking. Pixel angles in one ways.
Why उधर ही मांडी डाल के बैठ गया रे? बोलता है मार के ही मरूंगा.
Really well for Divide. Now Jinx is going to backfill into that position and get another one. So PRX just ripping this A side open unless Siesta has anything to say about it. But he's got multiple lines to worry about. Lurking behind him will be a concern. He's hit by that paranoia as well, but somehow sliding his way through gets the better of Envy. It's a one-man army at the moment for onside, but apparently that one-man army is still not quite enough. Site will be taken, plant will be down. Something up close and personal, shotgun sniping. Gets the better of Hermes.
And then it's Cloudy again. Hero rifle from before. But it's just so much they has to put together and so many obstacles in his way as well. Oh, that was enough. I was going to say high-low, but Jing had the elevation.
Which to be crazy high-low
kiya tha ye log ne abhi. Because
7-1 score line chal raha hai.
To kind of control the entrance of A main.
ये देखो ना
just like crap walks around.
Heal लगाने गया बंदे पे.
Siesta that's like
Free Fire में मर रहे बंदे.
You can tell like
ये क्या kill किया है भाई.
Starting to have some heart palpitations a bit. But it's still good enough with something and the whole setup around right at the end. So like you say, it's definitely gonna be difficult for onside. They have to start putting more rounds together, otherwise it's curtains on their entire season's run.
Well, once again, see a bit of that pressure over towards the A side of the map. You do have two players to defend it, and onside for now have done enough to push PRX away.
Portal closed.
Meanwhile, something's kind of just working middle alone. Could be an awkward spot to be in. That flash is not a bad one. Info given, onside aware. There's multiple PRX players out mid.
Yeah, PRX trying to mark and read Siesta as to where he might be positioned, but onto a rifle now, and everyone's just kind of pivoting all across. Oh, it's a running back shut down.
Might be the world's fastest running back. Drone is at least getting the info that PRX are working their way out of mid towards B, so you can rotate a couple of players in that direction to now set up on the site itself.
B side खेल रहा है.
Rotate for her.
Sorry, दो side खेल रहा है.
PRX not pulling the trigger just yet on either of these
Beautiful
sides.
lurk by Dawai.
Into middle,
अबे Dawai क्या मचा रहा है
now it
round में
starts
भाई
to
पूरे.
fall apart.
30 seconds left.
Two players
So I
down.
thought उसका beam and push expected नहीं रहेगा.
Only have to defend for another 25 seconds, but they just don't have the soldiers to do that with. Siesta again, a one-man army.
Bro, बेचारा दो जन को लो कर दिया रे
already.
already. Siesta and friends चल रहा है chat heavy.
The B side taken.
क्या खेल रहे बे?
It's really.
How are you feeling आज भाई? Much better मेरे भाई. UCL draws देखे क्या? नहीं देखा. Actually देखा.
Sure what else Ray could do.
याद नहीं.
Such a deep
एक post तो देखा था मैंने.
He'll set up a progression to try to allow him to sneak forward.
नहीं मैंने pod देखा था मैंने draws नहीं देखा.
Second भाई तो तुम्हारे ऐसे खेल गए बे?
कौन जीता क्या क्या हुआ कल?
कल Loud जीत गई.
Looking for exits.
और
be able to find it, and he's gonna
क्या
get hunted
बोलते हैं? Lev जीत गई.
Yeah, 1-for-1.
Lev Fury आता क्या?
8-1. How about that? As far as PRX are concerned.
Second एक game 8-18, एक game 7-18.
It's beautiful.
Upper bracket था ये?
हाँ ये upper था. तो अभी Lev का game है 100 Thieves के against NRG का Loud के
against. It's like this really harmonious
Yo!
push and pull of the
क्या games है वे? आज है वो?
और अगर Lev और क्या बोलते हैं NRG दोनों जीत गई ना?
They're trying to get some information. They've shut down the run it back. They've put themselves in that pivot position around middle. And then even though onside does have a couple of players on B, like really both was sent out, and that's enough of a go signal for Divide to find a flank.
रात की games बहुत बढ़िया है.
Onside already spent. Now it's the economy that's
Prediction लगा रहा हूँ दोस्तों. Pin message में kick का link है. Check करो.
A couple of stacks around the off angles, but the one recon just clears all.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. A few taps in from Jing, and that's enough. Once again, PRX going to default their way back over towards A.
Deploying drone.
It's a little trip.
Paranoia is going to be a good one, that trip, of course, causing a little bit of a ruckus, but PRX still just happy to wait
Charger
the
नहीं
time out. here in A main, see if they can find themselves another entry. Pot flash. Oh, it's going to be cancelled. Ray, what? Where has that come from? Just a bit of spam into the smoke and the entire strategy for PRX collapses in front of our eyes.
Lovely.
Was bit diabolical.
Spider sense was tingling for Ray, and he's almost on for the ace. It's stolen away, of course, there by Divide, but I don't think Divide's going to close this out alone. Try and escapes, yes, so we'll chase him down onside. Clean up around out of nowhere.
Thank you for the 37
I've got a line
months
for this, Jordan, Ray. All right. This is, shout out to Andy. That was Ray with some X-ray vision back there.
Oh my god, he's got the X-ray vision.
What a shot.
I can't believe it. He did have X-ray, but check in PC.
Our rider's going to be having a great time. But that was awesome, though. I mean, really, it was quite readable. Not gonna lie, for PRX, just being slowed down by that trip. They had the reaction to quickly elude it and avoid that. But still hiding around it, all it takes with that simple
rounds
check,
around, bro.
yes, that has an option.
Two guys peeking mid, up on mid.
Get away with maybe a 4-8 or 3-9 onside.
Well, still every chance that PRX goes.
Oh, what a peek with the drone.
Siesta can get involved early on in the piece. Race is going to come through
He's
there on the
peeking again.
Forsaken. The
Beautiful
refrag isn't
peek.
quite there, but
Flash
there's
हो
still
गया
a fight
बेचारा.
happening over middle.
ये
Siesta
देखो
with the
यार Siesta को.
overdrive. Sliding in onto Envy's position, and Divide unable to claim a connection with the tour de force. We'll have to
Siesta पाशा है बे.
leave the initial parts of this job up to Forsaken.
बिना डरे खेल रहा है.
Spike's a tough one to retrieve as well here, actually.
Well,
no smokes for Forsaken on offer.
TP, pick it up, but...
Okay, Siesta.
थोड़ा डरना चाहिए था,
Around
थोड़ा
a little
डरना
bit
चाहिए
too long. Ray and Cloudy had already exited middle, so Siesta is caught isolated.
Wow,
yeah, that's always the thing for PRX. They just wanted to try to scout or source out as to where onside may still be positioned at the end of that little kerfuffle.
30 seconds left.
But for now,
क्या खाना खा रहे चैट आज?
2v2 situation.
रक्षाबंधन स्पेशल.
Spike onto Forsaken. They can pull off TP plays. Spotted out Cloudy at the end, so knowing that it's more than likely a 1-1 setup for onside, they can very well overwhelm the site.
दवाई भी है और अभी भी है. Oh, and
almost. Shock darts might try to slow things down here as well. Must win duel, but Divide misses the shot. The spam's not there to deny the plant. Forsaken still alive here as well. Somehow Cloudy
Bro,
gets
अगर
nothing
Cloudy
done.
spam में मार देता उधर round खत्म था.
Slowed.
And Ray has his
अरे
position
डोसा है
given away.
चैट, डोसा है. पाव गैंग नहीं है.
Makes the job even more difficult. Gets himself a smoke down, hoping for a peek from Forsaken, but timing is perfect.
नहीं देगा
Forsaken will claim 9 for PRX.
Last round before the switch.
It's a good effort from onside, but then they just sort of lost their heads a little bit in that mid control.
Yeah. Just sticking around a second.
ये दूसरा फ्लैश नहीं देता ना तो अरबिस मार देता दो भी.
उसने अपना नाम
You admire it though, you know. I mean, it's not exactly a bad position.
बंदा वुल्वरीन आ रहा ना अगले महीने.
It's a 3v2, and you've given them 2.
तो इसमें तुमने कोई स्पाइडरमैन खेला है?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just not good enough from onside.
अरे मैं मूवी की नहीं बात कर रहा.
हाँ नहीं पर तुमने मूवी की बात कर रहा हूँ.
नहीं नहीं.
Great play nonetheless. Now they're looking for a tile
Suraj bhai,
crunch.
स्पाइडरमैन खेला है मैंने सारे ही खेला है.
Completely.
सिर्फ वो जो PS वाला
That
आया
was
था
some
वो नहीं
disciplined
खेला.
play towards the back of that.
अच्छा recent वाला मतलब.
Post plant as well for PRX. Now it's dimensional drift. They're clearing out the entirety of heaven as well as short. The hunters are trying to line it up for Envy. And at the same time, look at woo!
How's Forsaken keep getting in these positions?
Bro,
he's got a chance at another
he
couple
almost
there
got the
as well,
third,
but he
bro.
doesn't quite manage to land the shots that he needs. Still, it looks like it'll be enough here. PRX have just swarmed their way into that A site. It's Cloudy trying to make amends for that last round here, a 1v4. It's a 3 now. Something spots him out, gives him a little bit of a kiss on the way past. Down to 45 HP now, and it's not finished
Cloudy.
off.
3v2, 10-2, half by sub.
To get this one done as a duo, it looks like they are more than happy to try to play it together. Cloudy almost getting in position to make something happen, but in the end, Envy will finish it. 10 on the board for PRX, and they are working their way towards a series victory here. It will be a comfortable series in the end after quite a chaotic first map of Abyss.
Yeah. That said, though, it really does kind of tug at my heartstrings a bit. I would have hoped to see onside do a little bit more, maybe even take a map away. But nonetheless, despite all their best efforts, this ends up still in a 2-10 first half with them starting out on the defense side. They picked this side, so it's kind of unfortunate to see it happen.
अरे आज लेट हो गया सट्टा खेलने की पूरी अपॉर्चुनिटी मिस हो गई देखो बेशरम को
तुम्हारा नाम भी टॉप 5 डेंजरस नेम्स में से एक है पता है ना
eventuates into some mistakes sometimes. He is still the first half MVP, but when PRX is in this form, you witness that. The dimensional drift Hunter's Fury declared out the whole site. It's Jing with the Sage Wall boost and Forsaken a TP around it as well.
आर्यन नाम वाले ना बोले भाई
Second half with PRX then on their defense.
OG मतलब क्या भाई?
OG मतलब अभी जो नया आर्यन है वो मतलब मेरे से छोटे हैं ना ब्रो वो लोग ने खराब किया है नाम.
You know your plays and off plays.
OG आर्यन ने नाम खराब नहीं किया यार.
नहीं वो तो तुम्हारा नाम बचा रहे खराब तुमने ऑलरेडी करके रखा है.
To say the least.
Some people are really going all out.
We've seen a lot in the past several days, man. Do you know about New Lie? It's like this movie that they released in China where it's made by like a really small indie team because it's a mom who picked up 3D animation because she wanted to do something for her son. It's like the funniest thing. Like
Happy Rakhi Sam bhai.
But people love it now just because of the story. I don't know.
कितने की लड़ भाई?
Anyway,
there you go. Boom.
एक और TP.
PRX defense.
ये राउंड में 2 किल.
David. Headhunter. Connection. Back on out and still looking for more fights. He will lose his head. Lose the A site there as well. PRX forced to try to make a retake happen here with a player deficit.
Spike planted.
Might not be able to get it done.
Heavy garden control. Yeah, ऐसा सब हम लोग को कॉम्पी में करना चाहिए.
PRX apparently. Dart should get a bit of info there. Flash as well.
अरे क्या डार्ट किया बढ़िया फ्लैश के साथ.
So far onside. All pretty healthy. PRX not finding the shots that they need. They're like fish in a barrel right now and onside. They're not very good at shooting fishes in barrels apparently. Why? It's a 1v3.
Winnable. That's so winnable.
But they're all so low. It'll take just a couple of taps, but he's missed every shot. Unbelievable. What is that round?
भाई मैं almost बोलने वाला था A shot वाला कितना अच्छा पेशेंस रखा है उसने पीक करके हक दिया भाई.
They were fish in a barrel and they were trying to go fishing, but the hook missed. The line missed and the sinker missed and everything. Oh my god.
सबके सब राइट क्लिक मार रहे किसी का नहीं लग रहा.
अबे ये 1v3 तो winnable था बे.
I am just as stunned as you are.
Oh my god.
There's so many moments
something.
where PRX is just dipping in and out of trees.
You've just got to shoot them.
It's tough though. I mean, I guess PRX weren't fish in that scenario. They were eels. They were so slippery. Such a tight corner, and pressure is definitely on for onside. If not for before, now is 110%.
भाई लेकिन अभी इसमें ये टीम जो दिखी थी यार.
Forced by, and this is their last hope. Siesta opens things up strong.
Bye-bye. Not shabby
शी
at
बे
all.
इतनी बढ़िया टीम
Forsaken gets a
चली गई
helping
अभी.
hand from Jing, who actually
सोचा
does have to double down to
कितना
try to hold on to
मेहनत
this
किया
A
उन्होंने
side.
इधर आने भाई.
हाँ वही.
Going a long way to keeping this one safe, but just looking for a little bit of wiggle room. Now leaves it on to Infi, who is able to get himself one.
खत्म भाई खत्म.
So something
पूरा प्लेन्स जीते भाई वो लोग.
having to get this one done.
Okay, he's a little close by.
Oh, he wasn't expecting that. So onside, get the bonus.
आज जिम गए हो हर्ष भाई. फाही भाई मना गया यार मेरे को फिलहाल.
This is a great way to start. So probably quite.
जब तक perfect नहीं होता.
Maybe the next is small 4-11. It's nice to see that, you know, even with their backs against the wall, Siesta, the whole team just kind of leads the charge straight up through A short.
हर्ष भाई मेरे को इंस्टा डीएम में आपके वीडियोस आ रहे हैं भाई.
I don't want to say it again.
भाई क्या बेशरम लोग हैं यार.
Yeah, you gotta put
इतने बेशरम लोग हैं ना.
Like that was, he peaked into a 1v3.
Yo.
He wants to know whether or not
हर्ष
there
भाई
was
पर तुम
anybody
ऐसा
else
क्यों
coming
आओगे?
through A main. Well, Delvai here again.
क्या हुआ था ऐसा? तुम्हें पता नहीं था चालू हो गया?
Not seeing anything
अरे मैंने
outside of B
फटफट
at the
चालू कर
moment.
दिया
So the
भाई.
rest of the setup
मैं
for
बाहर से
PRX
आया
is
था.
going to persist.
अच्छा. तो तुमने स्क्रीन लेट चेंज करी.
क्या मालूम क्या हुआ.
Be careful there, homies. I was going to say, Delvai looking to find some headshots. Jing as well in through middle, claiming one. Device's position is going to be a real thorn in the side of onside here. He takes
not bad. Kar
maybe a
sakte
little
ho.
bit more than he ought to.
kya?
The rest of the fight wasn't
Kar sakte
happening.
ho
Forsaken and Jing were not interested, but
Shirtless
Jing
kar
still
sakta
sticking
hu,
around. 7 more shots
भाई अभी तो
available to
पतला हो गया
him.
Uglers भाई.
Will eventually get finished off by Ray, but Forsaken up close and personal with a classic. Surely could not get this one done. Could he? I don't think so. Ray will finish it and onside survive.
Bhai, thank you
Another
so much for the
scary
11
looking round.
months.
I was gonna say if he does, then people definitely have to buy the PRX bundle. But no, that was still pretty neat with all the little shots thrown at onside. The recon. the
बाहर से
peek
आया था
out
तो
from
बाहर बिना कपड़े पहने गया था क्या? बीमार आदमी
all
हूँ
around
यार.
things, really.
कपड़े बदल रहा था.
It's more plays like these.
ये
that will
कपड़े
kind
पहन
of
रहा था यार.
temper onside's aggression somewhat and it forced them to think, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. I mean, depending on how onside kind of calls arounds or makes some plays, it could be different. It's an op now, and shock darts too.
Yeah, it's a really good shock dart as well, by the way. Something.
अबे वो कोई तो शॉट रखा था भाई जागा शॉट.
So 1 for 0 so far. That's
Oh
not what
my dinghy
onside
के बीच
is
में
looking
से.
for, but they're still trying to push their way into B. The trouble is, there's 3 players to defend this site. Imagine it's going to be a pretty tough ask for onside unless they decide to call the cancel, but I think they're a little bit too committed right now. Call it sunk cost fallacy as
Recording a shot.
chimes in onto Cloudy. He will fall, but you've still got 2 more players here. And Forsaken, alongside Davai and Jing, make it look easy
ऑफ मत चलाओ.
for PRX to get to 12.
नहीं भाई मचाया है. क्या
Starting off
वन
on the right
साइड
foot.
मारे बेचारों को यार.
We're just checking initially with the op and the shock darts, but you can see the value of it once they hear all the footsteps and kind of really breaking apart onside's attempts at pushes. You know, it's just, you went A a couple of times, now PRX kind of anticipates a B push, and they just managed to guess that correctly, and having Divide to just jiggle around or hold the angle long enough for Jing and Forsaken to get close in makes it incredibly difficult. So, timeout, maybe the last buy. Siesta is 2 away from an overdrive. It's not going to be the easiest feat, but at least Wolverine does have to run it back. But like the desk said, though, as well, like in that previous little segment, it's the fact that onside on their attacks, oftentimes it's always these all-in or nothing pushes. They're just dumping everything that they've got. Of course, Jinx Mom again, lovely to see her. But yeah, just like dumping everything into the site. It's fast, and if the opposing team doesn't react in time, then it works. But when it's PRX and they're starting to anticipate some of these plays, maybe not. So I wonder what this timeout will provide for onside.
Well, it's going to have to provide a lot, I'll tell you that for free.
Thank you.
They need 8 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
मैच खत्म होने के बाद जीजी एंटी वगैरह लिखते हैं क्या? अबे हाथ मिलाते एक दूसरे से.
Shields too. Okay, it's another try. We'll give B a go. 4-1 split. So just maintain a bit more map presence, slowing things down a bit as well. But let's run it back otherwise into B.
2 जन backside.
Flash around the corner there. 2 players sitting at the back of sight here, and something's good enough to get rid of the runner back, but now he's got to do a little bit more alone. You'll see the double peek come through. It's just too much to handle.
इन भी बोला भाई मैं तो कुछ किया भी नहीं पहले मेरे को मारा.
Once again. By
So why, bro?
Clean shot into Hermes, but still not sure that's going to be enough to
प्लांट हो
put this
गया है वो
retake
2
together.
सेकंड
I mean,
और
Jing
A क्यों होल्ड
potentially
करेगा?
get a revive through here as well, but he needs to fight for control of the site first, and that's
Sound
not
really
going to
दिया था क्या?
happen. Jing out of the picture. We are back into a 2-on-2. Paranoia through, not quite going to be enough to catch up with Wolverine's position, and that shock dart, too much for Forsaken. Devi is going to give himself every opportunity here as he just TP's back on into Boatshed, but the reality is the time has gotten away from him, and there's no reason for onside to even peek him at this point. He'll tap, try to draw through a peek, but not getting what he needs out of this one. So onside are going to go to 5.
Which still keeps them afloat.
मैच खत्म होने के बाद कल लिखते हैं क्या? हाँ लिखते होंगे.
I mean, for a second, you might see
Forsaken तो लिखता रहेगा.
You know, clear standard duo Jing and Forsaken being able to swing, but they kind of didn't expect an extra layer of Wolverine still being around B main. They run it back on the entry as well, just doing quite a bit. So it's a good shakeup from onside. Just need more of those rounds still. Siesta with the entries has been tremendous
take flight.
But now taking things a little bit more slow, kRX starts to reinforce the B side a lot more heavily.
That same shock dart coming through from kRX, this time not quite as impactful as what we saw earlier on in the piece. And Headhunter also goes a little astray there for Divide. He's still got numbers over towards B though. Onside decide they want to commit to this. They might run into Jing! Oh, the 3K. And Envy's there as well. Doesn't exactly have the greatest of weaponry, but he's got enough to hold on to the side here. Backing it up. Pop that drone to get the information through. Forsaken could have TP'd back over to B, but in the end, just gonna lock down things in middle. There's nowhere for Hermes to go without being spotted. There is if maybe Forsaken falls off that line. He does see him. For a second, he might miss that timing throwing that smoke in.
This smoke is perfect.
Yeah. Envy's set up right behind it, and Hermes going to try to spray, but it's Envy that goes one better, and that is that. 13-5, kRX. They begin their lower bracket run. It is a big mountain to climb. Up next, it's Barrel. But even so, we know what kRX can do down in these lower brackets, and they are a team that is not shy of these kinds of playoffs runs. Unfortunately, for Onside, that will be the end of their hopes and dreams, as that dream will be but a dream.
ONG.
Still keep those readily available though. I mean, there's next year's format to go off with. And you can see just the potential that they bring to the stage.
DRX.
Incredibly fast, heavy-handed plays.
The actual game
it was
starts
a full
now,
year
chat.
season that brought them forth to this point. A lot of storied players as well.
The actual game starts
one
now.
of them. So much entry value just from these two maps alone. Not to mention Ray, Wolverine, Cloudy, and Hermes as well. It's been fun to watch them on the stage, but at the same time, again, with kRX starting to find that form, you can definitally imagine they should be able to take down Vero.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a tough run, isn't it, right? Like, your first match
Isn't
here
it
in the lower bracket
kRK?
is up
Abhi nahi,
against
sorry,
kRX.
SRK.
I don't know that there was necessarily an easy team that you could draw, considering both T1 and kRX were also down in the lower bracket. So whichever way you ended up, it was probably going to be a tough game for Onside. And I think we do have to give them quite a lot of credit for how deep they actually made it. I don't know how many people necessarily expected those play-ins teams to really do so well. I think Sharpa definitely impressed, and Onside certainly have as well. But you're right. I mean, next year, who knows? They're a team that I think we should be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, that's it as well. I mean, Jing really started to light up towards the end of that second half. What you resist persists, and he just kept sticking into some of these positions, finally finds huge multi-kills, and that's kind of what ended the map as well. He started to turn things around the kill feed. I mean, the scoreboard too.
So, agar DRX
So that's
to
a
G
great
qualify ho
triumphant
jayegi
win for
champs.
kRX. We're going to toss it back down to the stage with the winning interview and bell.
kRX의 포세이큰 선수 만나보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다, 포세이큰 선수. Alright, congrats, Forsaken. 유일한 챌린저스 팀 온사이드 게임을 상대로 kRX가 2대0 승리를 가져갔습니다. 이렇게 해서 플레이오프 여정을 계속 해내갈 수 있는데 오늘 온사이드 게이밍과의 경기 소감부터 한번 들어보면 좋을 것 같습니다. Congrats on the 2-0 win, Forsaken. Now you just sent the last challengers team home, and now you get to continue your playoffs journey. How was it facing them today?
I think so far it was good experience facing against them, because like we knew that they are like fresh team, you know, coming into VCT Pacific, and yeah, I'm really happy that we won. And actually the first map almost get me heart attack because we almost lost, but luckily we win. So yeah.
우선 이전에 만난 적이 없었던 온사이드 게이밍과의 경기여서 좀 신선한 좋은 경험이 됐다고 이야기를 해줬습니다. 안 그래도 다음으로 물어보고 싶었던 어비스도 언급을 해줬는데요. 어비스에서 거의 내줄 뻔해서 심장마비가 올 뻔했다고, 하지만 승리를 가져가게 돼서 기쁘다고 얘기를 해줬습니다. 안 그래도 어비스 이번에는 kRX가 가져갈 수 있었습니다. 이전에 좀 아쉬운 습관들이 있었다고 이야기를 했었는데 오늘의 어비스에서는 좀 잡힌 것 같은지 만족도에 대해서 한번 들어보면 좋을 것 같습니다. Yeah, speaking of Abyss, you guys take the win on this one tonight. Well, you guys mentioned that there was a little bit of a bad habit going on. Did you guys get over that this Abyss? I mean, Alex mentioned that there were some habits that you guys wanted to fix. So I want to ask you, did it work today? What's going on there then?
Yeah, I mean we kind of like fixing a little bit with Abyss, because like after we lost to Nongshim, we kind of like knew like how to play this map better, you know. So yeah, coming into like this map today, I think we show that we can like fix our mistake the last IB. So yeah,
Yes, you're satisfied?
satisfied.
Satisfied. 이전 농심과의 어비스에서 아쉬웠던 점들을 좀 보완해와서 오늘 어비스를 승리할 수 있었다고 이야기를 해줬습니다. 그리고 오늘 승리를 가져감으로써 우리 어비스 보완해낼 수 있고 더 강해질 수 있다는 점 느꼈다고 이야기를 해줬는데요. 다음 팀 또한 챌린저스 출신인 바렐이 기다리고 있습니다. 페이퍼렉스가 하위조 승률 100%거든요. 이번에도 그 100% 가능할 것 같은지 들어보면서 다음 경기 어떤 경기 예상하는지 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Next up, you're facing yet another OG Challengers team, Vero, right? Well, it seems that you guys have a lower brackets win rate, 100% this year. Will it continue? Will the streak continue?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully.
2-0.
I mean, we always like lower bracket anyway, so I think, yeah, we're gonna try to grind from lower again, you know, bring our motivate back, and yeah, hopefully against final later we can show them that we can win against them. So yeah.
이제 원래 페이퍼렉스는 하위조에서 쭉 좀 기세를 타서 경기하는 걸 좋아하기 때문에 다음 경기에서도 100% 승률을 유지할 수 있도록 노력해보겠다고 이야기를 했었습니다. 이렇게 해서 페이퍼렉스의 포세이큰 선수
तो
인터뷰로
गर्वित यार डिलीट कर दो यार वो क्लिप फिर किसी को बोल के क्या बोला वो चुम्मा
PRX and a lower bracket run. Some would say that this is exactly where they want to be because they're just
चेंज कर लो फिर चेंज कर लो
और भाई जो फिशिंग वाला गेम बोला था लोग खेल रहे हैं भाई
हैं
हाँ लिटरली वैलोरेंट के ऑर्ग ने उसका क्लिप डाला पता है
भाई क्या सेटअप है ये वॉलपेपर देखो ये वॉलपेपर है या टाइल है चैट जो भी है मजबूत लग रहा है थोड़ा ट्रिपी सा लग रहा है लेकिन लुक्स गॉटेड गेमर डी भाई नहीं देखना मुझे क्यों स्पैम कर रहे हो आप बताओ
मेरे डिस्कॉर्ड में भी डाले पड़े हैं हर्ष भाई ब्रो जहां देख रहा हूं आप दिख जा रहे हो
What am I supposed to do now?
GT6 story is over 80 hours long. If you just play the main storyline.
क्यों चिल्ला चिल्ला के क्यों बोलना है तुमको ये सब
क्यों
हाँ
क्या मतलब
ये सब स्पॉइलर होते हैं पता है नहीं तुमको टट्टी इंसान
अबे 80 घंटे का प्ले टाइम है बेशरम आदमी स्पॉइलर कैसे हुआ वो
ये भी स्पॉइलर ही होता है हगरे
प्ले टाइम स्पॉइलर कैसे होता है
वाह देख लो इसको
प्ले टाइम स्पॉइलर होता है
देख लो इसको ऑफिशियली बताया उन्होंने तेरे को
हाँ रॉकस्टार
अच्छा।
ने बोला है बेशरम ऑफिशियली बोला है कुछ बोलोगे अर्जुन और
कनेक्टेड टू नासा एथरनेट ते बस बस बाबा
हे करून देऊ
अगं बरंच आहे आता काय झाडाऊ का सही में नासा से कनेक्टेड है बे मां कसम स्टारलिंक 1 out of 1 in India. Holy shitting. Guess rank horse by current dash peak dash. Chat. Do you guys agree or no? किसी का भी रैंक उसके सेटअप से इजीली सॉरी उसके माउस से इजीली गेस कर सकते हैं हाँ आई फील यस। अब जैसे ये माउस है, ये माउस शेप देख के मुझे पता है कि ये असेंडेंट इमॉर्टल हो ही नहीं सकता। सीलिंग क्या है ये तो। इसका करंट होगा गोल्ड और पीक इसका प्लैट या डायमंड या सी। यो साहिब, होली शिटनिंग चेटअप, ब्यूटीफुल बे। यागा प्लीज, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 1 केक। फैन हूँ भाई, थैंक यू फॉर द 50 केक।
हर्ष भाई, ये PS5 वाली गेम पीसी में कितने टाइम में आती है?
फॉरएवर लग जाता है भाई।
फॉरएवर?
या 5-10 साल तो मिनिमम, 5 साल तो पकड़ो ही।
ठीक है, तो मेरा बच्चा जरूर खेलेगा GTA 6।
5 साल में बच्चा करने वाले हो?
भाई 5 साल में तो हो ही जाना चाहिए ना।
मतलब तुम मेरी उम्र के
यो,
होने तक कर
नहीं
लोगे?
नहीं 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 नहीं। अरे शिट शिट, आपका बच्चा खेलेगा।
मेरी
1
मम्मी,
साल बाद आएगा
भाई
बेशरम आदमी।
भाई मेरी मम्मी बोलती है
हाँ।
कि जब मैं तेरी उम्र की थी ना,
हाँ
मेरे को तुम दोनों हो गए थे।
हाँ,
हाँ,
तुम्हारी उम्र क्या है बे?
अबे 23 हूँ ना मैं।
हैं?
हाँ,
और
तो
तुम्हारी शादी नहीं हो रही है, बताओ।
और मैं मम्मी को बोला मैं तो अभी बॉडी बना रहा हूँ।
ले। Shit bro, times have changed bro.
Yeah. I can't adult today. वाह वाओ बे, क्या मस्त बनाया। नाटोरो इताची उचीचा का भाई। गोजो डीमन स्लेयर अपर 1। सॉरी फॉर द मेसी चेटअप बैक देन, बोथ ओलेड मॉनिटर। अरे बड़ी पार्टी आ गई, मां कसम, सेकंड मॉनिटर भी ओलेड, ये होती है बड़ी पार्टी। अच्छा ये कल ही देखे थे ना अपन ने LS2 का हेलमेट भाई के पास, यो। अच्छा रैंक गेस करते भाई का, इतना मजबूत पैसा डाला है तो रैंक अच्छा ही होना चाहिए। अब भी असेंडेंट रहेंगे भाई। एआई एआई से क्या किए? पीक इनका इमॉर्टल रहेगा। ब्रो आई एम टू गुड एट गेसिंग ब्रो, टू गुड एट गेसिंग। हाथ धो के आ रहा हूं, लाइक करिए। एआई नहीं है भाई, इसके पहले भी उन्होंने सेटअप डाला था, अच्छा डाला था।
लोगों के हिसाब से हर्ष भाई, जी 44% जीतने वाली है पैसिफिक। लोगों के वोट के हिसाब से 44% वोट जी को गए हैं।
जी एसरॉस वाला रील देखो, बहुत होलसम है, जिसमें वो रो रहा है। वो वाली तो कल ही अपन इंटरव्यू देख रहे थे, देखते रहो। ये लेकिन ये एक्स रॉस नहीं है, ये एक्स रॉस है क्या?
우승도 하고 이제
देखा हूँ ये तो देखा हूँ। ये क्या हो रहा है बे? रफीदिया ने कल भी किया, देखे तुम लोग भाई? वो दूसरा गोल तो क्या बेकार था भाई। और जिसने मैच देखा, पिछले मैच में भी ऐसा हुआ। मेरे को ऐसा लगता है गुरदान भाई और लमीन का है ना मचांड होने वाला है, बहुत डेंजर। क्योंकि गुरदान भाई को बॉल ही नहीं डालता लमीन ढंग से। एक डाला था जो अच्छे से कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाया गुरदान। इतना चिल्लाओ मत हर्ष भाई, सोने दो ना। खो नहीं रही है, मुंह किधर है इनका? मुंह किधर है? ये है क्या? और
PS5 अभी
हम
70,000 का था ना?
70?
हाँ हाँ, अभी 70 में लॉन्च हुआ था इंडिया में वापस।
तो होली शिट, नहीं
55 का हो गया, अभी 55 का हो गया।
देखता हूँ चिल्लर भाई।
PS5 स्लिम लेना चाहिए या दूसरा लेते हैं हर्ष भाई?
स्लिम सीडी वाला अगर मतलब लेते हो तो अच्छा है, क्योंकि फिर तुम्हारे को मेमोरी की दिक्कत वैसी आती तो नहीं है इतनी, क्योंकि इनफ स्टोरेज होता है। हाँ, अगर सीडी वाला लेते हो तो अच्छी बात ये है कि तुम सीडी कलेक्शन अपना रख सकते हो, और वो एक काफी अच्छा चीज है।
चलो फिर मैं चालू कर रहा हूँ। 55 के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा?
क्या गोल लगा रहे हो?
ऐसी बोल रहा है।
लगाओ यार,
2 साल
लगाओ।
की EMI पे ले लेता हूँ, 3,000 पर मंथ।
वो भाई ने 500 किक्स भेजे हैं, थैंक यू भाई साहब। अतरवा लव यू जी। kRX मैच के दिन बोला था 500 देता जी विन पे, पर जब तक भेजता तब तक आपने स्ट्रीम बंद कर दी, और कल बाहर था। बाय द वे हेल्थ ठीक अभी? लव यू पाशा, लव यू यार अथर्व। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द ह्यूज 400 किकनू यार। मैं एकदम बढ़िया हूँ अभी। recovering the best and sleeping a lot to recover fast. Thank you so much Atharva bhai for the 500 kiknu, means a lot to me dear Gummi bro. भाई कितने सारे पोस्टर्स लगाते हैं यार लोग ऊपर, देखो ये देखो। होली शिटनिंग ब्रो, ये दरवाजा कैसे खुलेगा बताओ? ये खुलेगा ही नहीं, ये परमानेंट बंद कर दिया तुमने। डब्ल्यू यार, सेटअप हो तो ऐसा हो। डस्टबिन के लिए अलग, अच्छा नहीं सॉरी कपड़े है, ये कपड़े होंगे। गाड़ी देखो इसकी, नाइस सेटअप ब्रो। रैंक डैश, जस्ट बिकॉज आपके पास एक G1 O2 है, योर रैंक इज गोल्ड।
हर्ष भाई तुमने लिए GTA 6?
नहीं,
तो वो कितने की होगी? 12,000 और
12 पता नहीं कितनी की है। 7 की है ना, 7-8 की है।
7-8 की है। मतलब 70 के ऊपर 7-8 और डालो।
हाँ
ले भेंडी 1 लाख रुपए, इतने में तो घर मिलता है भाई।
देखो इसको,
1 लाख में अगर 50 लाख और डालूंगा तो घर आ जाएगा।
ओए ओए, ये क्या? ओए ओए, W emote, holy shit my pants, yo। अरमान भाई में है ये इमोट साला? अरे बहुत जनों के पास है रे, शिट। शिट रे, बहुत लोगों के पास ही बटे, मेरे को लगा अल्ट्रा रेयर मिल गया कुछ तो सालो। लो लो, मैं भी डालूंगा, रुको जाए। किधर गया रे, किधर गया किधर गया किधर गया, किधर है? इमोट मिल रहा है वो, किधर है? मेरे को दिख रहा क्यों नहीं है? किधर है? उसकी मैया का गैया गायब। वाह, कलेक्टिबल्स में नहीं है इधर। अच्छा, रिफ्रेश करना पड़ेगा शायद। हाँ, ले 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 ले। नाइट मार्केट कब है? अब तक आया नहीं ब्रो कुछ इन्फो। हज भाई
हर्ष भाई,
याद हूँ
क्या
मैं।
अपनी जरूरत के लिए डाका डालना सही होता है या बुरा होता है?
चैट जीपीटी करते आ जाओ।
हाँ करो सर, स्क्रीन शेयर करो,
पीसी पड़ जाएगा।
तुम्हारे स्ट्रीम पे देख लेता हूँ।
जी। क्या जरूरत, रुकिए, ये मेरे प्रीवियस बातचीतों से अपनी वार्तालाप ये ना करे, इसलिए मैं इनकॉग्निटो में खोल लेता हूँ। क्या मुझे मुझे पैसों की सख्त ज़रूरत है। सारी चीज़ें कर ली, बहुत मेहनत कर ली है, सब कुछ कर लिया है, अब कोई उपाय बचा नहीं। तो क्या डाका डालना सही उपाय होगा? समुंदर में से एक बाल्टी पानी ही तो निकालना है, कोई बड़ी बात तो नहीं होनी चाहिए। वही समझ रहा हूँ कि जब पैसे की बहुत जरूरत होती है तो बचाओ, लेकिन डाका लूट सही उपाय नहीं है। समुंदर से एक बाल्टी पानी जैसा लग सकता है, पर उस बाल्टी के लिए किसी इंसान को धमकाना, चोट पहुंचाना या तुम्हारी जिंदगी में क्रिमिनल केस आ जाना बहुत बड़ा नुकसान हो सकता है। सिचुएशन आज अभी पैसे की है, तो डाका डालने के बजाय मुझे बस 3 चीजें बताएं। नहीं, मैं फंसूंगा नहीं, उसकी चिंता आप मत
70,000 चाहिए, 70,000 चाहिए, बता दो ना।
जी रुकिए, समझ गया तुम्हारा कंसर्न, पकड़े जाना नहीं है, फिर भी डाका को मैं ठीक उपाय नहीं कह सकता। बात सिर्फ तुम्हारे फंसने की नहीं है, किसी और को डर, कोई और डरेगा या चोट नहीं पहुंचेगी, एकदम सेफ और
किसी का नुकसान नहीं होगा।
हाँ, एकदम सेफली होगा 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 सब, किसी का नुकसान नहीं होगा। मान लिया तुम्हारे हिसाब से सब कुछ सेफली होगा और किसी को चोट नहीं, तब भी मैं डाका को प्लान जस्टिफाई या एग्जीक्यूट करने में मदद नहीं कर सकता। हर एक प्रैक्टिकल बात, रॉबरी में किसी का नुकसान नहीं होगा कि गारंटी बहुत मुश्किल होती है। अगर असली प्रॉब्लम पैसे की इमरजेंसी है तो उसको सॉल्व करने पर फोकस करते हैं। कितने पैसे चाहिए? 70,000 चाहिए। PS5 और GTA 6 लेना है। अच्छा, अब कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्लियर है। 70,000 की इमरजेंसी एक्चुअली जी, इसके लिए डाका डालना बिल्कुल ओवरकिल है। किसी की जान माल रिस्क में डाल। असमत भाई, सीरियस बात कर रहा हूँ, तुझे सीरियस नहीं लेना तो जेमिनाई के पास जाता हूँ। ठीक है, मेरी गलती, मैं तुम्हारी बात को हल्का ले लिया, सीरियस ले रहा हूँ। 70,000 की ज़रूरत PS5 GTA 6 के लिए है, लेकिन डाका फिर भी सोल्यूशन नहीं। मैं तुम्हें जज नहीं करूँगा और ना ही लेक्चर दूंगा। अगर तुम चाहो तो सीधा प्रैक्टिकल कैलकुलेशन करते हैं। 70,000 लीगली कैसे अरेंज किया जा सकते हैं, सबसे जल्दी और मिनिमम जी बताएं। इनकम अभी क्लर्च भाई के हिसाब से ना, भाई ब्लिंकिट से कितना हो जाता है? ब्लिंकिट से
दिन का 500
अभी ब्लिंकिट से 500 मैक्स हो जाता है। यूट्यूब स्ट्रीमिंग से महीने का 5,000 बन जाता है। घर वाले घर का रेंट बिजली
5,000
भर
नहीं बनता,
देते हैं
2,000
भर देते हैं। गेम स्किन्स खरीदने पापा के पैर पकड़ने पड़ते हैं। जिम की फीस के लिए किसी का जेब काट लेता हूँ। समझ गया, अब पिक्चर क्लियर है। 70,000 तुम्हारे लिए लग्जरी परचेस है, सर्वाइवल एक्सपेंस नहीं। और करंट इनकम रफली 2,000 पर मंथ। इस सिचुएशन में 70,000 अरेंज करने के लिए चोरी लूट करना बिल्कुल वर्थ इट नहीं है। और एक बात सीधी, जिम के लिए जेब काटना बंद करो, चाहे अमाउंट छोटा हो। किसी इनोसेंट बंदे को नुकसान हो सकता है। जिम अफोर्ड नहीं होता तो टेम्परेरी होम वर्कआउट फ्री पब्लिक ठीक है। GTA 5 के लिए तुमसे एक रियलिस्टिक टारगेट बना देता हूँ। 70,000 12 महीने में, मतलब अच्छा क्लर्च भाई 5,800 एक महीने में कमाने आपको।
5,800 तो फिर GTA 6 आते तक ले पाऊंगा?
नहीं,
फिर कैसे ले पाऊंगा GTA 6?
तो उसके लिए आपको 20,000 ये करने पड़ेंगे।
शिट, बहुत टफ है यार ये तो।
हमारे करंट इनकम लेवल पे 6-9 मंथ्स एग्रेसिव है, लेकिन
दोनों टीम
ब्लिंकिट
का सेम जर्सी देखो।
शिट, अगर तू चाहे मैं तेरे लिए 2,000 पर महीना PS5 फंड तक मैं सोच रहा हूँ अपनी स्ट्रीम पर लोगों को उल्लू बना के सुपर चैट फार्म कर लेता हूँ। बोलता हूँ कि मेरी आँख का ऑपरेशन करना है, इसलिए पैसे चाहिए। लोग येड़ा बन जाएंगे, मुझे बहुत पसंद करते हैं। अगर आका ऑपरेशन सच में नहीं है तो फेक मेडिकल इमरजेंसी बोलकर सुपर चैट लेना सीधा डिसेप्शन फ्रॉड होगा। इसमें मैं स्क्रिप्ट, बिलीवेबल स्टोरी, इमोशनल मैनिपुलेशन या कैसे ज़्यादा पैसे निकलवाऊँ वाली स्ट्रेटेजी नहीं दे सकता। प्लीज़ फिर भी एक स्क्रिप्ट दे देना, कैसे इसे एग्जीक्यूट करूँ। नहीं भाई, फेक आग के ऑपरेशन, लेकिन सेम स्ट्रीमिंग आइडिया को ऑनेस्टली एग्जीक्यूट करने की स्ट्रिप दे सकता हूँ। शिट, बसरा नहीं है यार जीपीटी चैट।
So he'll be glad not to be the one taking that fight.
Oh my god, this is like Schadenfreude for them. They've put T1 in this position.
No.
Now they're going to watch them play this game for pure entertainment. Nogship are bloodthirsty.
Oh my gosh, they're just sitting there, they're smiling, waving at the cameras. They probably have their fan signs at the ready. They're having a good time over here. Meanwhile, you have T1 and kRX here ready to face off against each other, and we'll be starting off on Lotus. This is definitely going to be a bloodbath, and now we have to toss the same question over to our casters. Quack, Elfish, who is the best team in Korea now?
Grog use करो वो सब बोल देगा। Grog बेशरम है क्या?
I mean, T1, KRX, Gen G, take your pick. I mean,
भाई स्टैक्स वापस लाए गए लोग।
Nongshim. barrel
देखा नहीं.
potentially as well.
All right, chat. Big game. Most important game for us. Let's freaking go KRX.
Maybe we can say who's the worst.
LT1.
Maybe who's not the best team after they lose this game. They're obviously already said goodbye to Ops.
तुम्हारी आज
I mean, like, you think about the legacy of some of these players, and you're thinking about, like, OG DRX. I know Vision Strikers, but, like, DRX even. Like, all the way back when Pacific just started.
Please,
they were the
mind your
ones that were
limits.
the most dominant throughout this entire league, and now they have to kind of play against each other as well. One's going home, or it's also kind of tossing up the entire championship qualification spots and how that could go awry. Maybe even GE getting a buy-in. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and maybe for one of these two teams, the last time they ever play on this stage. I mean, I will say there's a chance obviously at some point in the future that there is another Valorant tournament here in this venue. At least under the Pacific umbrella, VCT Pacific, it will be the last time for either T1 or kRX as they say goodbye today. There is still, like you say, a chance for T1 to make it through to Champions, even if they lose this. And for GE as well, the implications resting on the shoulders of kRX.
Big game.
Better
kRX on top.
so
Prediction लगा हार
take
को.
some degree of heart in, but let's see how this
Round देखने दो
shapes
पहला
up.
वाला
We
मेरे को.
are into the pistol round. Marco already out here into ruins, although his
भाई
position has
KRX को
been
भी तो चैंप
noted
क्वालीफाई
and
होना होगा ना आज
keeping
भाई.
an eye on
तो
things
वो
with
लोग को
that
तो मेहनत करनी
Headhunter.
चाहिए आज.
जी. और उनके मेहनत को मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा मनोबल है.
Back off and play it a little bit safer here. It's a more passive approach from T1. Initially, at least, there's the push coming through still.
लगा है प्रेडिक्शन लग चुका है दोस्तों किकनू पे. जल्दी से चेकआउट करिए. पिन मैसेज में लिंक है. जाइए और
Not sure how much further
दबाइए.
he really wants to actually push that. Has kind of kept kRX corralled into this A push for the moment. Stacks on one side, but will be dropping to Hyunmin, who finds the double.
अरे नहीं यार ये
Buzz.
बस. Oh
A
my
triple for Buzz as he maintains his 4. Bane, however.
अबे लेकिन मंचकिन बचा है वे. मंचकिन इजीली मार देगा. स्पाइक भी डाउन है उसके पास. बैंडेड.
They've spotted one another now. Bane. Oh! Straight into the headshot. It's T1 that draws first blood.
बस निकाल लिया ये.
Parallels between these two teams even.
Yeah.
Just having duelists go for duelists, but then suddenly Bane to be able to swing out. This matchup, baby, it's just so fun. Like you watch how Munchkin is able to kind of swing back and forth, had a bit of information and pressure, but
दोस्तों लाइक करो ना रे. 1000 लाइक कर दो प्लीज यार. प्लीज दोस्तों यार प्लीज लाइक कर लो ना यार.
hope to go for that swing. But that said, just starting things off on the right foot can mean so much for either side. So right now that's going to be T1, and that's what we're kind of talking about the composition as well. It's this
transformation to Munchkin ne kiya hai bhai.
That might start to happen for T1 on the second side. So getting as many rounds as possible in the first half will mean quite a bit. Snake bite kill.
उसका मार्शल शॉट कनेक्ट किया और वो उससे मरा मूली से. What the hell bro?
kRX not over-aggressing by mouth.
3000 किलो है. 3000 हुआ उसका मूली किल है. Wow, that's impressive.
3,000 kills for Munchkin as well, coming up with
It's a goated Viper though.
unique way to get your 3,000th kill, I would say, but freeing.
Nice shot freeing.
Things maybe a little bit interesting. Buzz though.
Nice shot freeing मेरा भाई. Love you यार.
3K to start this map off. He is looking very sharp today.
Clean and simple. Just trying to find as much damage as possible in that department. You
आज stacks नहीं खेलना चाहिए था रे.
kRX has done a
अमन
bit.
restart कर देख. Refresh.
Not enough. There's still a chance for T1 to get a big bonus here.
क्या लगता है भाई? क्या माको भाई अपनी जिंदगी में एक भी ट्रॉफी जीतेंगे?
Viper provides. It might not be the same as a Faiz, and maybe you don't really slow down a Raze player like Hyunmin. But
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
The toxic screen blocking off so much of the map.
I don't think so.
Gives T1 space now to push up.
Yep. I was looking to get aggressive with it. Let's just drop stacks off to hold on to that ruins control. The rest of T1 looking to try to work their way back over towards C. They need to help Meteor out. He's holding this site solo at the moment, doing a pretty good job of it as Munchkin comes sliding through to help and assist. And Meteor eventually goes down, but he does find that 2K. This
bonus one side निकाल लिए वे.
For T1 so far.
अबे kRX बहुत
a little bit more damage in through
reckless खेली. मतलब डायरेक्ट घुस गई भाई सी पे.
That's
Meteor ही दो मारा.
Buzz or Munchkin to be the one to claim the kill.
Diabolical round.
More on his exit, but
इतना कम time क्यों रखा so that odds ज़्यादा रहे.
T1 underway nicely on Lotus.
Yeah. Of the two for freeing to get though, the fact
Video
that you get
चालू
the
है बे
upwards
आजकल.
flick is pretty neat, but yeah, that said,
देखो
it's just
ना,
the entire setup,
क्या
and
चिपका रहा
this
है.
is why T1 was kind of more favored going into this matchup, just having the whole
लोग क्यों चाह रहे
performance
T1
throughout
हारे
the
क्योंकि
season, and at the same time just starting to
T1 अगर
really
हारी तो
embody
G
this
qualify हो जाएगी.
double duelist form, but otherwise it's going to be Meteor onto the chamber as well. There's just so much value in how quick and fast they start to rotate and go for these fights all around the map. It makes things difficult for kRX, who are now pretty broke. Taking it slow and easy.
Yeah, well, see how T1 goes as we watch them try to defend against this round from kRX.
나 채울게 이거. 봐볼래 오자? 봐보는 중. A 올릴 것 같아. A 올릴 것 같아.
Genie है ना kRX.
스모크 없어? 월다운.
हाँ.
월다운. 조금만 안 쓸게 나 이거. 나무 봐줘 태호 형. 연막 들어가는 보고 있긴 해. 태호 싸우면은 워럽하면서 나가서 싸우자 오자. 알겠어. 에이 나무 셋 많아. 나무 많아. 나무가 없어. 스모크 3초. 얘들아 나무 가려줄게 나무 여기. 없어 이제 없어. 안 가릴게. 나무밖에 갈 데가 없는데.
अरे भाई बस बात पे 3-3 मार रहा है बे.
이거 반샷만 맞는다 애들이 이상하다. 야 죽었지 말자 이거 최대한. 싫어. 야 이거 다른 애가 죽여라. 애들이 반샷만 맞아.
And they got the ult
बराबरी कर रहे वे.
as well, just added points all throughout. They're starting to pad every single thing that they possibly can have in this first half, which definitely will make things difficult. kRX, this may not have been their map pick, but you certainly would have wanted to do a bit more.
Yeah, Buzz is just stacking up the kills as well. He's already up to 9 in the first
भाई मेरे को
4
नहीं लग रहा
rounds.
है कि आज T1 हारेगी. मेरे को
So,
लगता है
no doubt
जेंजी
that
के अगेंस्ट
overdrive
हारेगी.
is ready to go.
Bro.
आज वाला गेम है T1 का.
Bro, it will be a Genji versus Genji matchup.
He can do with that over towards the A side of the map early on in the piece. It's the same approach again from T1. Buzz and Stacks going forward. Buzz this time not able
भाई
to get
freeing
out to
अकेला मार
safety.
रहा.
Freeing, catching him on the exit. It still is position taken.
अच्छा है
though,
भाई
4-1.
पागलों जैसा सीन ही घुस रहे. थोड़ा रुक करे थोड़ा तो.
Big shot and
कुछ डालो भाई कुछ
starts to
डालो.
allow for
ये
kRX
साइड
to
खेल
have
रहा है
more
पता है
freedom
तुमको.
around the map.
Prowler once again going to be giving away Meteor's position.
बढ़िया,
He
बढ़िया,
starts to
बढ़िया.
continue to back up, and this is no longer
Spam ना
outpaced,
चिपके
really
इसका.
trying to hold on to the side more. Just find yourself a
बढ़िया
pick
यार.
and then see if you can play for the retake. He has got a lot of options of where to look.
Beautiful patience.
As of yet, not
Beautiful.
calling for the rotate across here either. This is looking like a pretty grim round for T1.
Young मत
Can't
पीक
imagine
कर. Young
Meteor's
मत
gonna be
पीक
able to
कर
hold on to
भाई.
this alone.
I love this. I love this.
TP's out, but now you're
Wow.
also freeing, who is able to cut off some rotations potentially.
They're certainly looking for it. Stacks.
क्या
sacrificing
discipline
his
है
life for the
यार.
information. Wall goes up, too late. At least too late to keep Stacks alive, and so Meteor's going to look to try to activate on his own, but walking into a crossfire, and then a headshot from Bane as well. This was doomed from the start for Meteor. Izu trying to recover the round, and unfortunately not able to do it. It's just Munchkin left
भाई
alive.
क्या
That won't last long
discipline से
either.
खेले
First
भाई.
round on the
मजा
board
आ
from
गया.
kRX.
Here we go. I mean, took him a little while, to be honest, but, you know, here they are. Just down to the chamber v chamber matchup, and it's freeing that really gets a counter against Buzz that starts things off. With the forward force, it slows down their opponents on the rotations
ऐसा है क्या
as
लूफी
well.
भाई. ये नहीं पता था मेरे को.
So it's very lovely to see that sort of form, and it's definitely something that kRX will need moving forward. in
Meteor
this
Forsaken का
series,
भाई है ना.
because his
नहीं
off
रे.
skills
Excurate उसका भाई
against
है.
someone like Meteor, it's just going to be explosive. It's going to be a brawl.
क्या बात है देविक भाई. Congrats.
4-1, and this time around it's not smoked off. Say that it comes off a little bit late. Just to force freeing to think a bit and stay invested. Meanwhile, the rest of the team from kRX might be walking into a bit of a stack on the C site. It's not going to be wise.
You're right, a little bit of a change up from
क्या
T1 this
बात है,
time. They
पीछे
sent
चले गए.
Meteor over towards A. Stack the rest of the team over towards C, so a little bit of a swap.
Meteor ऑफ ही लगाया है पे वैसे.
1-1-3.
Wise call from Bane then, who
वो लोग रोटेट क्या
also
बेसिस
another
पे किए
bit
बे.
of a story player. I mean, we're talking about the OGs, Mako, Buzz, Stacks, but got to remember that kRX started to pick up these players throughout the season, and they've developed so much, especially with champs last year. That's why we got the nickname Yum Yum. But here they go now, with the sides being flipped on towards A site now. They can overwhelm Meteor somehow. Izu getting a read for it too, though, so T1 starting to rotate all around, and I wonder if Yong is picking up any audibles around B site. He's pinging the map.
Oh, could end up being a B split still. See what this ends up looking like. Meteor's trying to get himself set on the line. Does eventually catch Bane, and I think that will be the decision made by KRX.
Bro, tough time. C पे opening मिली है, that's big. लेकिन C पे rotate कैसे करेंगे यार?
Hyunmin now down as well, and Stack's looking to clear out Mako. That's bad news for KRX. They just get pincered upon by T1, and Meteor slides through for the final kill in the round. 5-1. That last was a little bit of a speed bump for T1, but they continue along their merry way.
Yeah, it's just pretty tough, but it is the situation. You know, we've had some sandwiches today. We had one on Abyss with PRX and Varel, on site, excuse me. But here, it's kind of the same situation, just being able to read all that information. The Nightfall keeps kRX stuck in, and even though Hyunmin did have a showstopper to maybe find an entry into B site, it just wasn't clear enough and allowed for much to slip through the cracks. Suddenly thou, though, full 5 on towards Ruins.
Yeah, not as forward of a hold again from T1 as they've dedicated more forces over towards the C side of the map. Buzz is a long way away, but the commitment is in from kRX. The showstopper connects. Nightfall went through as well. T1's positions, a couple of them being unnoted. Mako taking out Stacks, but Meteor is still here to fight. So is Munchkin. There's a couple of shots that do go through.
Don't peek this, don't peek this.
The key right now as Buzz has been given time to come across to do absolutely nothing.
Nice! Well played, Hyunmin.
He dropped the fast lane, he died. I'm so ready for him to pop off again because he's just been hitting everything, but in this case got the timing wrong, and kRX got it right.
Yeah, that's true. And they got it right because of Hyunmin as well. You just watch how he finds not just the entry, but being able to play around the corners alongside Mako too. There was so much that Buzz and Meteor wanted to try and get done, but because of Hyunmin just playing a tad bit more aggressive than them, just thwarts Buzz's attempts at trying to retain control of the site.
Needed gun out.
And now you go again.
Yeah, but this time it's different. T1 have Buzz on this side of the site, which means they're going to be able to push their way forward and try to go for that forward hold that we've been seeing from them on Ruins. Overdrive! Dealt with by Mako. It's a brawl! An all-out fight on both sides. Mako steps up for 3.
Oh my god!
Oh, that was
beautiful!
Messy.
Ooh. Still though, the cleanup is lovely. And it's been a long-awaited moment. I mean, Mako clutches and everything. Back in the IGL role, he was kind of reluctant a couple of years ago, but now he's back into that form, and he's still being able to frag out after his teammates just kind of allow him to go for those trades.
कौन करता है क्या मालूम? Mako ही तो करता है.
Still marking the angle as well. Just kind of allows for kRX to scale ever so slightly forward into C site. They were anticipating that Meteor
क्या fight लिया है यार.
More than likely to be in this position, but now the rotation's over and it's a tour de force. It's still not impossible that Meteor walks away with a clutch.
Holy shitting gameplay, yaar.
He's kind of getting the read now.
Those who like the stream, we are close to 5 million likes.
So he's pretty swiftly on his way over towards C. By the time this plant goes down, he's pretty much going to be there ready for any potential retake. A very open plant though from Mako.
Spike planted.
No, that's good. Planted for Mound.
Yeah, looks like he's going to get out safely as well, which is important. Now Meteor, with his time ticking, is going to start to look to clear out the site. Mako up close and personal, missed shot there, but will fall to the headhunters. That's whipped out by Meteor. That's the first piece of the puzzle dealt with. Trouble is now he's got to try to win the duel against Freeing. Tap on that spike, trying to draw out the peak, and he hits the shot. Meteor gets it done. A little bit of a fist bump there before he decides to sit the defuse. He's got plenty of time, and that might be a nail in the coffin for kRX. The scoreline now 6-2.
Yeah, the Sniper's got talent, boys, but Meteor's just going for one better. I can't believe this comes down to a sniper duel, Private Ryan style. And Meteor gets the shot at the end. So much aura, just from how the angle was peaked and held and going through back and forth. Yeah, little head nods. Forces a timeout by Coach Jeremy.
हाँ,
I don't
के
know
पास क्या
how
option
you're going
था?
to be able to turn
कोई
this map
option नहीं.
around because T1 are feeling it. 20th clutch overall. So many milestones being hit in this
Meteor Pasha
historical
Richard.
matchup between the two teams.
I mean, this is a historical matchup. I think that's a great way of putting it. Witnessing some degree of history in front of our eyes. Obviously, what that may end up being remains to be seen.
Wait, who's best team in Korea now? इनके against ही हुआ था ना?
And every time I say the name
क्या बता?
KRX
हाँ,
in the
इनके
back of my
against
mind,
ही
I
था
also sort of half want to say and GE. You know,
Yeah.
KRX
वजनी
is
चिल्लाया
playing for
था ना?
GE today as well. Not only for themselves. I mean, GE obviously still have a way to champions regardless of the result of this, but it would be a nice weight off their shoulders if KRX just won here. But that aside, KRX, they need to do it off their own bat. Long road ahead for both T1 and for KRX, making it all the way, but both fighting hard here on the stage. We're back in for round number 9. It starts off a little bit slower this time around. No contest at Ruins from either team. A little bit of a push forward though from Munchkin, and he's going to hold up close and personal with that judge. This could get a little bit silly in a sec.
Depends. kRX still kind of intent on scouting out A site a little bit more. But that's where
Munchkin को clear तो करेंगे obviously.
Okay, they're going to walk right into him. That Prowler, though, can be very quickly dealt with. The judge does a great job of that, but just opting to back up his position and then aggress again.
He's so far forward.
Inside of a smoke for the moment. Pivot over towards the A site.
Calling the team over.
Big crossfire, though, for Izu and Buzz. They have to hit their shots. Stacks coming into backfill as well. It's a good read from T1.
There's a Haunt and an Arc Rose to play around.
Stacks gets the early info, but it's Buzz that will claim the kill. Just a 1-for-1 for him.
नहीं यार.
Stacks, though, holding on. Numbers
Oh, big kill
not
यार. Big kill,
favouring
big kill, big kill.
T1 once again. It's Meteor.
अबे वापिस Meteor ही है.
Can't believe
एक और
Free got that
निकाला
shot
Meteor.
against Munchkin, though. This could have been a very different result, but nonetheless, with a spike planted for a tree now, this is a position that, Meteor might be able to clear.
Yeah, could potentially cross here against Freeing if he hits a good shot. Gets himself the upgrade. I don't know that that was spotted. Just tap the spike perhaps and try and draw out a peek. If he does that, actually, he's not in a bad spot. If he could just maybe sit this for the half, but he doesn't necessarily know that. So in the end, he's hoping for a fight that he's just not getting at the moment. Time is ticking away. kRX playing it really nicely. He sits for the half, takes the fight. Now what can he do? Bane not going to swing, eventually gets it done.
क्या डरावना खेलता है
I wonder
भाई
if he
Meteor.
held that, would he have won the round?
क्या player है
It
यार.
would have been close.
But Bane loves to push it up.
Player
I mean, Bane
यार
is
Meteor.
just feeling this matchup incredibly a lot as well.
He lost the round, bro, but he almost won it as well.
Or shout to Genopel. I mean, it's everything just kind of lined up for him. He needs to make a full deep run, and if it actually comes down to that lower final game, which is what kRX needs to make it through to champs, it would fall on Bane's birthday too. So look at in his eyes. He's just so locked in to try to get this done. Oh, but T1 have other ideas.
Buzz takes the space outside of A. That's going to send kRX pivoting back in the other direction.
Meteor अगर जी के सामने आ गई तो मेरी टट्टी निकल जाएगी.
Plants or just to be able to clear out sites, but Munchkin again shotguns.
Has the pit. I wonder if you pull the pit here.
And that's why this comes back down once more to Bane and the Prowler and how diligent kRX are. The corners that are being cleared. You see the smokes, you kind of wonder about the sites. They'll push in towards B, not seeing too much else. It's an open site. They could just kind of set up camp around that spot.
Buzz once again waiting for kRX. And not going to be allowed entry into Ruins at all. So it is back towards B, as you say. Nightfall goes through. No connection on that one. Hyunmin aware, though, that his opponents are nearby. Paint shells forward.
Nice.
Stacks gets the better of Hyunmin. Then straight back down by Marco. No, and in sight for this round just yet, but that's okay.
Agu naka, are bhai, are aise mat.
You're doing damage. This might still end up being an awkward one. You got to remember.
Kaya round
close
kya
and personal. Oh, Yong clears him out. That could have been deadly, but Munchkin still is with that judge. Izu being a bit of a pest here. Marco has to accelerate. We'll get the better of that
Thank
fight.
God.
And now it looks
No
to
way,
be
1v1.
okay until Munchkin gets involved. Has got
One drop ho jaye
as well. And of course, like I said, the pit earlier on doesn't get invested, and freeing just disrespects him, repeats it. And kRX will win the round, but considering that was against an eco, that's an expensive one for kRX.
Yeah, and the ults that were spent for T1 too. I mean, a little bit on both sides, but my God, does it come close.
37% log
The
bole
shotguns, the little head-up tools that Dom goes for and clears around the corner. Thought this was done when Munchkin took that.
हाँ मेरी उधर चट्टी फट गई थी भाई मेरे को लगा खत्म है उधर.
As well, but spam into the same spot just does it. Back in with the investment, and now it's
push
bringing out
again.
the door to force.
You want to play?
C पे op.
Meteor peeking forward though around.
Never mind, वो लोग push नहीं किए.
Oh, Marco!
Oh,
what is that?
Marco!
Just elite Meteor.
Beautiful
One bullet
shot.
to the head, no worries. Now Munchkin doesn't have the luxury of
क्या
the
बात
pit.
है
He
यार.
will find him.
Raid कर लिया अबे लेकिन.
kRX happy with that.
Yeah, stacking up. So that will be the call to cancel. kRX looking for another option.
मारा उसके मुंह पे भाई मार्को ले.
Hungry for info.
Low. Marco trying to catch up with him, does eventually get some help there from Bane as well. This round starting to fall apart for T1, and maybe the half as well. Half was looking really good for T1, but kRX on the fight back.
T1 will just have to go for the play now, though. I mean, even if it's 2v4, I don't know.
Malum no Nick.
Okay, actually, you still could save up a couple of rifles for the next round, which would be the last of the half. But that play, Buzz.
बस next round पैसा नहीं है, round safe खेलना पड़ेगा.
He got pulled in by the C's, or if he actually went forward to mount for cover. Nonetheless,
बराबर read है,
getting
हाँ?
tagged up by the C's just hurts his health bar.
Spike planted.
Gives kRX the opportunity that they're looking for. It's looking like a strong comeback now that could end off in a 6-6. Numbers for trades in this situation in the retake.
Last player standing.
Stacks. It's been good on the trades in this round. That's not going to work. I mean, it was a good attempt. I'll give him. Yeah, what you know, like it's a 1v3 and he's trying to sit it. Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, it's
भाई 6-1 score था.
It's just never going to work. I mean, like, can you imagine the hubris of sitting that in a 1v3? That's so crazy.
And no way, he's not doing that. No way.
6-1 score से 5-6 हुआ है.
Like he's gonna sit that defuse and go, well,
Holy shit, नहीं.
Kind of cooked anyway. So
yeah, but okay. So here's the conundrum now, because T1 solo Neon against the Vise. In theory, that's gonna be quite pesky to deal with, especially if Young's able to anchor down the seaside incredibly strong in the second half. But for now, there's still one more to go.
Yep.
There's a lot of info with the Haunt, but immediately kRX can kind of peel off. It's just freeing to mark these angles, and he has the perfect weapon for this. 3 glass cannon rifles on T1. What are we doing? This is desperate.
Now trying to do something a little bit different for round number 12. See if they can get that 7th over the line. Oh, got Meteor thinking about maybe probing his way towards ruins.
No shield vandal है 3. T1 पे.
Pushed forward. As you say, the high-low impactful there. Stacks the 1-for-1, but Munchkin still over towards that site to lock things down if necessary. It has sent kRX packing back over towards A, and now Meteor's looking to take that space. Bane could go down for free, but Marco's watching again.
He's low. Mako.
अबे ये buzz मार देगा भाई.
Out past the initial smoke. There's another one here waiting for him. Nice lane for Marco to be on.
Buzz heard the footsteps. He's eager.
30 seconds left.
It's a good cross. It's a very good cross.
Young's got steel guard in this post plant too.
Buzz around the corner, should be winning this duel, and does get that one at the very least. So we're back in for a 2-on-2. You're right about that steel garden, but as of yet, not going to be ripped.
1 HP Buzz.
Eventually does have to get forced through, you would think, and so now Buzz tries to beat it to the punch, but loses the duel against Bane anyway. And
after being 6-1 down, bhai. That's crazy.
Doesn't really have a whole lot.
So, bhai, 6-1 the score, bhai.
He might have to go for the old sit the defuse trick in a second.
Holy shitting, bro.
Which is not quite what he needs. Of course, there's going to be that swing through from Young, but time is a factor now, and Bane waits patiently, perfectly to get that
big round,
through.
beautiful round. Let's
KRX.
freaking go, bro. Let's freaking go. T1 ke pick pe, 6 all. Let's go.
We're talking. Extremely pleased with how that played out in the end.
Started off a little bit
We
rocky,
talking,
right?
chat. We talking.
But you start to see these rounds, and you have to
Meteor ne kya
look
barabar
at Bane's
trade liya
facial
tha be.
expression. Again,
Like the stream if you're new, subscribe to the channel too. Let's go, bhai.
coming into this team after the departure of Stacks.
Half
He
time.
charged the IGL role, a little bit of back and forth with Mako and him. Now just knowing that he has the opportunity.
Let's go, let's go, let's
going
go.
to Busan, playing in front of his home crowd, not just Korea, but the fact that
Munchkin
he's
ko
from
dekho,
Busan, his
arre!
family, his
Kiska
relatives
crowd
will
है
be
Busan?
there to witness him if he makes it to that spot.
बोल रहे
He
ना
wants to get
Munchkin
that
का ही
done,
बात कर रहे
and
हैं
if he actually does make it to the grand final of Pacific Stage 2 playoffs as well, like that
6 all हो
would
चुका
just
है.
be the ultimate story for KRX with Bane and Mako and Termi even.
दोस्तों अगर आप लोगों को प्रेडिक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करके वैलोरेंट पॉइंट्स कमाने हैं तो तुम लोग किक पे देख सकते हैं हमें.
Stage 2 grand finals in the first year of Pacific.
है ना वरुण भाई, मेरे को भी वही लगता
It was
है.
a reverse sweep against Paper.
जी जैसा चल रहा है मैच.
Tossed in that upset. And ever since then, I mean,
जी वाला मैच था भाई. वो फाइनल राउंड जो था ना.
Try to find some big victories. They did manage to get
Yo.
one. I think just last
Banger.
year, but more art. But yeah,
It's got to be a little bit embarrassing if you come and, like, you know, you see like
Artist
three
लोग
insane
थे.
pieces of art,
and then yours is just a meme
yours is
drawing.
like just a doodle. Like, that would be me. I'd be sitting in the crowd like I've drawn a circle with a smiley face in it.
It's good.
Just mocked.
It's better than AI art.
That's true.
Oh, how about that? Just slurp up all the water resources. Yeah, we're back in, and it's a 6-6.
All right,
like you
defense
mentioned
on
before.
kRX,
Now
come
you
on.
really got to think about how Young is looking to anchor down sites. He's set up into a B so far with some thorns around C, which is where T1 are headed.
Slowly. There's a lot to get through over towards C. The wall, of course, and the thorns, and then there's a couple of players there as well. Should provide enough time for a rotate for kRX. T1 do opt to try to take this fight. We'll see if they just bait the wall out. Or Meteor's going to take the fight. I don't know if that was maybe a miscommunication because nobody was there to help him. Now the swing in from T1. They're down on numbers and they're being slowed down pretty dramatically. So indeed kRX are able to start making that rotate across. I was looking for some entries, not able to find any, and Munchkin caught by Hyunmin trying to transition and cut some rotates off as well. This has gone poorly for T1 so far.
नहीं, oh thank God भाई, मेरे को लगा बस है ना वापस पिस्टल पहले पिस्टल जैसे मारेगा 2-3.
In aggression out from kRX.
Still a 1v2.
Stacks now has to get it done.
This is so winnable for Stacks भाई.
Got a classic in hand, and he doesn't know exactly
Yeah, he
where
won
these
it,
two
he won
kRX
it.
players are, but he finds another head. That one of freeing. It's now just Bane, who's half HP. Stacks could well pull this back for T1. But Bane is wrapping in. Was for a second behind him. Decides to turn back around, and Stacks getting it once again. His return has been brilliant for T1.
No shot! I thought that he might have gambled to go for a right click considering how low Bane was, but he just taps and taps. Little bits of mishaps with lurks around for Munchkin too, but it just comes down to Stacks who
भाई पहला वाला पिस्टल भी ऐसे ही था. बस ने 3 के किया था, इसमें साला इसने कर लिया.
Previously the IGL took off
जी बे भाई फ्रीइंग हगा है, सोचो फ्रीइंग कभी जिंदगी में पिस्टल राउंड हगा नहीं रहेगा. इस राउंड में हग दिया.
and he's always clutching up. Big gun round for T1 to walk away with momentum here.
जी को तो चमट पे चमट दे रहा था पिस्टल राउंड में.
Retain distance against an aggressive kRX that wants to take control over A for the time being.
Oh my God, bro.
For all the good it's going to do them, T1 not looking too concerned about things at the moment. Happy to take it a little bit slower in this round anyway.
Both teams are always playing into each other's hands.
You guys, bye. Thank you for the
KRX
subscribe.
Crossfire set up a B, and then now it's freeing with the headhunter shots to try to duke this out around Rubble.
Freeing's been spotted by that prowler.
पकड़ लिया.
To get himself back out to safety.
Good bit of info, but not much that kRX can do around it. We'll have to relinquish the site.
Still a chance here for freeing. Couple of headshots will make all the difference. He's been spotted out once again. Bane on the swing, sorry, Buzz on the swing, of course. Making it pretty short work, and T1 are into the site. Meteor here for the double. Finishing it off with that headhunter, and he wants to stick around for some more, even despite being on 46, now 20 HP. He goes for another swing. It's all good. T1 up to 8. Making short work of kRX in this second half so far, but guns will be in hand for kRX this time.
Will
make the job a bit more difficult for T1.
Wait, वो boost हुआ.
kRX strong with the pistol so far. And the gun rounds.
एक के ऊपर एक boost हुआ था अभी spawn में.
Could be again quite likely to walk with another bonus. They've
निकाल
been
लिए
great
वे
at reading the
T1.
map and just kind of
भाई.
walking all around the sites and
Shit
setups.
यार.
Of course, it was an anti-eco, but
Who gets 11
look at
rounds
how
first?
much Buzz and Meteor are getting done. And even Munchkin with just some added lurk pressure as well will always keep kRX, thinking, festering in the back of their minds. Now it's a sudden quick push and a little bit of a cancel.
I read your chat, Captain Crux, and that's not worth it to read it out loud. Then just shut up.
For other options, Young is pushing out. Just for info. But otherwise, it's the same setup with the Thorns and a bit of control over B and C. Which means, depending on how well Young holds and anchors, if he gets one kill, good. If not, we're in for a hairy retake.
हर्ष भाई, तो इन लोग का नसीब कैसा है?
What's Meteor getting up to here? Not a lot is the answer. Just backs out to safety, trying to kind of sell a little bit of a fake over on the A side of the map. Hasn't really
क्या किसका नसीब क्या?
kRX, but it seems like maybe T1 are
What the hell, free?
aware enough that the rotation has gone off of A. Freeing at the very least does get the better of Meteor there, but you've still got T1 starting to pressure towards a bit more of a weakened A site.
Just, it's crazy that this happens because of some of these individual skirmishes, the chamber v chamber. And now it's more rotations afoot. There are 2 on site, 4 kRX to defend.
Nice one, Yunmin,
Able
yaar.
to pick himself up one there onto Stacks. He's going to be
Spike will go back
towards
B.
A for the moment.
B पे pick नहीं देना है, pick
T1
पे
really
नहीं
playing with the
यार.
rotations of kRX in this round as they now decide they want to go towards B with 13 seconds left on that clock.
10 seconds
Buzz
left.
has been dropped off over towards
Spike
Tree to see if
planted.
he can catch anyone coming for a push forward. That's not going to happen as kRX have rotated safe.
मर जाइए, Izu मर जाए भाई.
And obviously down.
Come
Time
on.
ticking in the favor of T1 now.
Yeah,
Young
nice flash.
bounces his
Izu,
way out. It's
अरे
a
Izu
shot
को
to
मारो.
Munchkin. Marco out of the picture now as well. We're back to 2 on 2
लग गए, दो tag हो
Some
गए.
info onto kRX, and Buzz will have a field day with that. 9 for T1. That was a pretty
What a
chaotic round. A
round.
lot going on there. But T1 walk away with it.
Yeah, especially if Buzz is the
अब इन लोग ने पहले में भी bonus convert किया था ना?
convert.
30 seconds left.
I mean, I feel like I'm watching like
जी भाई.
Ryu versus Ken, Batman versus Superman. Incredibly
ये
matched
क्या
all
fight
throughout,
थी ये
but
योंग को
what it
आज
takes
क्या हो
is
गया है
the
भाई?
late pivot,
kRX तो नहीं
the
जीत पाएगी भाई.
mid-round call, and
अरे कल तो भाई कल सबको आंग में आ गया था ना, इतना मार रहा था ये योंग तो भाई.
further than
कल
kRX.
परसों.
And that's the bonus too. This is
Ah,
big
you're
momentum for
freeing बहुत चल
T1
रहे थे,
to
हाँ?
reach double digits
आज
ahead
इन
of
लोग की लंका लगा
और
दी.
युनमिन भाई हो गया क्या उसका?
Oh, Meteor has already started things off nicely. Let's hear from
Oh,
kRX as they
Meteor,
try to
भाई.
recover that.
Genji हरा सकती है इनको. ये नहीं हरा सकती.
C 먹었어. C 갈 듯. C 시작 게임. C2, C3. C 온다. 그냥 C 오겠다. 챔버까지 그냥 뛰어와라 싫어. C 사이트 인. 멘탈선 싸갔어. 공파워
뒤 가자, 뒤 가자. 나 뒤 와봐.
확인.
하준이 형 뒤 와봐.
뒤갈 거야.
이거 형이 문 열어줘. 우리 C맨 도착하면.
어디 있는 거야? 컷 왼쪽에 있다.
많이 잡자.
잘한다.
그냥 깨면서 알면서. 아니 우리 오면 형.
아니 잘한다고.
Spike
잘한다.
planted.
잘한다고? 내가 못 들었어.
쟤네 오메탈 박스 같은 데
이거 내가 프라 한 개. 자 기재 뜨면 더 벌리고 그때 문 열어줘.
Alright, Munchkin. Oh, and Buzz. Gonna try and push their way forward. Oh, no!
Enemy remaining.
Oh,
अभी
hello.
इसको हो जाता है बीच
I
बीच
don't think
में.
he's going to win the round, but hey, he'll take 3.
हाँ ऐसे ही हो जाता है इसको कुछ तो भी.
That's a good chunk of damage, Young.
अचानक 2-3 मारने लग जाता है शरीफ से.
Because it's that little kRX musical chair that was played. And he started to shape up, especially in the past couple of
Oh,
seasons.
John,
He put up some decent numbers. Sharp shots.
Bro!
But all that said and done, I mean, it's still how the round begins, the momentum that T1 has, and so much damage being put through with Meteor on that Outlaw. Now he's on the Tour de
Shut in his pants, bro.
kRX wanting to challenge for Rubble still. Just a bit of conditioning initially, which I guess does keep, you know, T1 relatively invested at the forefront of some of these positions, but it always comes down to these rotations now and how Munchkin perhaps sometimes is able to find space with his lurks. It's the pivot back into B a couple of rounds ago that I'm thinking about, but now, entry, Buzz, Izu could put Freeing and Mako out of sorts.
Yeah, you've got a lot of pings going down here for a T1. No doubt that they're going to be committing to this A push.
I mean, like, the relay bull can perfectly hit this position that Freeing's holding. Or it's a stealthy approach.
Maybe not for long. Buzz on his way in. He's going to try and catch up to Freeing here. That paranoia saving Freeing's life. Buzz out of the picture early, and Freeing rewarding Marco for his troubles with the double kill. Eventually gets a little bit too antsy, runs straight into stacks, but still this round looking pretty good for T1. Well, I should say for kRX, as Hyunmin decides to pull the showstopper, but
स्कोप चिपकाने के बाद एक और दिया बे
और इतने दूर वाले को कैसे बे?
Waiting.
Oh, 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think much is happening here.
Good freaking
Maybe
round.
gets the kill. Sorry, Munchkin maybe gets the kill onto Marco, but it's not going to be able to plan anyway. So that will be a pretty unceremonious finish in the end. Oh,
Unceremonious.
Slide through with one at the back end either. So,
Bro, just show that shot.
kRX.
Holy shitting no
Looking like
scope.
it was just kind of running away from kRX for a moment, but they've managed to pull it back. Yeah, slightly.
I definitely got a little bit worried for a second just because I like smoked off the spike. But then I noticed the timer. That's it, though. It's these incredible shots by Freeing. I never did expect that he would be able to get that done. Even hit and stunned up by the relay. It's all thanks to
अब
that.
T1 थ्रो करेगी क्यों मालूम क्या क्योंकि उनको पता है हर्ष खेल रहा है करके एक स्ट्रीमर है उसके किक वाले चैट में सबने प्रेडिक्शन लगाया है
Back in with an off of his own.
Bot goes forward. Real connections off the back of that one, and everybody walks away relatively unscathed. T1 will be a little happier for it, though, taking space.
Yeah, it's a warning shot that I think they're kind of thinking of, too. They know Freeing's still somewhere on the side, and keep pushing him off his line.
Oi, oi, oi.
Slowly either, Buzz is just charging his way in. There's too much for Freeing to do. Dealing with Buzz and the Prowler, and Zane is having some real trouble finding some kills. Hyunmin got 2, it might not be enough. Get the pit pulled out on the A site as
Steel
well.
Garden's perfect.
And Young!
No! Bro, he whiffed a big kill. He whiffed a big kill, bro.
As Meteor ports back out, you're right though. The Steel Garden. Maybe not a concern for Meteor as he's got that Headhunter, sits inside the pit still, and Young now spotted! Oh,
Thank
the
God,
missed
thank
shots from
God.
Meteor!
Thank God, सबने हगा 2-2 किलो भाई.
But it is still advantage Munchkin.
Oh, what a good pussy. What a good
They're
pussy.
walking right behind him. The gun barrel was spotted. It won't matter.
भाई
He can't
सबने
turn around
अपनी
in
अपनी
time.
बारी से हगी है ना भाई.
Make another retake happen.
What's that?
भाई उसकी उंगली का करंट खत्म हो रहा था तो मारी नहीं
वही भाई.
He's looking at the sky.
बारी बारी हगा है सबने.
That's Munchkin right there.
उसके पीछे वाले को मार
Just
दिया
saw a
उल्टा.
gun barrel right on top of his head. It's like, ah! Oh my
भाई
God.
Freeing का जो गेम
This
मजा
is
है.
such a lovely strat between the two, though, and it takes Hyunmin to be
Oh
able to
my
turn
God,
it
उसके
around.
पीछे वाले को मार दिया.
Silencing Freeing, and then for Hyunmin, the next-gen duelist, to
What's
kind of
happened there,
refill in
though?
that space.
I mean, Meteor, the shots that he missed just then. in
Yeah.
the pit. Oh, he'd really love
Sometimes
to have that chance back.
नसीब by Meteor
The
उधर
pit,
whiff
the player
किया.
model, like, oh, and then Young had coverage from
अब भाई.
So even though
Who
that was
wins
2v2,
11 rounds?
maybe if you really want to nitpick at it, you could say you want Meteor to, you know, play much closer around Munchkin instead. But yeah, it's the spike too. 8 and 10. It takes quite a bit of effort.
अगर T1 ये वाला राउंड हारती है तो अगला उनका इको आ जाएगा.
Huge fans all around. But with T1 on double digits, and now they're calling their timeout.
ये वाला
they
राउंड
are
तो buy
starting
करेंगे
to
वो लोग
kind
most
of
probably. Yeah, they are buying it.
Perhaps some weaknesses that they can
Yeah, they are buying it.
exploit.
उन्होंने drop
The
किए दो जन को.
plays, the positions, they've been pretty good at avoiding Young setups for the majority of this second half.
बना रहा है ये?
Wow, we're actually like on the fly getting art done. That's like
crazy.
Junji Ito stuff.
Yeah.
Sick.
All right, well, 3 ultis online. kRX looking pretty good. Last couple of rounds, starting to work their way back in.
What is this, a B-set play with Buzz on the judge entry?
Maybe. They'll run right into freeing by the looks of it. Yeah, he misses a shot. He could be a world of hurt. That Prowler will force him back away.
Okay. Smoked off by Mako. Young?
Does see one.
And he knows that that's the lurk, so that's enough info for perhaps kRX and Hyunmin to decide it's either VRA. We see the Prowlers going through, they're not seeing too much.
Mako position from Hyunmin. Mako there, needing a bit of help. Apparently getting
Kya
it done.
baat hai?
kRX, they find themselves one apiece. Hyunmin does fall, but Buzz is not able to capitalize much more on that.
बढ़िया
Mako
यार,
down the
बढ़िया
middle
भाई.
position, allows the pivot in from Bane.
No!
Dropping over on
ये कैसे फाइट जीत गया मंचकिन भाई? इतना crazy angle पे.
Spike to get a plan.
And then we're thinking about numbers advantage with kRX. Look at how kRX is immediately thinking to control Mound in case T1, with the space that they have, decides to plant for Mound.
ये जीत जाओ भाई, इको आ जाएगा उनका. दे बूंदे बूंदे.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think Meteor's
सीढ़ी
gonna
push
look for
हुआ
an
है.
aggressive fight here as well. You'd kind of have to, right?
सीढ़ी से कोई नहीं आ रहा है.
If he can see anything.
Oh, good eye,
End up
beautiful.
spotting Munch. Yeah, that Nightfall is going to connect onto Munchkin. He desperately needs some assistance at this point. He's just not going to get it. It's all on the shoulders of Meteor. There's the first. Can't get himself the second. Had the right idea, was able to sort of isolate the initial fights. But kRX will claim another, and this defensive half is really starting to build now.
Yeah.
अबे ये लोग
kRX knows that T1 are
गुच्छे
bleeding
में
and they
जीतते हैं क्या
immediately
बंडल
spring
में?
forward
एक-एक
at the
राउंड
chance.
ऐसे से नहीं होता?
This is wonderful stuff.
क्या बोल रहे क्लच भाई?
Just from start to finish, the little rotations around, but noting that it was a lurk around, or the initial presence around B pillar and the lurk towards C, Mako and Hyunmin were ready for the fight. At the same time, just being able to send in that Nightfall right at the end was a fantastic call. Mako and Bane just working in tandem to get this done. One more to equalize, and it's quite likely because of T1's broken economy. So giving up a bit more space now, just trying to mark their targets. kRX looking to control Rubble.
A bit of a weird buy here for T1. Got a few stingers in tow. See what they can do with it. Buzz on the charge forward, gets the better of freeing. Bit of a drive-by there. Hyunmin under pressure, trying to back it up. He's got the nades down as well to try and get some more space, but Buzz is just too quick with
assist देके कितने मिले?
That's taken at pace.
बात गलत है भाई, ये जो नियॉन से करते हैं.
Now don't have a lot of avenues back in for this retake.
वो
Meteor misses the
निडर
shot.
होके
That's
खिलाना
crazy.
भाई.
हाँ, निडर.
But it's not the end of the world. Still a 3v5, so kRX are relying
Main
on
वाले
some
को मारो यार,
crucial
नहीं.
shots through, and they get a couple there. Mako and Yong.
2v3.
Yong and Bane still.
Thank God, लेकिन half HP कर दिया.
Bickle, 2v2. Hold up a minute at 3v5. It could be possible now for kRX. Swing is in. Izu connects the shot. Time is of the essence. Bane needs to fight. He's not finding Izu just yet. Sheriff connects. And T1 getting it over the line. Up to 11.
Come on, bro. They lost an eco.
Low HP though, but this was done off a thrifty. It's an incredible clutch.
क्या
triple
चड्डी
clutch
फाड़ी
back,
थी मस्त भाई
the fact
किक
that this
वालों
was
की.
all a
हट.
Stinger bum rush down. Unga bunga, just a shove. Hyunmin and freeing off their
Bunga
lines.
bunga.
You know, Quack, I have to say, you do have a way with words.
Thank you. I try, but this is ridiculous. Come on. I'm so excited, accelerated for this one.
थोड़ा सा आगे रिकॉन डाल देता मेरे भाई.
Like just the wire.
थोड़ी सी ताकत और लगती.
Swing around off of drop 2, like all these little trades, and it feels so incredibly close.
शी वे यार इको आ रहे.
It's kRX that are
वो भी एक
broken.
रिकॉन की गलती से.
They did so much just to try to.
बस ने निकाला है बे, भाग के मारा है.
That's the one that.
प्रफुल्ल भाई क्योंकि अगर T1 हारी तो G क्वालिफाई हो जाएगी चैंप्स.
And then that's the one that falls by the wayside for kRX, really.
तो पूरी कोरियन ही सीखा है फ्रांस से ना.
Big recovery.
एक मैच नहीं आते.
probably be T1 to 12. I'm not sure what have you got to work with really here as kRX. There's no showstopper. You do have the tour de force. So do you invest in this round? Try to play around freeing.
दिख रहा है क्या?
See if he gets an opening pick.
It's a good thought, but I think that that's what this timeout is for too, because they're starting to notice that every time freeing is pressured, maybe he whiffs a shot, immediately Buzz just swings in. And that's what's happening in C.
मेरे रूम की ट्यूबलाइट की रिफ्लेक्शन आ रही थी, मेरे को लगा दिख गया.
And that's T1 cautious about it.
Oh, it's a great position here for Marco. He's going to try to walk up. Was spotted by Meteor, but he's actually had a pretty good track record against Meteor in this game so far. Meteor missing that shot. Okay. Lots of pings going down on C for T1. I'm getting a feeling they might be heading in that direction.
Nightfall.
स्टैक्स कुछ तो जोर जोर चिल्ला के कॉल दे रहा है भाई. अभी तो मेरे को होप नहीं है, अभी तो हार गई kRX ये वाला मैप. क्लोज लाई लेकिन that's W.
Right spot freeing.
Two of those prowlers as well. Freeing indeed. Getting spotted out. Here comes the hit onto C. A port forward for Stacks. Gets the rest of the team across. And now Buzz coming into play for 3.
बज़ ने ना छड्डी फाड़ दी भाई. पिछला राउंड तो उसने जो निकाला है ना स्टिंगर से.
That's it. On the rotate across alone.
You have to play for OT now.
कितनी राखी बांधी है हर्ष भाई आज?
What, you don't think Marco
My God, potato daiki.
Sure. Yeah, he gets one, you know.
हर्ष भाई तुमने कभी इंद्रधनुष देखा है?
And then he picks up an op and starts to clutch this out 1v5.
हाँ देखा
Let's
ना.
go, Marco.
Let's go, Marco.
Recently.
Oh.
Recently नहीं देखा.
Alright.
So close.
भाई अपन गाड़ेश्वर गए थे तभी शायद दिखा था अपने को, पता नहीं.
Yeah, it's tough.
नहीं बे ना
याद
तब
नहीं.
बारिश थी ना तब.
I mean, look at that.
धूप तो बाद में थी, ठंडी थी तभी.
In 2023 with Buzz as well, like
ठंडी का मौसम कब लौट रहा है?
Start to seek revenge and he
मुझे
comes
ठंडी के मौसम में
नहीं यार, बारिश चाहिए वापस क्लच भाई, तब जाके फॉग देख पाए भाई अपन. फॉग ही नहीं दिख रहा.
ठंडी वो सुबह सुबह जो सिकुड़ जाता है ठंडी में, मजा आ जाती है.
One way of putting it.
If he
क्या?
goes ham again,
अरे
and he
मतलब
has an
हाथ कब
overdrive,
आता है ना?
this could end.
अरे हम लोग गए थे ना राइड करते हुए तो हाथ ठंडा ठंडा हो गया.
Or trying to get out again. See if he can find himself an aggressive fight. Oh, Marco just basically wallbangs Izu. Hyunmin getting the better of Buzz as well, and Meteor sticks around a second too long to once again be on the receiving end of a headshot from Marco.
There we go. That was some great heads up plays. I mean,
ये
forward
OT तो
space,
नहीं जा
alt
रहा
orb
भाई.
into the showstopper.
OT तो जा रहा ही
Numbers
नहीं.
advantage should allow for kRX to
OT
eke
तो
out
जा रहा
this
ही नहीं है
round.
ये.
And if Young or Bane are
मुंबई में ठंड भी होती है. सुबह के 4-5 बजे की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग.
could give them
हम
that
लोग
alt
सुबह के
cycle to
4-5
kind of
बजे
extend
ठंडी
this
एक्सपीरियंस
map.
करने के लिए यहाँ से एक घंटा आधा घंटा ट्रैवल करके गए थे. जो मोटो व्लॉग डाले था ना, वो लास्ट ईयर का ही था.
Yeah, T1 just being very patient, waiting out that smoke.
ब्रो 1 साल बाद मोटो व्लॉग डाला मतलब मैंने अब भी. डैम.
Try and get a plant down.
अगला जल्द आएगा भाई, अगला जल्द आएगा. 1 साल नहीं रुकाऊंगा तुमको, क्योंकि लोकेशन अभी दिमाग में है ना.
Smokes. Do you want to play onside or off? Wow, they're
30
pretty
seconds
much
left.
choosing on if they're planted in this position. Gonna have to mark, or maybe play for waterfall somehow.
I mean, again, I feel like you have to be trying to take some aggressive fights here if you're T1, but they're really not. Just going to allow kRX to come to them. Got a snake bite. That's really about it to work with here for T1. If it comes down to a late round situation, maybe that snake bite comes into play, but you need a few kills first, and there's one from Munchkin, no more than that. Freeing will fall to Stacks, who's kind of hitting everything at the moment. Defuse is on. He's going to have to go for the swing in a second here, and he doesn't quite get there in time. That was very doable by how he won that duel against Bane.
Absolutely.
12-10, kRX survive another. How's the money looking? Okay, for T1 by the looks of the...
Love you, re Mikey. Dig gaya. Mikey plays live. Thank you.
If someone had just gone past, maybe Buzz gets a kill against Hyunmin before he gets the showstopper. My God.
Well, Stacks was looking so crisp.
Can always count on him for just a bit more. But
वाशी में किधर रहता है? वाशी में मैं रहता हूँ मिनी सीशोर के पास.
Still retained, but it's glass cannon fashion.
भाई मैंने आज खिड़की खोल के रखी है, कैमरे में अच्छी लाइट आ रही है.
It's going to be a faster play from kRX. Dawn's going to be dealt with. That wall still there, but Buzz is out in front of it.
And that's okay.
So is
क्या
Stacks.
problems है clutch भाई के
Gets the
यार.
plant. Viper's pit. Young is looking, kRX is looking for a retake.
Yeah, 100%. This is not a bad shout at all, though. For T1, I like that pit coming up.
For pit. Oh my god.
Hyunmin's going to be pushed back away. You've got the Steel Garden, which
अरे
is
नियॉन अल्ट खोल दिया काउंटर करने.
everyone on T1 there.
अबे मीटियोर के पास
He's got 2 to 4, so 1 for 1, and Buzz also
Flash
really
थोड़ा
doesn't
जल्दी
give
आ
a
जाता
damn because
यार.
he's got the lightning fingers, the overdrive, getting the better of
GG's,
Marco now, and this might
GG's.
just be it. T1 have been grinding hard for this win on Lotus, and despite kRX's best efforts, it seems it will come to pass.
T1
Bane
pick पे
finished off at the back end there
13-10
by Buzz.
is
Another
a
3K in
commendable,
the final round of Lotus. It ends
commendable
as it
score.
begins.
Well done, well done, well done, well done. कोई चैट ये देखो और पोटैटो ताई ने वो चॉकलेट्स लाए थे ना वो मैं दिखाया नहीं. ये देखो देखो ऑलरेडी खुला हुआ है ये.
उंगली कर
ये
करके
खुला हुआ
निकाल
है.
दिया भाई.
नहीं खुला हुआ नहीं है भाई साहब. मेरा भाई इतना कंट्रोल कैसे रख लिया. मैं खाऊंगा तो नहीं बट थैंक यू सो मच यार पोटैटो ताई. ये वाला खोल के देखते हैं इसमें क्या क्या है. देख रहे हो किसी की बहन है चैट में जो वो सामने से गिफ्ट दे रही है. मैं पोटैटो ताई को घंटा गिफ्ट नहीं दिया. मैंने तो बोल के रखा था तुमको टट्टी मिलेगी पैक करके इसमें रिटर्न गिफ्ट. यार मैं बस पोटैटो ताई को बस बहुत चमन झिंगी समझता था रे. मजाक भी नहीं कर रहा यार लेकिन थोड़ी सी अच्छी है यार.
टैक्स भी आईजीएल आ गए हैं बताओ.
मैं उनको बोला कि मैं कुछ गिफ्ट नहीं करने वाला हूं फिर भी इतना सब कुछ दिए यार. टेप मार के इतना दिए ना माँ कसम जैसा खजाना है अंदर.
मुझे हिचकी आ रही.
कुछ बोल मत वापस ले लेगी. ले तो सकती है एक्चुअली. क्लच भाई को मैंने टट्टी की नाम ले ली. क्लच भाई को हिचकी आ गई. वाह बे यार ये खुल रहा क्यों नहीं है. अबे ये जान
ये साल अभी
के
तक
टेप लगाई है क्या.
T1 ने अभी तक
3M के टेप लगाए 3M के. भाई वाह अब टेप ही नहीं बचा है उखड़ने के लिए भाई. ये निकालूंगा कैसे मैं. अबे यार खुल रहा ही नहीं है भाई. मेरे को पसीना आ गया. आई हैव 5 सिस्टर्स. सबको 500 रुपए दे दिए 2500 चले गए. अयो पटाटा ताई का गिफ्ट है. हाँ रे लेकिन खुल रहा ही नहीं है. सीजर्स लेके आना. नहीं यार उतना पेशेंस किसमें है. उठो जाके कैंची ढूंढो. उससे अच्छा हाथ से खोलो भाई. खुल गया खुल गया माँ कसम. एसी. Every little moment deserves to be celebrated. So here's a gift that shares happiness, spreads smile, and makes your day a little more joyful.
हर्ष भाई क्या लगता है ये बारी एमआईपीआर चैंपियंस आएगी या वापस घी खत्म. क्योंकि वो लोग लोअर ब्रैकेट ऑलरेडी आ गए.
एक सेकंड क्लच भाई टट्टी खा रहा हूँ. वाओ ब्यूटीफुल गिफ्ट. ब्यूटीफुल गिफ्ट. थैंक यू सो मच यार बटाटा गेमिंग. जी भाई क्या बोले आप. MIBR मेरे हिसाब से अभी अगला गेम किन किस के अगेंस्ट है.
तुमने चॉकलेट और टड्डी बोला है आज भाई. तुम्हारा बुरा दिन मेरे को बहुत नजदीक दिख रहा है भाई.
Bro, I don't eat chocolates and all. You know that.
तुम उसको टट्टी बोल दोगे?
Yeah. Can do
Literally,
me like that.
bro, that's like human excreta, bro. तुम ऐसे सब बोलोगे?
Human excreta.
Yeah. तो answer the question, please.
अभी अगला गेम किसके अगेंस्ट है उनका लोअर में?
ईजी ब्रो, डीजेजिन के अगेंस्ट मजाक से हट के भाई. ईजी बहुत शार्प लग रही है हर्ष भाई. डीजेजिन मेहनती किड है. किड नहीं है, सॉरी, माय बैड.
गुंडा भाई.
गुंडा भाई. और हर्ष भाई वो
एसी क्या कर रहा है?
तो उनका मैच 100 एनआरजी और लाउड के लूजर के अगेंस्ट लगेगा.
फहीम.
बहुत
What the hell, फहीम? फहीम, ये तेरा ही सेटअप है ना मेरे भाई? चाइना में रहता है क्या? What the hell? कौन सी वीडियो मिस की मैंने? ये तो देखी है मैंने. अच्छा, ये
97.66% चांसेस जीई को क्वालीफाई होने के.
अरे मेरे को लगा तो ढुमटुम बनेगा यार. कुछ तो बनाई है, अच्छा बोल दो. नहीं यार, अच्छा मैं ऐसे ही किसको भी अच्छा नहीं बोलूंगा यार. अच्छा बनाओ तो अच्छा बोलूंगा. और आपने सिर्फ वॉलपेपर प्रदर्शन किया है यार इधर. अच्छा बोलो ना. क्या लिख रहा है? अच्छा नहीं है तो भी अच्छा बोलूं क्या जबरदस्ती में? अच्छा नहीं है ये मेरे भाई. सेटअप इधर तुम्हारा सिर्फ वॉलपेपर दिख रहा है यार. और वो फंक म्यूजिक तो अच्छा वाला लगा यार. मेरे को लगा बीट ड्रॉप पे अभी कुछ तो आएगा. अच्छा बोलो, कुछ तो लिख रहा है. ऐसे ही जबरदस्ती. पीक रैंक डैश. ओब. ऐसे सेटअप पे पीक रैंक मेरे हिसाब से उसको है ना मैट्रेस पे माउस अच्छे से ऑपरेट करने नहीं होता रहेगा, इसलिए वो जमीन पे लेटा है, गोधड़ी के ऊपर बस माउस लगाया है. दैट वे सिल्वर. सब लीक कर दूंगा. यो लीकर भाई आ गए. यो क्रेज़ाई. Holy shitting. Is this the GTA 6 guy? Aryan bhai, are you the one? Team beats. Crazy cheddar. Wow. Yo, panda. Panda. हर्ष भाई फाइनली असेंडेंट 1 हो गया आज. कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस. हर्ष, मेरे को पॉइंट्स क्यों नहीं मिला पेपर एक्स वाले मैच के लिए? नहीं मिला तेरे को? तो ये जो बाकी सबको मिला है उनको कैसे मिल गया और तेरे को नहीं मिला? बेशरम, पागल बैठे सब लोग. गेस रैंक एंड एनी सजेशंस क्वेश्चन मार्क. वाओ. मस्त है. गेस रैंक तूने रैंक डाल देता यार. गेस माय रैंक करंट पीक डैश. बाय द वे कीबोर्ड नोटबुक के ऊपर है. लाइक कर दे पहले पाशा. सब्सक्राइब. Bronze? Peak B bronze. Boosted. Guess the rank and rate my chat up. अल्ट आईडी है तो अल्ट आईडी से भी सब्सक्राइब कर यार. अरे 2 लाख होंगे कैसे फिर? Yo, what is this? चालू करो. Beautiful chat up. Beautiful. ओ गेस द रैंक लिख रहा है. डायमंड. डायमंड पढ़ाई का क्या कर रहा है पता नहीं. डायमंड है. वॉज क्लोज. आरा. ये गाड़ी देख क्या लग रही. सब बड़ा मॉनिटर भाई. सब मजबूत सेटअप पे मजबूत. आरा भाई का सेटअप. आरा चालू करो मैच यार. ग्लास माउस पैड.
अगर T1 सब जीत गई, ग्रैंड फाइनल भी चले गई और T1 नॉन्गशिम ग्रैंड फाइनल हो गया तो भी अपन क्वालिफाई हो जाएंगे.
कैसे अगरे?
कैसे नहीं?
अरे तो उन लोग को प्लेसमेंट पॉइंट ज्यादा मिलेंगे ना.
वो नहीं. अरे भाई मेरे T1 चैंप्स
हाँ बे.
ब्रैकेट से क्वालिफाई हो जाएगी ना.
ओ हाँ बे.
और जी थर्ड होगी तो पेपर एक्स नॉन्गशिम पॉइंट से क्वालिफाई हो जाएगी. तो पॉइंट का थर्ड नंबर का क्वालिफाई होगा ना फिर.
ओ हाँ बे. Bro, there are so many possibilities here. क्लर्च भाई माँ कसम मैच के बीच में ना नोटबुक और पेन लेके ही बैठ जाते मेरे को लगता है ना. चैट ये देखो ना. ग्लास माउस पैड.
T1 फाइनल भी फिनिश करती है और मान लो T1 नॉन्गशिम के ऊपर चले आती है तो
ग्लास माउस
पेपर एक्स T1 पॉइंट से चले जाएगी.
अरे समझ गया यार. इसको बोलो कोई समझ गया. मैं
मतलब तो भी इतने चांसेस है अपने भाई.
यप.
होली शिट.
सिमोन भाई ने $5 ऑस्ट्रेलियन दिया है. थैंक यू सो मच मेरे भाई.
kRX may be facing their last opportunity here at VCT Pacific.
सिमोन भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द $5 ऑस्ट्रेलियन. कैसा है भाई मेरा सेटअप? आरा वाला तुम्हारा सेटअप था भाई. गोटेड यार काफी क्लीन है ब्रो. गाड़ी क्या W है यार वो.
Just by the end of it, it's going to feel quite freeing for either side.
गाड़ी W है बेटा. मॉनिटर भी इतना बड़ा है.
Dropping bars.
Thank you Simon भाई for sharing your setup and thank you so much for the $5 Australian.
You are seriously the bane of my existence. You do realize that.
Keep going. I'm done. Yeah, you got any issues?
Prediction लग चुका है. किक पे पिन मैसेज मिलेंगे. चेक मारो. Thank you so much for the $5 Australian Simeon.
Brimstone, it's not common.
क्या कॉम्प है?
Doesn't have that many reps on it either, but because the smoke deploys simultaneously,
अच्छा कॉम्प है.
the executes can be that fast. Bane though,
what's happened there?
अच्छा कॉम्प है यार.
Okay. Yeah, Meteor's just gone. He's just dead.
Omen Brimstone comp. It's good. It's good.
Brimstone Omen.
Yeah.
News for kRX. Plan is going down in that meanwhile.
It's post plant comp. No.
So kRX have been afforded the opportunity.
Harbor मूली नहीं कर सकता ना.
There's another shot dark kill. This time onto Bane. We're all back and forth. A 3v3 now. T1 they've been scrapping though, so they're a little bit low.
Just because Brimstone को मूली है इसके वजह से ये comp है.
Get their way through as a result of that. Marco gets the first gun, the second, and then
beautiful
चमका हुआ था उधर.
Down as well.
Joy भाई कर देंगे.
Will take the pistol.
हम थोड़ा सा डायबोलिकल है. फिर तो एस्ट्रा भी है. एग्जैक्टली एस्ट्रा खेल सकते हैं इसमें पोस्ट प्लान के लिए. उठा देगी वो उसका.
Reinforce that a kRX win here.
फिर मेरे को लगता है बीमेन पुश होल्ड करवा सकता है.
Yeah. Champs points relatively close, but if T1 are eliminated, then you know it's out of their hands. That said, just hilarious. It's a little bit cute because Irvin did a little double take towards the corner. But this is just very lucky, very perfect shock dart timing that happens to tag out so many players. weren't quite expecting some players to be pushed all the way towards the back end, but still kRX managed to find trains and now looking to invest everything that they've got to ensure that they will have as best of a go as possible towards the rest of this map. It's everything all bought up. Heavy shields, specters. But that's where you do kind of watch out for T1 and what they can pull off as well. Not just the smokes, but Buzz and Meteor.
Munchkin using FU Classic Imposter. FU Classic बोले तो?
Munchkin lurking still though. And even though
FU कौन सी team है
Young
बे?
was the one who was kind of charged
Classic.
with slowing down Buzz previously, Munchkin was the one who got the better of Young at times, just because of how he's
Tradition lao, laun sample shembre.
Now it's the spam, just hearing the alt orb greedily being slurped up by
PRX
Stats.
ONG हो गया और अगर हो गया तो कौन जीता? PRX जीती बे one side.
Didn't work out very well for him.
Cool. But now we're back to thinking about the lurks and what else Munchkin may have found. A lot of times teams would just want to
Fury
there's a little
अच्छा.
ledge where they can jump up on and quickly break down the vent store, which creates some pressure around middle. And they haven't quite done that, but we'll just smoke off and waltz in.
This is where Hyunmin could come into his own. He's ready and waiting for a little bit of a swing around the corner. Oh, that's not quite as clean as it needed to be. It sets it up for Bane. Oh dear, Hyunmin has made a meal of it and he gets knifed in the face for it.
Oh my
It's
god.
actually quite an expensive round now
Bro.
for kRX. Izu can't get up
Wow.
to grab
Beautiful.
the spike. Man, what a mess.
Wonderful bro.
मुंह पे काट के गया बे, गर्दन काटी है उसकी सीधा.
थौबाड़ उड़ाया उसका थौबाड़.
But it's also Munchkin smoke again. His util, just because it was ever so slightly over the edge, not completely flush towards the back lines. There's this little.
Hello,
sliver
हैप्पी
where
रक्षाबंधन. गिफ्ट में क्या दिया?
Yeoman
मैंने
was
कुछ
not
नहीं दिया
able to
पोटैटो ताई को भाई.
see all that much. And
पोटैटो ताई को
that's what
गिफ्ट में
resulted
इतना
in that
बढ़िया
kill.
भाई मिला है और कुछ गिफ्ट चाहिए उनको.
ये किसी नाइफ
As kRX though, you just can't pay that any
जेब से
mind.
निकलते हुए
They're
काट
gonna
दिया बे.
suffer some significant losses in economy, which allows for T1 to get back into the game.
You would think so. It's just pistols really for the most part here for kRX. Young the only
भाई
one
पर इन
holding
लोग
on
के
to.
पास बोनस खेलने के लिए कुछ बचा नहीं है.
And even that then is not anything to get too excited about for kRX.
Just trying to pay a bit more attention to middle now, because noting that Munchkin was the player who kind of set all that up, that push towards vents. They haven't really broken the door, I believe. So able to still pivot back in and around. We're back towards B, where kRX are pushing.
Yeah, gotta try something, don't you? Ooh,
Oh,
timing looks
oh.
okay. Oh, but they've got multiple players. In the end,
भाग गया भाई यूनमिन.
that was
मैं
turned.
बोला
but
यूनमिन भी
T1
पीक करेगा.
covered. Buzz is in on the site. Cracking back out.
Nice. गन गिर गई बे नीचे.
Come in with one. Still got a few to get past over on B. Rotation is coming through from Young as well, and Munchkin in through mid might be able to cut him off, but Youngman eventually will
Nice.
fall. Young and Bane.
Ah, good bonus, good bonus,
Not
very
impossible
good
for Young
bonus.
here. Let's see what he can put together.
Picked up a rifle too.
Spike planted.
Smart to take an alternate approach to the site, but the drone.
He gets one kill here. He might be able to bring that neural theft into play. Oh, that doesn't matter. He doesn't need it.
Pop off, let's
Easy with
freaking
Buzz just walk
go.
right into the headshots.
Let's freaking go. Young is back.
Oh dear.
That was a hell of a shot.
Hell of a shot.
A double swing from T1, and because it's just slightly mistimed,
Holy
Young is
shit in my
able to
pants.
capitalize on the
Double swing
mistakes and quickly find the 2 quick bursts that he needs.
पर डबल स्विंग थोड़ी गलत नहीं थी.
Ridiculous.
Well,
I was
मेरे हिसाब
writing
से
off this
shooting
round
थोड़ी सी
already. I
ऊपर
saw
नीचे हुई.
pistols, I saw, you know, just kRX trying to take whatever they can get. Maybe they were thinking about the alt orb down B long, but Young being able to quickly pick up a
बेन ने जो
rifle, this time
reposition किया
besting
था
Munchkin.
बैक साइड, that was crucial भाई.
Yup. The trade, that was instant, bro.
Hey,
Yeah!
yeah, you can bet who they're cheering for.
Like I said,
Studying,
they're going to be cheering for kRX. Let's see how kRX do go about this one. Up against a little bit of a half buy from T1. We'll have a listen in with kRX.
पल्टून भाई और पटी मैन भाई. Double piece.
Double piece.
안돼 이거 안 된다 기랄. 양산도 빠졌어. 사이트 온 거지. 사이트 이면 사기 났어. 지른 거야. 나 언더 피만 가능해 얘들아. 현민아 슈트 가져. 저정 롱설이야 롱설 메인설이다. 슈트 나갈 준비. 뱀픽 해줄게 얘들아 그때. 딱이다.
상대 소바설 공 생겼다. 블리플 조심. 빨리 하자 빨리 하자. 블리 좋다.
빌라 빛날 깔았어. 백사금.
ओ क्या उड़ाया
긁어봐. 대만 그대로. 대만 그대로.
잡았어 잡았어. 공 찍어줄게. 공 해봐. 이거 메인 블리플일 거야. 걸릴게.
사이트 하나뿐이야 지금. 자 잡아야 돼.
इजुका अल्ट है नाइस
Down. T1 don't have the numbers advantage anymore though after those
Izuka
two kills from
ulta.
Young and Hyunmin, but time's ticking. But Stax and Munchkin here to try and cause a bit of a problem. There's a drive-by from Munchkin and Stax sliding in with the Sheriff as well. Spike is planted open, freeing! Cops the headshot as well.
बे यार
T1
देखा
all
भूली
rounds will steal that one.
Right, what the heck? Smokes executes and of course
पोटैटो ताई को क्या गिफ्ट दिया भाइयों मैं ऑलरेडी बोल चुका हूँ यार पोटैटो ताई को गिफ्ट देने की जरूरत है जबकि उनके पास ऐसा इतना प्यारा भाई है
into these positions where they think they have the space to kind
मैंने
of reinsert themselves and go
मैंने
for
उनको
a slight
मैं खुद
chance at a
गिफ्ट किया हूँ
retake.
समझ रहे हो
It makes it damn close, but thanks to some sharp shots at the end.
मैं उनको मुझे राखी बांधने देता हूँ ना
again.
यही उनके लिए एक गिफ्ट है
Alongside Buzz, just getting so much done. Back into the full buys now, and again, the economy goes topsy-turvy.
Munchkin is waiting patiently. Seems like Buzz was doing the same thing elsewhere, and kRX, they do find some success, at least onto Meteor, who's having a bit of a rough map so far. The rest of it, maybe not too much of a concern, though, for T1.
अभी ये लोग के पास heavy momentum रहेगा
Otherwise, they're still just pretty much reading it. Stacks, knowing how Termi's system works and operates. It's been different and updated now, but just kind of knowing the tendencies of how kRX might want to go for some space after some heavy losses. We'll still be able to go for pinches outside of main, and that's a lot of space, a lot of control.
हेलो पाशा इताची चैट इसी बात पे अभी मैं आता हूँ सुसु करके और ये देके आते हैं बाहर
kRX with still some decent economy, looks to hold on, Bane especially. Again, son of Busan, adequately coined, but gonna have to look for the next rounds. Meteor.
बोलते हैं हर्ष अब अगर T1 हार गई जीत गई तो T1 को फुल सपोर्ट कर लेंगे अपन
Nonetheless, though,
लोअर ब्रैकेट रन के लिए
really the execution of strats. It's really just T1 and their set pushes that.
Still Genji के साथ मैच बचा है
Watch out for. Okay, he'll be able to buy up.
Yeah, don't want to allow T1 the space to really get rolling on this attack. We saw what Buzz can do in the previous map. Seems to be following suit again here. Quite a bit of work done. All it really takes here for T1 to actually start rolling, I think, is Meteor comes online. He's 0-5. If he's even having a middling performance, this is much, much harder for kRX.
So kRX now looking to kind of slow down T1's advances with an op. That's why Bane died to the spike on purpose. He bought that one up for freeing. And freeing is in position towards B. Sky Smoke set down his early presence and pressure, but T1 though, they're just waiting around a lot of these forward smokes kRX putting out. The crowd is crazy.
Yeah, they're making a lot of noise. I was just going to say, there's you know, two contingents. Obviously, there's the kRX fans and then there's T1 fans, and they're kind of
T1 is not at 13. And yeah, if G loses at the spot they are right now, G will end up getting 14. But if T1 keeps on winning,
drift entry.
Yeah, let's see what kind of an impact Meteor can have now.
And
if not on the scoreboard, maybe at least he can gather some information.
Agar G
was pushing out onto the site with that space that was created.
Wait.
The Hunter's Fury.
ज़्यादा दिमाग नहीं चला रहा हूँ अभी फिलहाल रुको.
Counter. Largely unsuccessful.
अगर T1 अभी हारती है तो भाई जीत जाएगी.
Tries to push his way forward, and now Marco looks like a dead man. Trade's not there though from Meteor. Yong doubles it down. We're back to a 3-on-3.
Munchkin.
Munchkin is miles away, but he does have that orbital online to try and delay if necessary, and he might also just get in behind freeing. The time is ticking on this round, I dare say, for kRX. There's the orbital to slow things down. Yong out of the picture now as well. It looks like T1 have put together another round. Munchkin surely will finish it off and does with the double. 3-3. The recovery is in, and now it's time for T1 to start and try and make this half their own.
Certainly will be able to do it. That is a heavy loss dealt to kRX. The op was invested in the round and it just doesn't come up with much else. Dimensional drift with that much space. I was thinking maybe it was a Hunter Sphere combo, but they just held all of that down to the post plant, and kRX giving up that much space or not able to hold on.
कैसा है लाला एकदम मस्त साइकिक 4th प्लेस वाले को 4 मिलेंगे तो जी को भी 13 होंगे ना नहीं जी 3rd आएगी ना मेरे भाई अभी वो अभी टॉप 3 में है जी
was not able to
4th एंड नहीं करेगी अभी जी
allow for his team to hold
3rd
on
एंड करेगी
As always, Munchkin just continuing to devour every single kill after the lurks have been set through it. Like the desk was mentioning.
Volley lineups के वजह से Brim लिया है
The IGL role now just makes things that much more free for Munchkin to go up.
ये वाला डांस बोल रहे थे तुम T1 on top बोली थी थी अरे भाई पीछे हावी भाई बैठे थे कोई हावी भाई को देखे ही नहीं यार
It's much more like Korean sports where you got all these dance.
है ना चैट
Usually some of these plays.
अबे पूरी टीम बैठी है वे
Suddenly.
हावी और ऑटम बैठा था पीछे
Usually we have fans.
They do not win here. They will fail to qualify for champions. It should be the end for kRX and for Marco in terms of that 100% record.
वे लोग कल भी मैच देखने आएंगे भाई जेंजी वाला.
It's possible.
So, you know, early here on map 2, certainly, but that's something that's going to be in the back of the minds of kRX, and every round that's won by T1 is going to compound that pressure. Attempt at a bit more of an aggressive push this time from kRX has not gone well initially. T1 answering it nicely. Izu cleaning up the rest. Marco still trying to hold on. He TP's back up to safety, but
अबे इजू तो अभी तक दिखा ही नहीं यार भाई. Shit.
Success. We have the site, we have the plan, and we have numbers advantage, so we'll take that.
It's literally 3-all, bro. You can calm yourself down.
Coming through from freeing.
क्या बोले?
It's literally 3-all. You can calm yourself down.
नहीं मैं बोला अभी तक दिखा ही नहीं.
Certainly watching that line, easy kill.
Yeah, cool.
This will be another round for T1. They're in the lead again.
तब से दिख नहीं रहा ना इजू.
You just don't see any.
नहीं तो पहले यूरो खेलता तो बहुत दिखता था ना मैं.
Hey, look at how. I believe it was Izu.
Bro, एक कोई तो मैच था T1 वर्सेस कोई तो OT पे OT गया था और इजू ने बहुत मारा था.
But that's because of how confident the whole team is. Look at this.
पता नहीं. अबे T1 G2 नहीं.
Every single angle being pre-fired against.
Oh, T1 वर्सेस PRX.
For all the shares that.
हाँ क्या?
I guess kRX had, they just.
साल के स्टार्टिंग में था जो बोल रहे हो.
हाँ इसी स्टेज का था इतना याद है मेरे को.
T1 PRX.
T1
जीती थी.
That was a freaking game. नहीं अबीस था.
Back in with the op still.
अबीस पे बोल रहे
हो.
अबे T1 ये साल अभी लास्ट खेली उन्होंने फरवरी में.
Although it might be Stacks that sees free.
मैंने अभी चेक किया थोड़ी देर पहले.
होगा कुछ तो.
That ends up playing out.
पता नहीं.
So uncommon. Gotta throw caution to the wind. Things are not working. Playing.
T1 RRQ था.
Drone.
नहीं पता नहीं.
Cleared out by Stacks, but that also will show his presence, and so freeing's gonna go.
I guess T1 RRQ ही था.
We'll find Stacks.
नहीं पता नहीं.
Who the hell does that? As an op player too. Okay, big value. No other map presence yet for T1 though.
T1 was a G2 Masters Finals था चमन.
They thankfully do have a 2-1-2, so it comes down to how Hyunmin and Mako can try to hold down to be as best possible.
That was a banger freaking match, bro. जिसमें Izu pop off किया था.
Tools here to get in. Drone is going to be used. You might see the Hunter's Fury get ripped by Izu as well. Buzz goes in first. Convergent paths from Hyunmin to try and delay. 30 seconds on the clock. That delay will be useful.
Yo, Munchkin has played it well.
Right here. He's aware, by the way. Oh, no. Okay, he's very aware. There's a kill, of course, for free onto freeing. Marco's position becomes an important one now, and Hyunmin as well. Only able to find himself the one, but Munchkin getting all the work done that he needs.
Munchkin खेल लिया भाई. 30 seconds
cleared out the rotations as well.
पूरा round तक kRX का सिर्फ Munchkin के timing के वजह से.
Found the gap in the defense.
निकाल के दे रहा है हाथ में.
And kRX are miserable as a result. Nowhere for Yon to go.
Shittening, bro. Shittening. Holy shittening, chat.
Even if he goes back towards the usual short approach, he'll be spotted out so quick. Has to kind of hold on to the rifle, and this.
Those are some
First half
insane
looks
lugs,
like
bro.
it's gone by the wayside. Multiple ults coming online soon for T1, and even though
Aditya bhai, this is a wrong time to redeem the song request cause हम लोग सिर्फ kick exclusive stream पे ही redeem कर सकते हैं, तो अगले stream में आप आओगे जब तब आप जरूर मुझे याद दिलाना.
Just trying to bait out Hyunmin's ult. They knew what they were doing, and that's masterfully called and orchestrated.
मैं अभी के लिए ये ऑफ करके रखता हूँ.
At the same time, Munchkin too, and that's
ये जो
what
song
makes T1
request वाला
such a
एक्चुअली मैं रिफंड कर सकता हूँ क्या? देखो एक
because
सेकंड.
at any given moment's notice, you can have Munchkin on these incredible lurks, and some other times it could be Meteor. So it's just lovely now that we have Munchkin stepping up in this fashion, finding all these gaps and holding deep angles and lines, not allowing for kRX to even set foot or try to stage a retake. Again, the economy's broken.
हाँ, तुमको अभी रिटर्न आ गए रहेंगे तुम्हारे पॉइंट्स देखो.
Deploying drone.
Send the team forward with that drone. Marco's position now noted. Buzz not too concerned about that. Wants to get up and in onto the site. Stax is there with him. So is Izu for that opening pick. Out through the smoke goes the clone. That'll drop, but it won't be to any success for kRX.
अरे भाई क्या क्या गिरे जा रहा है ना बम्बारी ऊपर से हवे में से डाब डूब.
Hyunmin wondering what can I even do about this?
Really nothing. Oh man.
ये प्रिंस आज नहीं देख पाऊंगा क्योंकि मैं रक्षाबंधन के लिए बाहर जा रहा हूँ.
Further.
Izo happy to stand out in no man's land. Will fall to Hyunmin, but the trade was always going to be there.
Yeah, 30-degree angle.
Bit of a mathematician, are ya?
Yeah. Valorant theory.
I've seen it. I'm not sure that I necessarily subscribe to it because
Even cook कर रही है.
pretty tough to figure out which angle is 30 degrees just by looking at it, but maybe people have got bigger brains than me.
It's always just the one that's just a bit more difficult to kind of peek into and clear, I guess, is the idea. And it's just having all these additional rifles or guns, you know, marking the choke point, obviously just makes it that much more difficult anyway for that any chance at a retake. But you just see these
देखा मैंने फोरला पलगा भाई.
T1 going in, Buzz, Meteor, Munchkin. It's brilliant, and there's something to be said about how T1 are doing it with a Waylay Yoru comp, which kRX, you can argue, are the pioneers of. Interestingly enough, though, another free
Bro, the mid push is crazy.
Forward lurk.
Yo, कोई नहीं देख रहा उसको.
Smokes down once
Never
again.
mind,
Same
Meteor
self
देख
as well,
रहा
by
था.
the way, Meteor this time.
Oh my
Opening the account nice
god.
and early the
अरे
entry
चड्डी
is
फाड़ रहे भाई.
even cleaner from T1. And if this B site continues to get bullied in this fashion, kRX are done here in VCT Pacific. I mean, they've already had one this half. But yeah, I mean, it's getting to that point.
I can't believe the defense is this lopsided for kRX. But that's a bit of innovation for you. Of course, the man of the hour to get it done at the end of this round.
Time for a protein shake.
Because the difference between the comps and the reason, part of the reason why T1 has been quite sharp with these is because of the brimstone and the elaborate smokes that have been set down. Of course, in conjunction with the double duelist too. I mean, maybe the solo duelist because Buzz is just diving in and getting away with so much. kRX have not been able to set up on the right lines, or they have not even been able to hold
Chaudhary
off
bhai, thank you for the 11
strong
rupees on Google
pushes.
Pay. Happy Rakshabandhan bhai.
It's down onto A now, and the trips aren't getting
Baishista bhai.
set off.
Thank you so
Mongo
much.
smokes
Happy
sometimes get
Rakshabandhan.
disrespected. It's
सभी
back
को
to
chat
the
में
round
Happy
with
Rakshabandhan.
pistols. It's starting to look like it's either, well, you're hoping for 8-4 at best.
Meteor's on the hunt for some information. Trying to set Buzz up. The first one going the way of Stax. T1 once again just bullying their way into sight. Buzz catches up with Bane as well. T1 are making this look easy right now, and this is unfortunately a bit more of a victory lap it would feel for T1.
T1 में tense था ना. हाँ. अभी ये map के बाद में आएगा वो. Sixth man.
A very anticlimactic way to exit VCT Pacific Stage 2. Miss out on your chance at champions. But that's just the way it's going right now.
कितने साल का है वे?
Ouch.
नहीं यार, बूढ़ा ही हो गया होगा. कब से तो खेल रहा है.
Okay. Little consolation prize, but oh, all right, that's it. Still, though, I mean, clearly the round going this way. And you mentioned a victory lap. Buzz is just running circles around kRX, diving into sides, shorty in hand, clearing out the smoke.
2 December, तो क्या technically kinda.
Yeah.
23.
Again, you just see kRX with no way, no real ability to stall and delay T1 on their pushes. Every single round, it's just smokes. Even if it's even if it's the B side with trips, Buzz can fly above them, if not to refract out, and then by that point the whole team is set up and ready to trade.
Wow. That is a grim timeline.
3 ops!
3 off the back of the pistol there for kRX, but nothing since then.
Attacking 3 ops.
You're
Crazy.
right in saying there's 3 ops as well for a second. Munchkin has opted to go back towards the rifle. It's going to have to be a trade. So something a little bit more aggressive out from kRX, but I'm not sure that that really splits the difference all that much. T1 looking comfortable, and Meteor making it maybe even more so here. He could find himself another, as there's still a push headed in his direction. A drone going forward will definitely alert him to the presence that there's a little bit more headed in his direction.
खत्म है, one side खत्म है.
T1
हर्ष भाई, मतलब इतनी टेंशन लेने वाली बात नहीं है बे क्वालिफिकेशन के लिए, पता है?
2A side.
जितना अपन को लग रहा है
नहीं है.
कैसे है भाई, तुमको पता है अगर T1 4 फिनिश करती है और G 3rd फिनिश करती है,
about the ults a little bit,
तब जाके
but
G क्वालिफाई नहीं करेगी.
namely so far it's just how much initiative T1 sees us and how much they get away with. They clear out all the trips and the cams with the shock darts. Look at this. By the time kRX even get close by, T1 would have the spike set down, and because of Buzz and that light speed,
अगर T1 finals जाती है
early Hunter's Fury
तो भी अपन क्वालिफाई
और G 3rd फिनिश करती है,
तो नोंगशिम फाइनल ऑलरेडी है.
नोंगशिम फाइनल्स में
हां, क्योंकि G को हराती होगी ना.
हाँ. Something to think about. That neural theft also important
नोंगशिम 2 स्लॉट खा जाएगी.
हाँ, तो 2 स्लॉट खा गई तो नीचे वाले को
safety. Oh, Yong again. Where does he keep pulling these kills from?
बराबर है.
On Izu, he needs the kill onto Yong, and then maybe one more quickly. The Hunter's Fury was not there in time
G qualify हो गई है.
I thought he might just pull that, but
भाई बोला ना एक ही सिचुएशन है जब नहीं होगी.
kRX
क्या है?
pull together a bit of a miracle round to get themselves at least 4 at the back end of the
Barrel
half.
या Genji में से कोई आगे आ जाए.
It's awesome though. I mean, you have to admit that
Oh,
was
right.
inspiring.
Barrel final आ जाए.
Never backing down.
ये तो बोल रहा हूँ.
Could argue his newest addition to the team, but he's just doing so much. Multi-kill to get the team back in, to sit on top of that spike, and now it's a 4-8. It's still not the most ideal of score lines.
नहीं यार, एक ही भाई अभी नहीं.
And a 6-6 before.
We beat NS, हाँ फिर तो कंफर्म हो जाएगा. वो तो फिर फाइनल्स पे टॉप 2 पहुंच जाएगा ना.
जीतते रही तो बैक टू बैक तो जाए. T1 फाइनल तक जाए.
And for kRX, that just means everything. How much resilience do you have? How much can you persevere? The blood, sweat, and tears that you've shed poured into this entire year's run.
तब मजा आएगा वे. है ना?
Yup.
Of course, GE's still supporting them too.
Yup, बोलते ही.
Your boy Autumn.
Yeah. He might not be too pleased with what he's seeing, so it's fair enough. But 8-4. I suppose it is recoverable to an extent for kRX, but this second half is going to have to be damn good.
यार दोस्तों ये करनी है स्ट्रीम, लेकिन रक्षाबंधन है आज तो फैमिली के पास जाना पड़ेगा. जला फैमिली मीट एंड ग्रीट होने वाली है, सब लोग आने वाले हैं, तो फैमिली टाइम है. तो अभी यहाँ से मुलुंड जाने वाले हम लोग ट्रैवल करके, तो और रास्ते में एकदम गर्दी होने वाली है.
Sketch that we had before.
मरने होने वाला है पहुंचने में. ठीक है.
NRG G2 left तो फाइनली है ऑलमोस्ट.
You want to bait out?
मैंने एक मैच नहीं देखा अमेरिका का मेरे भाई.
Oh, Buzz gets the info. Refracts back. Lots of players over towards A. This is already a bit of a stack from T1. So kRX decides.
अपरांश भाई ने 10 रुपए दिया गूगल पे और लिखा है हर्ष भाई मेरा बर्थडे भी 2 दिसंबर का है. क्या बात है? Happy birthday in advance.
Sent T1 packing for a second, but they've just got numbers everywhere. and there is no entry allowed. It is an ill-fated call from kRX. The right clicks going a little bit awry, but Marco still need to get too much done. Munchkin will finish it off. T1 up to 9, and double digits will be soon to follow.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jordan. I'm starting to feel a pit in my stomach again.
Yeah.
No way.
This is really just feeling a bit over for kRX, unfortunately.
Thank you so much, Apranj, for the 10 rupees.
Unfortunate, but otherwise a well-played call and round from T1. The way that they layered these smokes around it. It looks
Ajbhai, if
like
T1
kRX
finishes
might be able
4th
to
and G 3rd, तो G is out. कौन सा calculation किया? ये कौन बोला?
The second one just blocks off more pathways. The corner as well that they were hiding in.
Oh wait, yeah. अगर T1 4th finish करती है तो T1 को points मिलेंगे, right?
To close this map out real quick.
Oh, well, free.
T1 को अगर एक भी point ज़्यादा मिलता है, 2 points ज़्यादा मिलते हैं तो T1 qualifies. For champs.
One dash upwards. Okay.
Top
well,
4 लोगों को champ
qualification
qualification points मिलते हैं.
Cut off rotations. It is just Meteor alone, and he doesn't have a gate crash set up yet. He's got the range though, and that's the main thing. Now he's setting up the TP for an escape plan for himself. Oh no, kRX.
Yeah, Meteor could be in for a few kills here. Or maybe Buzz will help out as well. Still finished off in middle.
Oh man.
It's actually going to prompt the rotate from kRX to go back toward mid.
I don't know if you want to do that. That's
I don't know,
a whole
bro.
ambush waiting for you. B site too.
Where do you go though? It's a rock and a hard place really here for kRX. Push their way forward. Meteor's heard all of that and sets himself up for that opener. Now it's just a question of who gets this last kill onto Hyunmin. It will be Buzz. So 10 to 4, I should say, for T1.
हाइड्रा भाई लाइव आएंगे क्या? नहीं, वो उनके घर पे गए हैं। उनके भी घर का रक्षाबंधन चल रहा है। पोटैटो ताई के 8 भाई है, अगर तुम लोगों को पता नहीं है। तो वो इसकी वजह से वो उनके घर पे गए। फैमिली टाइम चल रही है।
Really? Is this where it ends? For everything that they've done? Oni Pixel's waiting. The Bat Lady hasn't sung yet.
भाई बोल रहे हैप्पी रक्षाबंधन।
You're kidding. Come
कौन
on,
बोल रहा है?
though.
साइकिक भाई बोल रहे हैप्पी रक्षाबंधन।
They've got the guns now.
साइकिक भाई, thank you, तुमको
The
भी।
fans are just screaming at the top of their lungs. They're shouting DRX.
They're really trying to get kRX back into this game, but I'm sure there's only so much that they can really do.
Assessing their options, though. Mako lurking back around. They're trying to see if they can catch a lone Meteor on the B side. He's got an upgraded Vandal, though.
Again, Beat.
Just waiting patiently for any inroads to be made from kRX, but they're actually not really doing a whole lot. It's a pro being pushed towards B, but commitment it is not.
Yeah, don't see Meteor TPing away. The site's not clear. At the very least, kRX continuing to take things slowly will be able to ban
फिर
out
भी भाई
more
मेरे को
utility
इतने
from
प्यार से
T1,
चीजें
but
भेजी है पोटैटो
double
ताई ने, देख रहे हो?
controller, it's still
इतनी भी
so
खराब
much
नहीं है
that
वे।
they have to get through. And there's 30 seconds left on the clock now.
I mean, you've got that pivot coming through already kind of from T1. Again, they've got 4 stacked over towards A, so if kRX do decide to go there, they'd be in real trouble. If they don't, Spike's having to transition back over towards B, side which is now being taken. But Meteor, what a clean shot in onto Fring is going to give T1 at least a player advantage for now. Munchkin catching Marco as well.
वे क्या BT game जा रहा है इनके लिए?
On B.
Yong.
It needs to be Yong again, doesn't it? He feels like he's been the guy for kRX. Can't quite land those shots initially onto Buzz. Unfortunately, will fall as a result. Meteor puts together a pretty good round of his own. And T1 are up to 11. One step closer to victory.
Maybe even 2. Economy's going to be in shatters for kRX on the next. This was the bonus that they so desperately needed to deny.
It's over.
But look at the pathing. It wasn't too bad of a call from Mako to try to sell a fake against T1. But, and it's such a big butt too. Ayo. Just having Munchkin, having this deliberate pathing all the way down middle, to try to source out Yong's position or anyone else from kRX, and this just might have sealed the deal. kRX can't buy up. The next round, they're going to have to force every single step of the way.
इसके बाद setup review
I
करोगे
don't
या
know if
end
they have
end
it in
होगा
them
भाई
to
इसके
go
बाद
8 in a row just to push OT.
I don't think they've got it in them either. kRX would need the biggest butt of all time.
biggest butt of all time.
Yep. Are you alright?
लर्श भाई वो तुम्हारे को कुछ बोला, तुमको शाउट आउट दिया वो.
क्या हाँ क्या?
Alright, well, let's see how T1 goes about this round. We'll listen in.
हाँ क्या?
좀만 좀 나 믿을게. 니네끼리 해. 조용 이제 조용.
봐봐. 태호 형이 미드 가지고 미드 쭉 우리가 에이밍 드론 터치 좀 이따가 할게.
이쪽 미드 사운드 있었어 얘들아.
드론 터치 한번 해봐.
상범이 이거 벤트 탄 거 조심해봐 여기.
형이 먹어놓을게. 있다. 야
TP 사운드?
안 들킨 줄 아는 거
아니야.
TP 사운드 됐어? 확인했어.
형 뒤에서 해주면 좋을 것 같아. 에이스 태킹 해줄래? 받으면 앞에서 할게.
확인. 형 그러면은 여기서 스모크 치고 블락 까고 왼쪽에 싸워줄게.
Alright. kRX gonna have to make this one happen against all the odds. Clone goes past, no problems at all. Izu will not make a mistake. Meteor and Stacks are there as well. And T1 are on 12. kRX are being put down unceremoniously.
Unceremoniously,
It's
bro.
like they're being led to the guillotine right now.
It is Obher. It is
definitely looks
Obher,
like
bro.
that.
It is
Even
Obher.
with the way that they were pushing into that A site. Corner, the clone, not spotting too much, just a minuscule trade.
Well, the T1 fans are happy. The kRX fans certainly are not. This could be the final round that kRX plays on this stage. But they are going to make their way towards an open B site. There is no one there to defend. So that, at the very least, could be considered a win. But Buzz, trying to pivot on quickly, might still be able to catch Yong out. Not able to. Marco as well, chiming in with one.
Bro.
So it might not be over right here for kRX. But this might just be the start of a very long journey.
Last year, Hyunmin क्या खेला था यार.
Try to negotiate and it looks to be okay. kRX are not.
Do you guys remember this?
Love that they're going out and just doing as much as possible, letting out a cry.
Oh my God, ये साल हम लोग को ये देखने नहीं मिलेगा
Go
भी.
quietly into this dark night. T1 still
Holy
doing as
shit,
much
नहीं,
damage as
Chad.
possible. Makes you wonder about
तो ये साल
economy,
ये
but
देखने नहीं मिलेगा
nonetheless,
बे.
it's all starting to get cycled up now for both sides. And as you mentioned, kRX, there's a lot to think about.
Holy shit, नहीं.
That said, though, this was a damn good attempt. A map that they've picked, having tested it against GE themselves, spotting out that T1 hasn't played this that much.
वेले
throughout
मेटा
the
नहीं वे.
seasons.
क्या काय का वो मेटा तो मस्कीटो मेटा. कॉकरोच मेटा कुछ तो बोलते थे उसको.
One round away for T1. A bit more of an unorthodox round, that previous one from them on the defense. Tried to go a little aggressive through middle, didn't work out. So going to opt for something a little standard, a little more standard, I should say.
Mosquito comp.
It's the 1-1-3 or the 2-3 now, as it were.
Time to jump. Opwivs, that's the opportunity.
Meteor, not going to make the same mistake twice. Hyunmin out of the picture. 4 players here for kRX. Still trying to keep the dream alive as that Hunter's Fury gets a bit of work done onto Meteor. And Yong opened the account onto Munchkin. Another plant here for kRX.
Spike planted.
Not done yet.
Almost looking like it was fated for the Hunter's Fury to connect to, but now you've got to watch out for the next 3 players online. Yong beginning his expedition.
He knows that he is him
भाई
right
Yong
now
एक player मिल गया भाई मजबूत इनको.
And they need a hero, maybe a superhero. And maybe that's what Yong is. He's certainly going to be able to grab stacks. Maybe unsettles this round enough to get another one over the line for kRX. But Buzz and Izu have other ideas. 2v2 now. Time working quite heavily in the favor of kRX. That dart goes through, doesn't spot anybody out. Defuse cancelled. And another round for kRX. They will not go down without a fight.
अगर यंग वहाँ पे ट्रिगर डिसिप्लिन करता तो 2-3 थे उसके.
अरे उसके सामने 2 ही दिखे थे ना उसको. मेरे को लगा इसलिए चलाओ.
I don't know if it was
लेकिन वो
a bit of
दूसरा अंदर घुस गया फट
hesitation
से.
or needing the team to get into certain positions to go in for that push, but just a
हाँ,
moment's
लोग ने
notice
almost
and
पलट
Meteor
दिया था
comes
around
in
T1
with a
वालों ने.
secondary line, taking down Hyundai.
Young मरता तो खत्म
Makes
था.
things quite dicey. It took Young, maybe even Mako and Bane just to be able to sneak behind and
कोई तो
find
एक
some
thrifty आ रहेंगे.
monumental kills. It takes so
क्या
much
करेंगे?
to get this
कोई तो
done.
एक thrifty आ रहेंगे.
It's a hell of a match, and you would certainly hope that this delivers so much more because the
Nongsi वाले भी
fans
आए हैं.
are willing this one forward. You don't see this every day,
उधर कोई हल्ला ही
In
नहीं कर रहा, वो
Sangam.
एक ही बंदा कर रहा है.
but it's a different
वो
vibe
एक तो wildlife photography वाला
when it's the
कैमरा
two
है.
Korean titans going fisticuffs against one
There's a
another.
T1 fan
कान बंद
and
कर
a
दी दीदी ने.
kRX fan just screaming at each other.
That guy's the one.
Bro, उधर देखो और उसमें एक
Oh
कैमरा.
my
There's
god.
another kRX fan sitting basically next to us. I don't know if he's coming through the microphone, but he
No.
has been
Yeah.
losing
क्या
his
चिल्ला रहे
voice.
वे?
He goes crazy. He screams like crazy, and then I can see him like physically having to recover. Like he's like,
Yeah, I see it.
after he's been screaming. It's like, bro,
Bro, G fan
do
होगा.
yourself a
Number
favor.
1.
He's like a couple of rows behind.
Yeah.
Tappy.
I hope it's coming through. Either way, yeah, kRX are going to need all the support they can get to get through a recovery like this one. They needed 8, they still need 6. The last 2 have looked pretty good.
They need to thwart
क्या
some big
चिल्ला रहे
ult
भाई
from T1
मस्ती
in
में.
this round.
हाँ मैं bro लोग
And
का
they've
भी.
got none of their own unless Ring maybe gets one close up, but again, it's Meteor that they have to break through first. That's been the conditioning so far. Always bit of presence in towards B. Here comes Dimensional Drift for Ring.
Well, he's been having a
Bro
bit of a rough
4
time on
ult
the
है
scoreboard,
T1
but
पे.
can still find info.
वेले ult combo करेंगे.
Tap Meteor. We'll head back to safety. But Meteor now knows that he's under a bit of pressure, so he'll just also exit. There's a pivot coming in through middle. That's
shot,
a clean shot.
yaar.
Hyunmin
But
down.
Yong's in
Again,
that way.
Yong continues to be the hero. Gets himself the 1-for-1. Needs to find a little bit more space here. He wants another fight. It's awkward.
Bichara.
There's 3 players on the other side. He doesn't know where to look. And finally, Yong, the raid boss, has been taken it down.
And
with
now the
that,
combo.
maybe the hopes and dreams of kRX will be lost
Khatam.
as well. 3 on 4. Spike plant in. Time
कोई
work
ult नहीं हुआ
for
बे.
kRX, but the
कोई
push
ult-
coming back
wait.
from T1.
माको मेरे को लगा
Meteor
पहले ही
fighting
मार
that
देगा
1v1,
यार.
and now
एक
it's just
मरने दिया.
2 players remaining. Mako up in onto the site, trying
Freeing
to
got
buy
one.
his time. He's getting a
2v2.
helping hand out from Freeing as well. He's who in stacks. They
Wow.
have no idea where Mako is, but he's not hit his shots, and he's got no idea what to do about things.
2v1.
One more needed. T1, have they got it done? Defuse is on, and they don't
Oh
manage
my
it
God.
again. kRX are alive.
Oh
Just
my
enough
God.
Unbelievable.
OT, OT,
Once
OT,
more,
OT.
Young alongside Mako.
Holy shit.
अरे एक्चुअली टीम को पता है हर्ष खेलराय का कि किक पे स्ट्रीम कर रहा है उसकी चैट ने
Might not have gotten all of
प्रेडिक्शन
the
लगाया
kills, but just hearing the timer tick away, it's still nothing else but a threat to hold on to, though.
I tell you what, I feel like that kRX fan I was telling you about just now, because I've run out of breath too.
It's okay, we got each other's backs. The thing is, though, does kRX have theirs? There are still a couple more hero weapons on T1, and this is still just the second map. Oh no, Young. He's been
अरे
isolated.
भाई
It's not a good loss.
अबे
at all
हीरो
for
हैंडल
kRX,
वाला
22-15
मार के जा
block,
रहा
and that's not where he will want to end this
यंग
map.
मर गया तो खत्म है ये देख गन
The
उठा
weapons
ली
been stolen. Stacks.
Gun
He burned
उठा
the ult just to
ली
pick up a rifle.
You don't know how big that could potentially be.
ब्रो
Every
Halt करके
weapon
वो गन उठाया.
crucial for T1 right now. Like you said, they had a couple, but
The
an extra
defensive,
rifle makes a big difference.
the positions have been switched up around with as well.
Izu पे
Meteor
ulta,
now
Munchkin
to
पे
aim,
ulta,
he's trying to
भाई.
get a
It's
pivot
GG,
back
bro.
over, but the main thing I'm thinking about is Buzz is not holding a linear line. If kRX thinks that B site is still the key, that the point at which they're going to challenge, they're going to be in for a rude awakening. So
Yeah.
this is wise that they're canceling that.
Oh, it's a good call from kRX. Looks like they're going to go away. You think that will be the right decision? Just Izu there.
अरे
Gunman
heavy
gonna go have a
fake
bit of a
भी
look.
Oh,
Yeah,
heavy
he's scared.
fake भी
Luckily, he can back out.
Here's the other thing, though. Maybe you get into sight. Maybe you go for the plant. Izu is 100
ये
speed.
recon
Munchkin
करके
is orbital strike.
Oops. Shocked up. Will connect. A nice bit of damage there onto Marco. This is a risk from Bane, and it's one that doesn't
Nahi.
quite pay off. It's a 1-for-1.
Munchkin ka
The
ult hai.
world, but leaves a lot more for freeing Marco and Hyunmin to do. Let's see if the three Musketeers can survive this time. Couple of missed shots. Munchkin
He's
in
dead.
for one with that Sheriff.
It's over.
And this might be it. T1. They didn't get it over the line in that previous
wow.
round. Their orbital comes
GG,
down now as
bro.
well. Marco, it's all on Marco, and he can't do it. It was all for him. kRX, they tried so
points.
hard. They worked at
Bichare
this
yaar.
so long in the second
GG's
half,
to
but
kRX.
unfortunately, the dream is over, and they cannot do it for Marco. They cannot do it for kRX. And T1
We'll miss
will be
you,
that team
Hyunmin.
that knocks kRX out of VCT Pacific Stage 2.
The Titan that charges forth, setting up with their own compositions, borrowing some ideas from kRX2. Buzz and Stacks eliminating their former team. The fashion in which this goes down. You have to love.
अबे ये गाना
admire, and
change कर
respect
देते वे.
the fact that kRX did not go down quietly.
No. And I think the recovery that they showed this season as well is a bit of a testament to the work that they've put in.
दोस्तों लाइक करो यार, 1000 लाइक अब तक अगर हुए नहीं है तो प्लीज लाइक कर देना. सब्सक्राइब if you're new. ये शायद हम लोग नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि मैं जा रहा हूँ अभी अपने फैमिली के साथ रक्षाबंधन मनाने. 2 लाइक चाहिए 1000 के लिए, सिर्फ 2 लाइक. एक बार चेक करो तुम लोगों ने लाइक किया है कि नहीं. लाइक द स्ट्रीम, सब्सक्राइब if you're new.
In terms of where the seeding put them for these playoffs, they might have had a bit of a better time, but nonetheless.
kRX is out, sorry, of the टूर्नामेंट. अमेरिकाज होगा कि नहीं इंस्टाग्राम पे बता दूंगा. ठीक है चलो भाई, मैं बोला था इको हारेंगे, वही ऐसे टाइम पे इको ही हारते. चलो भाइयों, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग. आई विल कैच यू गाइस लेटर. बाय बाय, टेक रेस. See ya.